Over 26. This is the
This is the Brunch Club.
Over 26. Welcome back to
The mics are closed.
Now, when you watch it, you'll understand.
What up, my name is Chaxy, the mastermind, your main guy, the Lord Chaxy, the boo from Mariah is around, the amazing Mwass is around, the whole gang is around. Episode 243, we are
My Cheque!
And it does not say OBINNA is
God, the chap is in the building.
First things first.
Yeah.
It's so hot, and I've been holding this the whole day. Fuck it, man.
Oh, I thought you were going to pull a hangout.
Okay, what?
What do you mean?
Shout out to Katelo.
No, I said that line.
Okay, yeah, but I said Mawakuria. Then you were like Chaxy,
I
you
said-
kingpin.
yeah, I said that.
I love that. I love that.
Zabi, hey!
Yani umeficha kitu the whole day. We've been with him since morning, bro.
The whole day I thought.
Nimesearch mpaka niko like, what the fuck?
Nilikuwa nadhani uko shirtless vile ulikuwa umesema ati shati yangu iko wapi? Wacha nivae jumper. Ndivyo kwa nyumba.
Oh my God. No, alikuwa sava sweater by the time I noticed that.
Mimi aliniambia,
Wow.
That is wild.
That's something.
Let's
That's
go.
something.
Sasa nyuma ni Lens Steppers. So Lens Steppers,
that's
Ojizo and his
like-
friends own a clothing brand. So when I saw it, I called Ojizo. I was like, make that t-shirt. Couldn't keep it.
Nah, that is dope. I like that. I like that.
Katika tu Moses Kuya.
I know.
Hey, we are
Good stuff. I didn't see that. Hey, that's dope. That's dope. Now it's
Ukwaje?
hot.
Yeah, official.
Bro, even this one fan is,
It's not cutting.
even this one fan is not enough.
Easy.
Actually, I thought it was gonna. Yeah, shida zangu ni mingi.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Nini,
Zangu ni
what was happening in the morning? Mambo ya Lazo. What my scam said to Lazarus
No, for real.
So
in
me,
2025.
Once picks up the phone.
so
Sasa Lazarus, you're like Lazarus.
Went back in time.
mimi nilishangaa
literally.
because I asked because our guy for bringing stuff to the studio was mteja. So me I asked Ojizo, kuna namba ingine akaniambia hapo kwa fridge kuna namba imeandikwa for deliveries na I was like, me go, I take the number, I call. And then nilikuwa natuma na toothbrush. Sababu awali ni chipo. Story for another day.
Tipo iwa ya fomo. Si tunaenda home. Hata mimi nakuja na nyinyi. Okay.
Sasa if you have an appointment at 9
Ungeenda kwako.
na ni 3 na tuko pamoja.
Then sema ulitufuata. Hakuna mtu
Ngoja, kwako ni wapi?
Runda.
From kwake anaweza ona Runda.
Anaitwa Togoro. Anaitwa Togoro. That kaslam.
Gidogoro.
Gidogoro. Between Runda and Tindigwa.
Hapo tu hapo. Hapo gani bede? Hapo tu hapo.
Runda view.
Anaweza Runda view.
Nikikula miwa kwa balcony naweza tema miwa.
Ukieka force.
Oh my God.
Oh wow.
Lazarus.
So si mimi nimeenda nimechukua namba. Me focused on priorities. Nimechukua namba nimepiga. Then before useme hello na ni namba mpya lazima angalie jina there. Normal thing to me because nilienda national school. Majina zilikuwa mingi. So, Lazarus.
Chaxy.
Bado kuna watu wanaitwa Lazarus. He must be very old.
Guess where he was? Kanisa.
No, he's still true Jesus. He's still working with Jesus. It's a good thing. It's a good thing.
I thought it would have been funny if I'd have called him 3 times. Network ikatae. Ya tatu niseme, Lazarus, I called you by your name. Say, hello. I'm like, amen.
Maana alikuwa analala. Alafu mwita alafu amamke. Hata umeniamsha.
But Lazarus.
What names do you think?
So tulikuwa najaribu kusema sasa Lazarus short from yake ni nini? Lazo ni easy Lazo.
No. First of all, Mariah said that's the most unmournable name.
Yeah. No. Picture it.
Send it to
How
Laz.
are you going to mourn Laz? Ati Laz.
Sema tu Laz.
Ele. Oh, but even things that unasikia
but
jina mse,
seriously
then uko like that name is mournable.
No, you're told when you're giving your children name, think of jina nyeta ukishout, it sounds nice ukishout.
No, but why do you have to
So
shout?
imagine, when mtoto amefanya kitu afai kufanya. Lazarus! Enough.
Think of a name that can be on legal tender. That's a way to think.
No, but you know what I've just thought of?
Yeah.
That would have been a nice ad for like a Viagra ad. Lazarus, amka.
No.
Yo.
Utakuwa kana
Hydrate.
tukona huko.
Yeah. Okay, just ask him.
Yeah.
Is Obinna monable?
Nah, Obinna.
Mwass wajibu.
Why are you responding? Okay, should we call you Mr.?
No, you see, the problem is
Happy Pride.
if you move into Runda View, na nisikie watu wanamoni hizo majina huko, I'll just call your landlord.
No.
But you, Jibu Swali. Is it? I also have other names. Like my name is Steve Thompson. Magana. That's like my name.
That's your actual name.
That's like that's a
Steve
boss.
Unaitwa
Thompson
Steve
Magana.
Thompson your name.
Thompson. See, Tom. You write it Thompson, but it's Thompson.
Thompson.
Steve Thompson Magana.
That's your real name.
Yebo. Legal tender shit, bro.
Yeah, that's
President
a
Steve
boss
Thompson
name.
Magana.
You see,
boss
that's
name.
a Black American name.
That's what I'm saying. That's a boss name.
That's what's up, man. I always tell
It's
you
giving
guys-
it's giving watermelons for lunch.
Okay, I have a final one. I think that's mournable because the P is silent.
But would you really want the P to be silent when you're in charge?
Unataka sauti itoke kwa hizi lips ama
Wrong.
Okay, let me say something. Wachani niongee.
Okay.
So, first of all, thank you for calling me back. I always love this podcast because you guys are so open-minded. It's where I would like most Kenyans to be. Like, there's some things, if you say, people look at you differently. People are just like if you use some words to, as a comedian, there's some punchlines I always hit without using some words or some sounds. And then, mtu anataka kuwezile za, so hapa watu kama ni kujiachilia hiyo kitu ananibamba mbaya. So mimi niko home. So
Unafeel some white lifted off.
yeah, I was like, so ni kama hapa niko like, oh, they're saying it.
Who's am I?
On me, no, I'm the only one. So I'll tell people, guys, it's a joke. It's a joke.
Lazima waambie watu.
Nasema, I'm like, yeah, man.
No.
Yeah.
Hapa nikaenda kazi.
Asanteni. So nimeona penye munaenda. Iende tu sana. I love also nowadays, in case you haven't noticed, I'm my own boss. So I can say word of both hours.
But you've been your own boss for a while now.
Yeah, but
Since-
before I had I was employed somewhere. So kuna vitu ukisema ukirudi huko naitanga kwa HR. You know this organization, you know that.
Wait, what do you mean you were
But
employed
that's-
somewhere? Before radio?
See, when
No,
I was
after
on radio.
radio.
See, when I was on radio.
Oh, hey, I
No,
thought
after
when you
radio
were
now,
doing,
man. Now that's why I say what I wanna say when I wanna say. I don't answer to nobody. I'm like, bana wewe chukua venye utaichukua, isonge venye itasonga, alafu life goes on. Because
Yeah.
I believe human beings, you're supposed to express yourself the way you need to, provided you're not infringing on other people's rights. Because comes but umesema, I'm like, so wache kusikiza. It's
Ni sawa tu, like in a choice.
it's like I didn't force. It's a
Yeah.
choice. If you choose to listen, why are you reacting on how I'm talking and you chose to listen, and then you're forcing me to reason the way you're reasoning. But I love it in this space. That's what's up. Okay, guys, me joke. Wait, can I send someone to the car? Can you send someone?
Yeah, you can send
send?
someone. Randy can help.
Randy, tafadhali shika. So on the passenger side, there are 3 packages.
No way.
So bring the 3 packages.
tuko match.
Akileta nini?
Kama ni belated.
Siana was about Easter.
Christmas came early.
Hey, this is
Kwani
too early.
gifts zote ni Christmas.
Yeah.
As an letter package, tell us about Osama the herbivore.
Oh wow.
The lying
The no
herbivore.
choice herbivore. Hey.
So before you get to summer, let me say something. I saw you guys being cancelled. Were you guys like
Where?
Umekanseliwa?
Where?
Like, umeleta kwa show interviews?
Where? Obinna, you seated here. Cancel
No, mimi
by
nauliza
who?
tu umeleta kwa show
Acha
interviews?
nikuulize.
yeah.
Kwanza ujue.
Bro,
Turn text.
I was so happy when I saw you guys did your event and it sold out. I was
Oh,
like, in
thank
your
you, man.
Right.
Mimi nafikiri ulikuwa unataka kusema you're so happy when you saw us getting
Getting
cancelled.
cancelled.
Nah.
You're the one who's always getting cancelled.
Yeah. Mimi nakuanga cancelled many times. But wameshindwa kufanya. Leo wanani cancel, I'm back. I'm like, back bitches. So I saw it. I was like, on your face, bitches. I was so happy. I was like, yeah. Because there are some individuals who sit down and want to drive theories that are unnecessary. we have these big media houses. They host every other person that we host. We are the new media. But if I sit down with someone that you don't like, cancel OBINNA. I got that when I interviewed Moses Kuria during the Gen Z protest. Moses Kuria was a fan, and he called me, like, OBINNA, nataka kuja, nikamwambia kuja. Ugo nini. Baboino called me and told me, Moses Kuria is looking for you.
Yeah.
Then akanipigia. Then he came the same day. Bro, niliweka hii post ya Moses Kuria. Nilitukanwa. Read the room. What is wrong with you? You're in the government. You've been paid. Cancel OBINNA. Nini. I did that interview scared. Nilikuwa nervous. Nikaangalia team. I looked at my co-director. Nikamwambia, Leslie, tuipige. Kanambia tuipige. Because when I say that with Moses Kuria, it doesn't mean I agree or accept. Mimi, I'm a media house.
Yeah.
I disseminate information.
Yeah.
But bro, walinitukana, nikaka chini na Murkomen. Dara, anytime you sit down with anybody from the government, unatukana, unaambiwa vitu. So nilikuwa nakaa hivi, nilikuwa like, so I saw it on you guys. I was like, this is easy. Na ni Samuel. Samuel. Like, this is some very nini. Yeah, then nikajua itakuwa. Then ika move, ika hit. I was like, yep.
What the heck?
Leta maua kwanza.
Clouds and bananas.
Hey, watu hawajazoea kubeba maua. Angusha maua. Yeah.
Okay, I'm waiting to see how...
Who the bananas
I'm waiting to see how this one is
So these sounds are for you?
No.
Yeah.
Two
Thank
bouquets.
you.
So I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know which one you would like, so
These are so
I decided to get. So you can choose ile utaki utupe.
That is such a Maganda statement.
I'm Luo, man. You know what I'm saying?
Because they're the same flowers.
Oh, the same flowers.
I didn't know which ones you'd like.
No, they're actually...
They are not the same
not the
flowers.
same.
Oh,
It's not the same flowers.
Sijazoea kununua.
Nini wewe?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So nuse venye wa mnanusa.
No, I don't
Sijui
know.
mnanusanga. Oh my
There's
god.
nothing to smell. It's not
My point exactly.
What
And I
do
was,
you
oh my
mean?
god. I'm like, yeah, but so those are for you. Let Ndizi, Yao Mamorio. You know me, I'm pro boy child.
Wow. Thank you. Kwanza umeleta baby bananas.
Yeah. No, these ones are called
they're called-
Sweet bananas.
Sweet bananas. Mautamu tu. So hizi ni zenyu. Singewacha hivyo, unajua mimi nasemanga ya madem something. Sasa
boys
ya
gotta
kule
be
maua.
called.
Yeah, kila mtu akule
maua. Kila mtu akule gift zake.
kila mtu akule gift zake.
Oh, this is so
thank
sweet.
Yeah,
Bless
this
you,
one you can
Obinna.
join the
Thank
team,
you.
alafu hii tunaweza
Nataka nikule
ipigia hapa tukisonga nayo.
kamoja.
Thank you.
Yeah, karibu,
Can I have one
karibu.
of your gifts?
Hizi ni shots za ndizi.
Oh my gosh. Obinna, do you want one?
Oh, hii tunaweza cheers ama tu cheers.
Mbona unatia zidi?
Shotos, must alisema
Okay,
ni shots.
fine. Cheers. Bye.
Yeah.
Wana wiki ya mtu. Wana wiki ya mtu.
Cheers, uma.
Hizi unajua unanyulo.
You know what?
Unanyulo like you throw it all in your mouth because of the size.
Ngumu.
Don't act like you can't.
Dennis.
Ngumu, siwezi.
Huyu ni swallow, usimwone.
Adiaga kanini kama oh my god.
Oh my god.
Are too big, but if the roles were
Who
reversed,
told you?
Hii kwanza ameona tu light work.
Nimeambiwa. Nataka kuona ugly people.
Damn.
oh yeah, wow. Usiweke tu hapo kando ya kiti.
Yeah,
hapo.
hata katikati actually.
Acha tudunge moja kila side.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Perfect actually, yeah.
Sawa.
Hapana hapo tu kuna space enough hapo bana.
No, sitafanya chashasha sana kwa short. Na mic iko.
Actually, mic.
Iko sawa.
Aya.
Iko sawa.
Amesema iko sawa. No problem. Anywho, so we're talking earlier on about a
Osama
dog called
the
Osama.
herbivore.
So we had a dog called Osama in the village. We had 3 dogs. My dog was known as Max. Then there was Osama that tulipata tu hapo kwa boma. Hata sijui
What do you mean
tulitoka
ulipata
wapi.
kwa mama?
Mimi sijui
Like he
tulitoka
just showed
wapi.
up.
Yeah. No, actually there were 4 dogs. There was Osama, there was Max, there was Dingo. Dingo alikuwa mtoto wa Max. And then there was Kibaki. Swear to God.
Alikuwa na
No
patches
lie.
za manyoya.
No, the Kibaki
Alikuwa na
one.
patches
No,
za
actually the
manyoya.
Kibaki one was a bit, ilikuwa na kasafi. Unaona ile, kuna ka brown kingine kana kuangani kaka nenda whitish. It was so clean, but ilikuwa mwizi. Kibaki, aungeza ipata kwa jikoni ikiiba nini. So we used to say that Kibaki ilikuwa anajipakulianga food. So, shago, tunapika kwa mawe 3. Sindio? So kwa kitchen, msana kama neka kama ni Obambo. Unajua Obambo? Obambo is
Dry
like
fish.
when fish, they remove the fillet to export, you guys buy the remains. It's very
The
dry
remains, the
and
bones.
it's, yeah, these bones, but there's some nini kidogo imestikwa hiyo bone. But if you boil it for a few hours, soup yake ni mwah.
Amazing.
Okay, so it's mainly for the soup.
Yeah, but also the bones.
And the bones.
Unagweno. Yeah.
Forget English and make sense.
That's English.
These are words as in
Ingluo.
English.
It's Ingluo. Excuse you.
How do you write?
Yeah. How do you write that? Yeah.
MW.
What's the English word from?
Hakuna
Kugweno. Unagweno yo chogo.
Oh my gosh.
kuna gweno choko.
Yeah. So you'd put your nini there in a boil, then unaenda kwa shamba kufanya kitu. Ukirudi anytime ulikuwa unarudi ulikuwa unapatana na kibaki kwa mlango kitoka mbio na unajua tu shit has hit the fan. Ukiingia hivi unapata ile sufuria ilibadilishwa na nini food imekulwa yote. So kibaki was always the enemy. Osama haikuwa inabweka but ilikuwa ina bite wase. It was black. Alafu ilikuwa na tule tu macho takwanga. Zile dogs za black nikaa iko na kamacho hapa juu. But si macho ni design tu brown. So Osama, because we were so poor around that time, hatukuwa napea food.
Oh, yeah.
Because hata bones ya kupatiana pia.
The soup.
Osama used to eat grass.
Hata hiyo
supu, we want it. Hata hiyo supu. Nyi mshasona mpaka unapatia dogi uji. Uji ya white ile ya mahindi tu haina sugar nini mnamwagia pia dogi hapo na kwanza mnamwagia chini juu who can afford a plate na plate ilikuwa Ken Poly. So kila mzee plate yake imehesabika so unamwagia hapo. So it was so bad.
Mlikuwa mnazipea nutrients.
No, literally.
Many times we used to see Osama eating grass, and I never used to understand because of the hunger. It was so bad. So that's what I was telling them earlier on, and they didn't believe that kuna madogi zinaweza kula grass.
But you ni out of like
something no choice happy.
But kama mmesota hivyo mbona mna kipumbwa?
Nimekwambia Osama ilikamkivi yake. But nimekwambia Osama tujui litoka wapi.
Sasa imagine kama ilikuja huku mahali ilitoka.
Kama place
Kama this was the better place.
This was paradise.
Wewe unakula story.
Yeah. Then now Max alikama kaza dingo. Later on because Osama alifanya mambo yake. Osama alilibua boom. Yeah, so that's how I went up with Osama. Kibaki haikuwa dogi yetu ilikuwa ya our uncle but ilikuwa inashinda huku kwetu because
kwa uncle ni wapi?
Clearly. By the way, umeona dogi kula mahindi? Mahindi.
Nimepikwa mahindi.
Mahindi tu mbichi. So, watu ukitoa mahindi kwa shamba, kuna venye mnazimoyo zipate it's called aeration. Mnaziweka mchana kwa jua, jioni mnatoa. Then ikishakauka mnaziweka kwa gunia, mnaswaga then mnasuso. So, mlikuwa mkizimoyo.
Amesema 50%.
Unamoyo, mnaswaga.
Umse 50% ni Kijaluo.
I think
kwa hiyo upload Ramogi. Ramogi FM.
Hey. No. Actually, we're getting subtitles. Kwani hii technology yenyewe hajafanya.
Mimi nilikuwa dhani ni sound effects ati tunasusu tunanyonyo. Hadi kuna koyo kuna sonyo.
Unakuja kusonyo.
Haya sonyo hizo. Bro.
So, ugali kibaki, then kesho yatu kuku ugali, unachukua ugali unasonyo. Kwa hiyo maji, then kibolo unapika nayo. Guys, man, what am I saving? That's like saving. So, unaona watu kimoyo.
Tushasema moyo.
Tushasema moyo, si kwanika. Sasa tumemoyo mahindi. The hunger is so bad mchana, unapata Osama ama Max ama Dingo zimelalapo kwa tulikuwa na unajua para mkeka.
Sasa nitajuaje
mkeka zile za
Sisal.
No, si za Sisal, ilikuwa ni kama reeds. Ile ulikuwa unalala ukiamka unapata imejichora shish.
Alikuwa amechapa box.
No. Sisal ilikuwa sasa imeomoka. For the rich guys, ile mkeka si ilikuwa na par. Ile una roll hivi karakara alafu
I know, I've always thought it's Sisal.
No. Ilikuwa jamvi. So the jamvi son ulikuwa mna because size ile kwa mchanga and everything unapata Osama iko hapo inasuzo mpaka inabaki msogoro. Ninatoa
inamaliza yote.
Yeah, baki msogoro. See, I'm telling you. So bad.
Lakini who says msogoro too just for vibes?
So imagine.
Ni wale waluya.
Dogi na kula mahindi from ni baki na maliza.
Better than you. Like, what hunger is that?
It was bad, bro. It was bad. Hey, also our life. It was so bad that you see most of the time watu walikuwa kisha harvest because also our harvest would not be that good. We start working on other people's farms. I used to do that. Unaenda inaitwa kuhamo. Okay, this is
sasa now
the last one. It's the last one. I swear it's the last one. So kuhamo ama kufulo. So unaenda kwa shamba za watu wengine wakisha toa hizo mahindi. So you just walk around, unapata kama umeangusha kama indi kamoja kambili. So you walk on different farms. By the time you live there, you have like about 10 maize cobs and so unaenda home. Alafu munazidondoa kususo. Munazisuso. Alafu mnatengeneza nayo ndelo. You know ndelo? Ondelo ni njugu ya mahindi. Like unaona venye njugu karanga.
Njugu ya
so mahindi karanga.
But
wewe mnafry mahindi kama njugu.
Inaitwa ndelo. These guys, Checkmate will tell you. They know this. So unakaranga mpaka inakuwa nini? You can't boil because ni few, alafu you guys are many. Then now you want to use this one to drink porridge. Basically it's the same shit.
My God.
So unamumsha karanga kama njugu, so unachukua kama njugu.
So mahindi na porridge.
Na unajua porridge ni juice ya mahindi
Yeah.
Na pia hii mahindi
So unakula in all forms.
yeah. Na hii mahindi ukichiu inakuwa porridge kwa mdomo ndio iende kwa system.
So mna constipate sana.
No. Hey, we are healthy as hell, man. Look at me, bro.
What do you mean?
Okay, guys.
Tupatie mapicha za TBT tu.
Guys.
inafeel ni kama mwenye aliinvent hizi words zote. Alipatiwa vowels na akapewa consonants tatu. Tengeneza majina kuku sanya.
Yeah, it was bad, man. But now you'd have the illusion of unakula kanjugu. So unachukua hiyo nini, unatupa, unapiga kauji. Nyuma ikula ugali na chumvi.
Wewe check, endelea hizi story bila kuuliza.
So you put a bit of salt on the plate, then simuko na ugali but hamna kitoweo. So unachukua ugali then una
kitoweo.
Okay, let me know.
Kitoweo.
Hata mimi najua tu but hizo words has been a while.
Unachinyo kwa hiyo salt kidogo.
Sasa wewe.
Si ndio nimekushow that thing. How do you call that?
So chumvi ndio stew sasa.
Exactly. So you do that. And time tulikuwa tumepata nini poa. There's a time my mom started putting to warus hapo kwa backyard. So ametoa waru kiasi.
Hapo ndio kibaki alikaa.
Unataizi waru mnakula na ugali.
Okay, waru na ugali is actually yum. It's not bad.
It's not yum.
Waru na ugali.
I do eat ugali na waru.
Hapo ile mate unanidi kukula hiyo chakula my friend. Ugali na waru
is not yum. Afu iko tu like stew minji waru na ugali.
Hakuna minji.
So
unakula na saliva.
Na unaiboil because hata nyanya saa ingine ni noma. So unaiboil inakamika kuna supu lakini sana ka whitish. Then unaikula na sembe.
So basically mashed na ugali.
Si tulikula hivyo high school 4 years.
Tough.
Yeah.
Lenana school
beans.
Ugali na waru.
What?
Dinner.
Leaves are beans. Michael leaves are beans.
I think so.
Leaves are beans inakanga kama kunde. The problem is you can't, it's hard to swallow it. Yani unaichiu, unasikia kale unasikia na but unafaa ukule na ugali because some natafuta the softer ones. Mlikuwa mnatoa zile tips zile soft alafu mna nini kama kunde alafu mnachangamka nayo.
Acha niulize, hii kusota yote, what are some of the fun things mlikuwa mnafanya? Nini ilikuwa
creativity? Nini ilikuwa matawi za beans?
Kwa sababu
mapera, we had a lot of mapera.
Same.
But the downside ni kwenda kwa toilet. You have to send in the big guns.
Yeah.
Damn.
Break it. You gotta break it.
Sasa ukishakula waru na ugali, nafu ukule mapera.
Hawezi kula at the same time because mapera ulikuwa unakula generally. Waru na ugali ulikuwa nakama once in a while, ama omena once in a while, ama mrenda ile hiyo once in a while, ama kafish once in a kanyama. Nyama ilikuwa ikipikwa mnapata one piece. Okay.
Is it a chunky, like a chunky?
No,
one piece ni one piece. Hata iko kubwa
no. Imekatwa vizuri one piece.
Because inabayiwa ka quarter. Baka nyama ka.
Mko ngapi? Let me ask you time mko ngapi?
We were three. It was my elder bro, myself and my sis. Then our last bro came later. Leslie came later. Hata Leslie hakusafa sana.
So mko 1 and 4 dogs.
No, with my mom.
Hizo 4 dogs hazijawekwa kwa hesabu.
And the good thing hapa ni mapera. And the good thing ni mapera.
Yeah, good thing mapera, then the vibes. Sizo kucheza ile futa du from Pararo. Like we had vibes. Like as si tulikuwa tuko tu. That's the way of life. Hata we never thought like we la kama nini, but tulikuwa by the way we were so bad. Tukakamna jina ya uji tuwana ita P Square. So that majirani wetu wasijue ni uji. So nilikuwa nauliza tunakula nini hapa? P Square. Mimi nazo I hate porridge until today. I always tell people don't use the word hate is strong, but I hate porridge until today. I drank porridge 2 days ago. Nilipata auntie ametengeneza the kids. Nikamwambia, "Hebu nionje uji yenu." Nikachukua
imeomoka.
Yeah. Wasa ilikuwa the wimbi one and nini and then it's sour nicely. I was like, okay, nikamaliza a cup. But I hadn't taken porridge I hate porridge. Me fikiria tu porridge. I'm like, shit. My mom used to just know porridge. I'll just start crying. That is why I started working at a tender age so I can buy the food. nilikuwa napiga mjengo, nauza nyasi, na limia wase, nafanya nini, I buy food, I come with
Nino
the
mlikuwa
food.
na 6 pack mkiwa 6 years old.
Bas. Bombati and
Yeah,
gang.
shoulders, yeah.
Shoulders.
Yeah, nilikuwa
Mapata
napiga
mtoi
na-
manzi ako na
You
biceps.
need to
Brushing the
hear.
eyes.
It's like, what is going on?
Yeah. So me, I was like, I have to do something for me to change this because the money my dad was getting was not enough for us. He was being,
Oh, your dad was hapa hivi. Alikuwa bado.
Yeah, but alikuwa anawakia Muhindi. Back in the day, the Indians back then walikuwa wale
Not
wa
the best.
bana fanya wewe nini bana pesa bana ongeza mshahara nyingine da. So my dad used to sell wow, you know wow. Ni kama siku hizi ni
Wow, wow.
Wow, like gringos.
those two round ones zilikuwa na shimo. He sold them for a while with the bike. Kama kulikuwa na bike ilikuwa na gundogo mbele, then kuna ka kitu zinekwa ndani, then mguu kubwa nyuma. Then later he also worked with Airtel when it was called Kensel.
Yes.
Damn.
Back in the day.
Then aliwork na some book company called Anvi Emporium, alikuwa na kwa shule kuuza books. So he was doing a lot of different things trying to make ends meet. So akituma, the school fees, the whatever, it was not enough. And also, you know, when you're growing up, you always have relatives pulling up. Si tulikuwa na ma-auntie tu, oh, you ni auntie yenyu, you ni Unapata ni mtoto sijui wa nani. So there are always just people coming and going.
In the homestead all the
Also,
time.
yeah, also from my mom's side, the brothers, they would pull up and nini. And my mom was not really doing anything then because tulikuwa na Ushago. We were in Eldoret. Life ikatingika tukarudi Ushago. Then that was in Kisumu, coming to Ushago and travel and Kisii nini. So it was not that good. So I decided to supplement. So I started doing all these odd jobs. Nikana buy omena man. Nikibuy omena hiyo siku ni Christmas. Yeah, because omena you can do it many ways. Unapiga supu.
Baby fish.
Buy kidogo. No, omena is just omena. Don't disrespect omena. So omena kani kidogo. Ukibuy kama ya 10 bob. Unaipiga supu.
Supu ndio
You
mingi.
just boil it. Yeah. You get the taste of the nini.
So mna marinate maji.
Yeah, no, sometimes if you want it how, so hauna pesa ya mafuta. Because mafuta ilikuwa 5 bob. But you can't buy it, but you bought omena for like 10 ama 15 bob. Unauzia kwa kulikuwa na cups kama hizi za mabati, so haina mkono.
I remember those cups.
Unapima nayo omena, but wanakuwekea unajaza vizuri. Unaambia, jaza omena bwana.
Yo nakumbuka vizuri
Yeah, so
sana.
you get it. So unakam nayo and then so unaeka kwa sufuria, so unaipiga hivi kidogo ndio isiungue because hauna mafuta, so unaeka chumvi. So kwa omena kameungua kana kavibala lakini so is crunchy. Na ugali. Alafu sasa ukiomoka, sasa unaintroduce kama mafuta. Ukiomoka zaidi hiyo, uintroduce mafuta kitunguu na
Onion, nyanya.
Kana ndani. Alafu ipate na nini? Alafu upate na mala.
Maziwa.
Si maziwa mala.
No, inside the omena weke maziwa.
Hizo ni za Nairobi.
No, hiyo ni za
Hiyo ni ya
Nairobi.
samaki.
What?
Yeah. Maziwa unaweka kwa omena nyumbani.
Yes.
Do you know what you need that milk for? Chai asubuhi. Na ni moja tulikuwa na buy 10 bob, alafu inapika chai watu 7. So, chai bora imechange color. Na hiyo chai haina shuge. Bora tu upike kitu. Alafu unapiga hiyo chai, unaipiga na ugali ya jana. Unaipiga na ugali ya jana, ama unaipiga na mahindi. Tulikuwa na boil mahindi. So boil mahindi unaweza kunywa nayo chai in the morning. But those are special occasions. Yeah, once in a while dada akikam through kama amemoka anakamna ki bread nini. Unakale ka blue band kakadogo. Kalituokolea bwana. Kinywa kidogo. I used to say nikiomoka.
The sachet one.
Yes. Kalikuwa kadogo 5 ama 10 bob. Mimi nilikuwa nasema nikiomoka na by blue band nichukue bread nipake blue band ikae kama ni toast mbili na ni moja. Sikuna blue band zitu. And then hata njugu. No, I said nikiomoka nanua njugu gorogoro moja. Ndaka nayo chini. Because unajua wewe mlikuwa na njugu ya 1 bob, unaekea kale ka spoon kadogo chip mara mbili kwa mkono, so unauma kamoja. Ama unaeka kale ka cone. Kuna kale cone ulikuwa so unafungua. Alafu hiyo cone ulikuwa you have to be very careful. Kuna kanjuka moja kalikuwa kanabaki hapo ndani. Yeah, so you have to open the thing. Alafu sasa dondoa njugu, so kula maganda kando. Unakula njugu.
Ulikuwa unakula maganda.
Si unatoa alafu sasa una maganda nini? Iko na ile taste ya salt.
Unakula maganda, ukule waru, ukule ugali.
Yeah. That's it. So there's that one.
Like a balanced diet to me.
Yeah, hata miwa ilikuwa ya mabosi. Ulikuwa ukibuy miwa 1 bob unakatiwa hivi. So nilikuwa nasema kuna homoka na buy miwa the whole nini. Never happened, man.
Mimi nataka kujua your first experience maybe uliingia tu homestead ingine ukajua yenyewe kumbe tumesota. Unajua mke watu hii. Nyinyi mnajua hii ni
no comparison needed.
Maana tu place unarudi home unaangalia budako. Ndivyo mtu aweza ambia budako lakini unamwangalia unasema sisi tunamdharau lakini
no, we were even way better than most people. But now I used to think our homestead was cursed. So amidst all this poverty we used to have jiggers, we had very bad jiggers. Na ilikuwa tuko boma yetu peke yake. Imagine we having this conversation with my bro Juicy. We went home. So tulikuwa tumekaa tukaanza kupiga story. We were like, what used to happen to our family? So we have jiggers, we have this poverty. Then most of my uncles are just drunkards. So I was looking at them. That's why I don't even take alcohol until now. I was just like, I don't want this shit, man. So I used to look at them. I'm like, kwani we are cast? Tunako boma zingine, they don't have jiggers. Bro, mi mguu zangu zilikuwa zimekaa hivi. Kila siku ukikaa tu chini tu ni hivi. Alafu jiggers by there kama it's new entry because they come as very small, then inafura inakuwa size ya mahindi. So when it's new entry, and then now you have to toy it with kipino. Kipino,
Pin.
you guys know, not
scalpel.
no, come on.
Scalpel
Amjui kipino. Si mademu unashukanga nguo na kipino.
Oh, the
pin.
The small
pin
pin.
kana kwanga hivi kana toka hivi alafu unakeka.
Safety pin.
It's not safety pin.
It's a safety pin.
Ni kipino.
Aya, kipino.
Fine.
pin.
For the purposes of kusota kipino.
Yeah. So unatoa na hiyo. So imagine all your toes na your fingers ziko huku. So jioni ama afternoon so mnafungua alafu naitoa, then you
Press them out.
You gotta kill it. And pia ukipress na iko na eggs watoto wengine wanakama. So that thing used to be so bad, but new entry ilikuwa ngaraha sana for the jiggers. A new entry unaikuna inabamba, ilikuwa inabamba. So jioni
Obinna ni stress.
no, ilikuwa raha. So ilikuwa na kautamu fulani. The guys when wamekuwa na jiggers they know this.
Please, kwa comments kama ushaikuwa na jiggers, andika tu ai.
So when it's new, so kwanza walls za homes ilikuwa ni matope, and then they smear, there's a way you take cow dung and some nini, and then you smear on the wall. So you get a nice wall. Then weke kama kajiga kameingia kwa ka time.
Unaweza jua imeingia.
Si ana hand.
Why kishaingia unataka kufeel it start to get irritating, itchy kind of. So you have to either kuna it because you still can't see it, it's very small. It's very tiny. So unapata kwa wall, then unaweka kako ka tiny to, then unataka kusugua. Very nice. Mnafikiria ati nini is
Mlanza
nice?
kusugua kitambo kumbe.
Bro, that thing is so nice, and then so you give it time for it to grow so you can see it, and then now you remove. So it was on and on and on, and all our family was like that, like my relatives, my cousins, nini, like that, until my father decided to start fighting. So alikuwa anakama super deep. Ananua super deep anaweka, then
super deep nile ng'ombe.
Yeah. Then anaspray kwa compound nini, but if you spray my chicken. So alikuwa akitaka kuspray anaambia watu, hey everybody, cover your chicken. So kuna hizi vitu zinaitwa adita, is like unaona ile basket iko pale chini. Hiyo basket iko hapo chini. Yeah, bring it for the guys to see. Yeah. So something like this, but now a bigger one. So there are bigger ones that are made, and then now we're Nikadasbi. I wanted to flip it.
No, you can flip it. This is not.
Yeah, achana tu na.
Kuna chewing gum hapo ndani.
Yeah. So like this one, so there were bigger ones, but they have a bit bigger spaces. Then so you it in a covered. So you put chicken inside, so they can't go anywhere else. Then now you spray the nini kwa boma, so you give it about a week. Then now you spray again like that. But now when you cover it like this, it means you have to find food for you, for kina Osama.
Na for the chicken, because now
and them chickens are supposed to go find for themselves.
Yeah, but the kuku za watu hazijitegemea.
Yeah, of course. Kwani kuku zinafaa zitegemee nani? No, wewe ndo unategemea kuku. Unasikia kuku inafanya kaka. Baada ya nilikuwa hivi unasikia kaka. Unajua inataka kutaga mayo. Una cheki. Natoka boom, tukameka bado ni moto.
Ati moto.
Unajua maika bado ni moto. Kwanza inakuwa soft and squishy.
Where?
Si imetoka kwa cloaca, ama ilikuwa inaitwa jile kitu.
Hako kasa
Mbona nikumbuke
because demand is high. So kipata hivi, so our mother used to take the egg by there. Sometimes tupika sukuma wiki, inapasuliwa juu ya sukuma wiki. Because iwezi karanga una mafuta ya hiyo, then also is not enough for everybody. So unapaswa juu ya nini? So sukuma iko na two particles so white. but it tastes amazing.
So nyinyi kuku zenu hazikuwa itaga. Mko yaona tu small chickens.
Wewe si vile
No,
zinategemewa.
no, kuna ingine tulikuwa nayo ilikuwa Survivor.
Mimi nataka once we are done we go back to the naming system of animals.
Yeah, Survivor was my mom's favorite na ilikuwa mpenda mamangu. The reason why it was called Survivor with my mom, chicken zingine zote zilikuwa na dedi, haikuwa na dedi. Ugonjwa na kama makuku zinakufa, zile mnazipatia aloe vera. Kuna venye mnachukua aloe vera, mnamix na pilipili kwa maji, then you give them in the evening. Kuna magonjwa za kuku zilikuwa zinakam. Survivor never used to die. All the chickens would die. That Survivor got so old, we couldn't even eat it. Our mom had to go sell it in the market buy another one so we can eat because tulikuwa nao for long. Mama alikuwa akitoka tu sokoni jioni. Survivor unajua inaenda kumit kwa gate, akiingia kwa nyumba inaingia naye kwa nyumba. There were 2 animals that were my mom's favorite. There was Survivor, then there's a cat called Michelle.
Honestly.
I know. Michelle used to talk. Michelle, ulikuwa unasema, Michelle, inasema, sasa Michelle was killed by a sad, okay, this story has a very sad ending. Michelle was killed by Max, Dingo, and Osama because they
Combined.
Yeah. Tuliamka kubiga na
Michelle was a baddie.
tulipata body parts za Michelle zimekuwa scattered all over. The reason was they were mad because Michelle used to chill in the crib. Then they were outside. So
Bosco dogi ya kienyeji na got mad because ingiangi kwa nyumba.
Yeah. Most of the if you look at
Kwani ni snowball, ni German Shepherd.
yeah, most dogs back in the day zilikuwa zinaingia kwa hao. Then most cats pia azielewanaga na dogs. Now there's see cats and dogs together. I'm like, yo.
Yeah.
You I'm like, oh, you guys finally came to an understanding.
Finally.
Yeah, I'm like, well, this could have been nice then. Could have saved my dog. Yeah. So Michelle aliuliwa na Osama. Then Max died a very painful death as well. Alipatiwa some gonococcal disease with she had a lot of but I saw Dingo bana climbing on the mother. I was so angry, but nilipiga na mawe. I was like, no, that's your mom, man. Because you know Max is a dingo. Because I got Max when Max was tiny, akagrow. Then baadaye akaza dingo. Then kuna time ana dingo bana anataka kupania madhake bwana. I was like, yow. So and then also madogi zingine zilikuwa zinakamkobo yetu sana because Max was a fine show. So zilikuwa zinahangu unapata tu madogi zinafuata Max madogi kaa 10. Zinakimbizana hizo maumbwa koko hizo nini. Maze so kuna time Max had some very weird disease on a private part.
Isn't the STIs that gonorrhea?
Yeah, ilikuwa mbaya mpaka you could see the kidneys and nini. It was bad. Then Max akaanza tu kukonda. Max was very nice. Then akakufa, bwana, I cried ba. I grew mpaka nikamzika. Then Osama naye alipoteanga
sisi Osama tu normal I grew.
Sasa hizo shida zote pesa ya school fees itoke wapi? Niomba utazika ama utaenda kulearn past
I grew.
Guys, enough about my past, man.
Mwalimu alikuwa anakuambia I grew. The past tense ya cry.
I crowed.
Na unaenda home umefurahi tumefundishwa English aid.
Kumbe English ina need first aid.
I think ni watu natembea nao. Sasa kuna dem natembea naye anaitwa Pamela. I've signed on the team. She's the one who now serves the drinks. Yeah.
I saw her on the Prezo episode.
Yeah, but now her brand is the Broken English, and she does it beautiful. You can laugh. And that's vitu zingine actually, I never met you before. I'd be like, yo. Yeah, so I think it's wanasemanga show me your friends. Yeah, so your crew I think imetokea huko. Hata ku persons ya realize unajua ni realos. Like me, that's when I realized we were poor. Is when I saw all these things that were happening.
All this time, your parents bado ni Jehovah's Witness?
Yeah. We actually used to go preaching. We used to wear suits and ties. Like we had one cloth. Do you know, in my whole childhood, until when I was grown up, I never had jeans and I never had a sneaker. Dad alitupa, unajua sandak? Zile viatu za plastic, ukitembeanga kama hujavaa socks
unafanya. So hot, yeah, and they burn.
Because inakuwa na uto tumaji ndani una sweat. Yeah.
You know why I'm laughing?
One. And then now we had like zile material, official trouser. Hiyo material ilikuwa inaitwaje? Ni kama khaki. If it's khaki, then you have a official white shirt, then you have a tie, and then a coat. So you always, every Sunday, kosafi unaipiga. Saturday, Sunday, you go to Kingdom Hall, then you go preaching, then whatever. Then when my dad comes, you sit down, you start the Bible, nini. So actually we had hope, but we are going to paradise. That's what kept us going. Me, I knew this mateso ni kwa muda tu.
Hey, from that level, there's nowhere else to go.
You can't even go to town. Yeah. So all that time we're doing the same thing.
Damn.
Yeah, all through my childhood. Yeah, but at some point, life started changing pole. Tukamove kwa nyumba mabati, tulimove kwa nyumba nyasi, tukaenda kwa nyumba mabati nini. Dada kangangana kapiga nyumba yake hapo semi permanent. By the nyumba yake bado iko hapo mpaka sasa amekataa kuibomoa. I tried to talk to him akakataa. I was like, this brother is attached to this crib, man. Because I already built them a crib, but kuna crib iko hapa kando is semi permanent. It's making the outlook of the compound ugly.
You want it out.
But it looks ugly as hell. I'm like, this nyumba nini. But I understood because it's his. Yeah. But we anaangalia, hey, this is my, Yeah, so I was like, okay. So I'll build your house, Ivo. Well, we are many years later. Many years later. Congrats. Yeah, that's what's up. That's why normally when I see people who are struggling, I always tell them, just don't lose hope. That is, because if you lose hope, bro, because you're already there. There's no already at the bottom. So we at the bottom, then we'll lose hope. True. We're 6 feet under because I know even a couple of people that I was with in the space and they've done well in their lives. And I know people who are still there. Muiruri ushago pata wase walikuwa napiga changa, then wengine walidedi, wengine bado wanapiga, wengine bado wananishi. I'm just like, man. And I see to my cousins and I tell them, you see, our parents had this thing for most of them. My dad was not taking alcohol. But the rest, changa, nini, the way they're living with their wives and their kids and whatever, unikulimia watu, whatever. I was like, I don't want to do this life. So I sit down with my cousins, I'm like, you've seen where our parents were. Do we want to do the same? Then also our parents, when you're poor like that, people normally have a lot of bitterness and enmity that's unnecessary. Zile za, unajua siya tungengi na wale, unajua. I said that my cousins, I'm like, those are our parents, not us. Mimi, sitaongea na uju umenikosea. Na sitaongea na uju. So nearly most of my cousins have extended a hand to them and give them different duties. There are those ones that have really just messed up a couple of times. And I'm like, hey, you, sasa, deuces. Hey, because I'm like, pia wewe, sasa, wewe, kwani mini babako? I've given you an opportunity, then you mess it up. I'm like, And that's the same thing even happens with family. You find even you have family members that you've really tried. You've tried, you're just, wewe sasa, please. Me, I'm not your father, I'm not your mother. I've tried. But it's a decision you have to make. Because if you don't want it that bad, why would I want it for you? True. I'll give you an opportunity and then, for example, my team, I have about 34 employees. If you look at these 34 employees, do you have a family member? I think it's just my bro, who is my co-director. The rest, we have Msamburu, we have Kaos, we have Luyas, we have Kisis, we have Kikuyus. Like it's a cocktail. And most of these jobs these guys are doing, a cousin would do. Like being my PA. My PA Omosh is not even related to me. And people always think he's related to me. But he was not. And he was a guy who Shagokwetu. When I was building my house, he was very handy and he was trustworthy. He was giving me report. Omosh was my bro's friend, Shule. So later, I was like, this guy. So then I can come visit my bro Nairobi. And then I can bet, Mr. Kikurudi home, unajua. Then he's also an orphan. I was like, okay, cool. So let's hang out. Let's see what he'll do. So I took him back to school.
Introduce twin.
Where have you been?
Yeah. So I took him back to school. So he did F&B. Then he did fitness science. Then he also did
UniPE.
CPE. Okay.
UniPE.
Okay, you research, Google. Yeah. So then I got him a job as a steward. There's a friend of mine who had a club on Barasa called Iconic. Ilikuwa opposite Next Gen Mall.
Yeah.
So I got him a job there as a steward. Nikamwambia, umsema kuna chance ya steward. Steward ni yule msana shacho. Nikamwambia, but it's a beginning. Na akachukua, he started as steward, then he became a waiter, then akaingia kwa barman. Unajua barman ndo sana kwa kidozi. Then he landed, he was just growing. I was like, this guy is so determined. So when my PA then called the cap, who is my mom's bro, I didn't have a manager, and he come upgrade to my manager. So I didn't have a PA, and he came Mosh my PA. And we've been to the Mosh since. We went, I gave him a car. He moved to his house. He's doing his own things. He's taking care of his grandmother and his brothers and sisters. Like he's been that guy. He wanted it.
That's beautiful.
And he's not my cousin, but Antoka. Karibu na uko kwetu. But I look at my cousins, I'm like, if this guy did, what's wrong with you? And you look at them, you're just like, you try mgine limpia tenda kunijenga nyumba, akapotea na do. I'm like, hey, mgine nikambaya pikipiki, akaenda kari. Hey, Akimi vitu cousins wamenionyesha. So family inakuanga hivyo, but you have to want it. Then I can facilitate. But if you don't want to be different from our parents, we'll just be the same thing. And that's why me even like Gen Zs. Gen Zs, we are doing things that our parents didn't think. Our parents are being to left, one and a left.
Gen Zs we. Then it's hata. Gen Zs we.
Yeah.
Hey, where's the boomer wewe?
Me niko 24.
Okay,
I identify. Yeah, I identify as 24. Guys.
And you know, as Gen Zs, we are doing
Kama Mudia Wori ni youth.
Hapana.
Hata kama nani, Senator huyu Oburu Odinga, brother Raila ni youth.
So ODM youth wing ni Oburu na Raila.
Yeah, I mean youth. So you see, what we are doing is what our parents didn't do. Like if my cousins and the people around me, you want to end up into drug abuse and alcohol addiction and whatever, have fun. You're in life yako. But if you want change, it has to start from within.
Definitely.
Even all the people always come, Obinna, give me a chance. Bro, you give people chances, people mess you up. You look at someone, you're like, wait, do you even have an idea of what's coming? Then you see them mess up, you're like, I've seen people here many times before, and I'm seeing you going in this wrong trajectory, but I was key. Kichwa inaja kiburi nini, you look at people.
Sindio siku hizo wanafanya ile dance hivi.
Kuna kitu wanasemanga, watu wanasemanga, who's it to advise? Who's it to advise? I'm like, the reason why I'm advising is because I've made more mistakes than you have. You know, you only learn from mistakes, eh?
True.
And I've made more mistakes than you have, and I'm telling you, usijaribu hii. Na unaambia usini advice. Like when I always tell people, before you get pregnant as a woman, be sure you are ready financially and mentally. Zana mimi usiniambie, me fall in love. Uko 22, uko 23, uko 24. What the fuck are you talking about? You don't know shit about parenting. You are a child. But nakwambia mimi nataka nizalie umse because anaona wewe ndio hope yake. I'm like, my dear, you can still come and be successful on your own. Then you'll have a child on your terms.
You can still come and be successful on your own. Hey. Got you.
Very solid advice.
You know, not 25.
Hey, no, not 25 for me after Monday. Give me the weekend, guys.
Yeah, you look at even young people and like men. And I'm like, hey, bro, before uamue kusikia yako kautamu and you don't wrap it up, these are consequences.
Our 19-year-old hopeful.
My son is 14. I'm always telling me, I'm not stopping you guys from having sex. Do whatever you want to do.
Wait.
No. Let me finish. I'm not stopping you from having sex because if I tell you not to, you take offense. So have fun, but just know there are consequences for everything you do. Uamue kwenda bila kondiko na upone ukedi and any other sexually transmitted infection. Udema pate ball. Bro, life yako imestop. Sa iwe ni parent. You're no longer a child. Whether you're 18, whether you're 17, whether you're 21, the minute a child is involved as a woman or as a man, you are now a parent. And there's so many things you cannot do when you're parenting. It's easier to move fast when you're alone.
True.
Between 20 to 30, as a man,
Hallelujah.
As a man between 20 to 30, those are your years of building yourself. And how do I know this? Because I learned the hard way. So I'm like, if I had the money I have now and the influence I have now and I had no child, Chaxy hapa mimi. Mimi niko Burj Khalifa, bro.
Facts.
What are you talking about, man?
Si hata si tungekuko.
We'll be having this podcast there. But the reason why
unaangusha bet. No child.
But then you
simple math.
No, let me ask you a question. I'm not toy.
No.
Why are you guys here?
Hey!
Drops mic. Yeah, there's something you guys are not doing right. Kuna kitu amfanye right.
I can tell you why. Ameshikilia utumia Mari stops. Huyu ako na
5-factor authentication
size.
Thank you.
Size zimefika 5. So 5 zake ni ako na ile kitu ya hapa inaitwa nini?
Handbrake.
Thank you very much.
Handbrake. Ile ingine IUD anakanga kichaka. Aya, na alafu lazima utumie
Just
CD
protection.
na
You have
lazima
to pull out. And right now I'm celibate.
Sasa hizo ako celibate. 5.
Damn.
Na msipochunga naongeza 6 na kwa lesbian.
Yo, uko celibate because hautakwi ama ni because
You see what I said? It's two-way. No, I just don't want.
haupendi utamu?
By the
I have
time
2 boyfriends, but I'm still saying.
mimi nataka hivi, by the time anamaliza mniletee katrophy kadogo nimpatie.
Congratulations. You are the
Congratulations.
fool.
But hao mademu wanasemanga celibate wanajiningi sana.
Wanaji?
Wanajibakanga sana.
Hapana.
Yeah.
Kujibaka,
No.
kubaka imanishi baka.
Si ndio hiyo, si that's what they do. Si that's
No.
the term they use on the streets.
Damn.
Yeah.
Ule atakuja huko kando.
Lakini anaambiwa ni vile I get what you're saying. Maybe wrong wording.
Yeah.
But hao celibate ndo wameshikilia nini?
Hapana.
Wameshikilia shares za Everready.
Yeah. Hao wanasupportana sugar shamba. Hao ndo clans wa sugar
Move with the
shamba.
time.
Hizo mabz kwanza sasa kuna kingine kanafanya hivi. Alafu kuna kafula kingine kanafanya. Wanazitumia sana.
Obinna, lakini do you think it's fair? Do you think it's fair wana create vitu zenye hazifanyi vile vitu zetu zifanya?
Yeah.
Zetu zusimama tu zinakaa. Alafu yaumse inaingia hivi.
Mbona mnafanya mademo ako na standards za ziko?
Ni kweli.
Ati yo mimi nataka wapi?
Hakuna dick inafanya hivi.
Exactly. If you can't provide, we will make.
It depends on the flexibility of the guy.
Yenye nafanya tu hivi ni Paul.
Umewin.
Oh wow.
Mpaka nimecheza hiyo ni ya news kwa kichwa.
Ile.
Hey.
Yeah,
We have to do questions that
Alafu, you know what?
tuendelee kwanza.
Chaxy.
Oh,
Oh, sorry.
Say something.
You know what white people call penises? Willies.
Willies. They're called Willies. Ni Willy Paul. They're called Willies. Are you serious?
Winners.
It's called winner. But pia you will listen to the way.
But for the agenda.
Lazima agenda
It's
isonge.
really sour.
So before we got rudely interrupted, I was just giving advice to all the young people who are watching. Free. It's because of the mistakes I've made. I want you to make
Please
better
ask
choices.
the guys who nyuma nyamaze, if you don't mind.
Tutawapiga.
Alafu atokee ni calligraph.
Yeah. Watu na bebele. Yeah, dope.
Sam, check, ambia wase wanyamaze man. Zimekuwa too much.
Yeah. So basically, I was just saying from the mistakes I've made as a man, as a father, as a human being, I just know that you would make better progress in life if you don't, 1, get a child when you're not ready. 2, be in the wrong relationship. 3, pursue the wrong career because of other people. You want to please other people. So uko in a wrong place, it's toxic, it's whatever, but umejikaza tu hapo unasema da. And 4, fear to experiment. We have people who inafanyangwa hivi, so mi sitaki kujaribu, even in the creative space or elsewhere. You don't want to experiment with your life. I always tell people myself, my life is experimenting and experimental. The things I've done until now, I've just experimented a bunch of things. And 1, 2, 3 have succeeded. Majority that people don't see have failed. And I keep experimenting. That's what today I'll do something, I'll create something, I'll do a show, I'll do whatever. People are like, "Ay, now be now where I'm experimenting." Because I want to try. Try. The only way you'll know it's not working is if you try. True. But if you don't try, utakuwa unasema, "Ay, guy, hiyo kitu tunge nini?" So experiment. Don't be afraid to experiment, but don't make silly mistakes that you can avoid as a young man. Especially for men, the world is not kind for you. Nobody really cares about you. Whether it's mental health, employment, whatever. As a man, you really have to struggle. You know, ladies sometimes, anaweza pata, mimi nimecheki kidem fulani mrembo nimemnoki, life yake inaweza change too evil. For men, it really happens. Show me one nigga who dem amechange life yake from 0 to. It really happens. Of which hata ukisema kama unaishi na
Utakupiga.
No, it didn't happen like that. But people assume, but it's fine. Wacha wajibambe. So, if a man has not built himself, nobody's coming to build you. most of the time it's you or you. So before you make those stupid mistakes of either substance abuse, careless sex, sexual behaviors, usipojirespect, by this starts with self-respect. There's a lot of things you'll do to entertain mediocrity, nonsense, whatever, kama ujirespect. And it will cost you so much. Even size you out, hey, shots to the head, leo shots. By the time you're 35 to 40, Kaliva katakwambia, my brother, come to let's talk. Nini.
Shots lakini lazima tukunywe. But moderation.
Everything true.
Unacheza madini.
Shot lazima tukunywe.
Hizi ni shots.
Unacheza.
Hizi kubwa ndio mzinga. Hii ni shots.
Ako nikakuota.
So,
Moderation.
drink whatever you can do, but with moderation. I'm not saying don't take alcohol. I'm not saying don't do whatever. Which bambe in life yako, after all, you make the decision.
True.
But just know there's a consequence. And if you don't do anything with moderation,
Facts.
yeah, nimemaliza tu hapo hiyo part. Hiyo ni a bit
Hiyo part
sad
of
kidogo.
advice.
Turudi kwa wenda wazimu. Yeah. Say something.
What is your advice to cocaine users?
Yo! Okay, Pablo, I don't know.
Moderation.
Man. Yeah.
Ama tupigie Joho.
Yeah. Oh.
So,
Anyway, when ni King Pinokuria mtapatana mbele.
Yeah. They know how they deal on those things.
Mtapatana mbele.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
okay.
Chaxy,
It's okay.
I'm your friend, lakini kama kuna kubet. Mimi najua mali pesa yangu inaenda.
anyway,
But you know also
I'm
that
drinking
theory.
pins sizo vananga nini.
Nakuwa nakwambia, you can do this, my career.
Nah.
But also, you know that story has never been authenticated, eh? It's normally that what people just say.
What story are you talking about?
Okay, cool. Yeah, then I think then we are aligned. But I'm just putting it out there. It's just what people say, and then people start believe. Do you know there's a time when there's another guy over there on these spaces? Wow, really?
You're actually not okay.
There's another guy who said I'm gay. So this story was peddled, and then some people started believing that shit. And I was looking at people, I'm like, bring your girlfriend. Bring your girlfriend to do research, to do groundwork. So there's a kupanga.
Like someone popular. Alianza tu kusema
It's
business
not popular. It's just some guy on digital. I don't want to mention their name because but nimsi anaongeanga tu negative juu ya watu without authentication. So alisema hivyo, then ikakuwa, then people started talking about it, and alisema about other people as well, other things. So I'm using this to reference on this point. And also it's been said about many other people on the space. Unasikia, huyu msee unajua nakwanga, and people are saying they don't even know you. But the more it is said, the more people believe it.
Yeah.
And then people always want to believe something.
Whatever, true.
You see,
True,
like now mine,
it's alleged. Like that's
when
what
people look
say,
at me where I am, watu wanaangalanga, watu walisema mimi ni Illuminati, wakasema mimi na cult. Wengine wakasema
I feel like
nafanya wash.
msaki kwambia wewe ni Illuminati, to me naona tu just a compliment.
Yeah, it's
like
okay,
you're doing
it's
so
okay.
well
Yeah,
in life.
yeah.
I believe like unaweza kwa tu ni
Yeah,
mtu
but
unawaka hard.
they're trying to water down
Yeah,
the effort you put in. So alisema mimi ni wash, wakasema mimi na hiyo cult. Kwanza hii ring.
Niliona unawako na wamama.
Ndio hiyo. So there's kwa na wamama. There's always a lot of things. Me sijui na sacrificing watu.
But hao mama mimi unaweza ni introduce.
No, hata mimi nawatafuta bro. Actually nilikuwa naenda kumaliza hii statement. Wacha tumalize alafu niseme wewe. So people when they see something they don't understand, they assume, then they want to mirror their insecurities on you.
Yeah.
They're like, "Ai, huyu msame ametoka kufanya hivi na hivi." I've seen the thing now happening with Bahati and Diana. I actually did a video about it today. Come in here.
Which thing?
The Brabus story. Guys are so focused on trying to prove it's not a real Brabus. Oh, imeenda garage imefanya nini? I'm like, does it matter?
Gari si lazima ende tu garage.
Gari zote.
Unaweza kuwa na gari ndani garage.
Anakaenda M-PESA.
Gari zote huenda garage. Mlikuwa unataka kiende wapi? Iende kwa hotel.
Masa nasema ende
M-PESA. Aya. Then it is a facelift of Brabus. So,
Yeah.
oh, amehaya. Si uhaya. Ukihaya gari si unalipanga. Ati yo, sijui anaishi wapi. Bro, that house is beautiful.
She's
I would live there like this.
anyway.
And they love it and it's for them. Why is it so much of your concern whether the car is legit, whether it's 45 million, whether it's 10 million? What does it matter? Because you bring yours to the table, then now let's. So I look at that and I'm like, so by the way, just to put it out there, or mama out there, I'm currently...
single.
No.
Umeacha juzi tu.
I'm searching.
Roho imepona hata.
Searching. No, hiyo si matter of roho.
Kwani roho ilikuwa involved?
Kutafuta mama is matter of. Yeah, the roho has nothing. It's matter of ina.
Yeah.
Yeah, for a mama you just need two things. Indeed. Yeah.
Na mara
And,
pili.
hey,
Around 2.
yeah, because you have to perform. You know, that is a gig. It's a job. Yeah, so for Wamama out there,
Just call it a gig.
Gig, eh?
It's a gig,
it's a
but
gig, bro. It's a gig. Okay, no, see what na mama.
You can
Ukikuwa
talk
na
to me.
mama. So, tuseme for example, today you find, let's say, a 50-year-old lady.
Oh, 50 si mbaya sana.
Yeah. Imagine 50. Okay. Tucheze na 60.
Hey.
Hapana.
Where 60s are fine.
Tucheze na 60 and
Eh,
then
60 manze usipochunga
amewachiwa ka empire kengine hapo.
Okay, now we are talking.
Miaka zimerudi 20.
Miaka zimerudi, yeah. 20 in my eyes.
Ama hata forget sorry ya empire. Why would you be with a 60-year-old woman?
Saizi.
You are this successful. You have all the money you have. You live in the life you have. All these shorties are there, all these fine, young, fine things. Looking nini. Why would you be with a 60-year-old woman? You?
I don't have Mimi, I don't have a reason.
Why would you?
Love.
Which you love.
For money.
Yeah, it's love for money. Why would I be with a 60-year-old woman?
Wewe.
One, she can't perform
But,
the way.
but me, I can give you reasons. You already have 4 kids, so I don't think you need any more kids.
So I'm with a 60-year-old woman.
I know
because I
that.
have kids.
I just don't know.
get women for
I just don't know whether
Why do
you,
women are kids?
I just
making
don't
machine?
know whether you know how to use condoms. Is what I'm saying. So a 60-year-old, I need to. A 60-year-old, you don't need to worry.
The menopause.
You know what I mean?
The menopause.
I know. So I don't understand.
Bruh.
Niko na come back.
Lakini
Una announce
Niko na
comeback.
come back. Just because some of y'all have flashed your kids in the toilet
Yeah.
does not mean y'all use condoms.
I can
Sasa mimi
guarantee you.
nimeingilia wapi?
I can guarantee you.
Sija mention mutu.
I can guarantee you.
Yeah.
Watoto wa flashing kwa toilet.
You would know. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I know.
Just because the women y'all have been having didn't see you as father figures. They were like, who you hell knows? Shiki mimba. Does not mean that y'all have been using condoms.
Kwani mwenye
Ama,
amebeba
wacha nimalize,
mimba.
wacha nimalize ya mwisho. Ya mwisho.
Sawa.
Just because y'all are firing blanks don't mean I got a problem. Maybe y'all are the problem. You need to get checked. If the bullets are loaded, you'll be firing cartridges. Na nimemaliza.
Sasa hiyo yote ni kusema tu juu uko na watoto 4.
Na points ameweka 4. Kila mtoto na wake. Wewe.
Kama na justification yake.
Yeah.
Wewe ni wa
I
kuflash.
love it.
Wewe ni wa
number.
kuleta zina the number. Wewe ni father figure. Hey.
Oh my God.
24 hours stream lazima turudi. Because no, Vina, you have to.
Obinna, there's a video that has just popped up today saying that you want to get a vasectomy.
That's the only way, bro.
Too late.
That's the only way.
But no. It's
Size
right on
ni
time.
sawa.
No, it's right on time because now where I am right now, mademoto ananiangalia anasema huyu nikipata tu mimba yake nimeshika.
Unadinyana tu sana. Wacha kusema madeni. Kwani? Kwani are they forcing?
Now, the thing is this. I'm 34 right now.
34.
And you want to get a vasectomy.
Listen, I'm on my prime. I got a few coins to throw around. So definitely I will be having sex. I'm not married. I'm not in a relationship. So definitely I will be having sex. Shit happens.
Did you
Kondiko inaweza raruka in the middle of the
okay.
match. Hapo unaweza matu
Squeeze
angalia.
ziraruki,
So,
sasa
pia
siasa
kuna kale
wewe.
kaufala pia unaweza cheki huo dem useme aka ka nini kama huyu akai ni kama ako.
mimi niko na swali moja tu.
Unacheki huyo akai kako na okay. Ndio huyo anakaa ako fit.
Sasa
Sasa pia unaweza msize hivyo pia na useme kufa gari kufa.
Ndio vile
And then yeye pia upate alikuwa na ovulate alafu usikata so the solution is
Kwani wewe ndio
acha mimi kuja kwa wafa.
so
unasema nini? Umeongea kijaluo.
Unafanya ngao unasikia tu nge.
mtoi.
So wacha mimi nije kwa war front bila bullets.
So sasa hizi unawapeleka wapi? Juu wapeleke home. Mimi nataka kujua.
Kwani my Airbnb nani ana support hiyo? Kwani zilitengenezewa mawe?
Huko Nairobi wana
I support SMEs.
Oh my God.
SMEs.
Yeah.
Ay.
Yeah, but I'm actually getting a vasectomy.
I'm thinking about it.
It's
on
a 6-minute
serious note.
procedure.
Nimeogopa tu that ukienda ina at least a 6-minute
Yeah, it's
procedure.
reversible.
Kwani
Na si
I
lazima-
had this
It's
reversible.
reversible, but
It's
it
not
depends.
reversible.
It is, but conditional.
Yeah.
It's reversible. It's based on time and also how your body reacts to it. Like it's reversible basically, but it's conditional. Wengine neza reverse katae, wengine na work.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it though because I'm like, what if I'm not gonna have any? The downside to it is I really love kids, and if I meet somebody special later in life.
How later? Because
I don't know,
you're already in the later.
It might be no.
already in the
For
later.
men, for men, no. For the man, I still have about maybe 10 years.
Okay.
Yeah, for the lady, kama amefika 34 kidogo tricky. Yeah, but mimi sasa ndo nimeanza kuingia sasa kwa system. Between 34 to around 45, for the man, I'm still okay.
Lakini 60 years achana na wao.
Yeah.
Too much.
So if I get someone and maybe they want to have a kid and we have this beautiful relationship with this beautiful somebody and they're like, oh, but now, I want one of my own. Because by the time we meet, my kids will have grown. Maybe when we move out or something has happened. And I'm like, this person wants a child. So what do I do? Because Pia, as a little man, I do believe.
Usiingize wajaluo kwa hii story.
Wajaluo waingie tu bwana.
Nataka waingie.
Wajaluo,
Nataka niulize swali. Are you a Luo man? Will you keep quiet? The Luo man is talking. So as a Luo man,
Okay.
I do believe when you were with somebody, only a child is gonna make the bond between you guys be more evident.
No.
Like if I'm with you and we don't have a child, it's like me and you will never really exist. Like me saying,
But that's the point.
1, 2, 3.
That's the whole point. If you were together, there's no child involved. If there's no ring, there's no nothing. We were definitely not together.
No. A ring can also be there, but when there's no child, kidogo.
No. Let's not bypass
Hizi relationship ni normal unatoka na zawadi.
Let's not bypass steps. We're not giving prizes for no effort.
Okay, who are you speaking for?
No, generally.
You're speaking for all the women.
Generally, yes.
Okay.
All the women in the room say aye.
Thank you.
However, so that is what I'm thinking. So I'm like, should I not? And then also pia unajua hapo kwa testicles inakuwa a bit sensitive. Ushagonga kwa hivi kidogo ukasikia. So I'm like, sasa imagine unaenda kuichinja. Then waingia hapo na then I'm like,
wait, that's how they do it.
Yes,
They
Such a small
They make a
snip.
small incision, about an inch.
It's such a small
and then they reach.
snip.
It's very...
Boom. It's not,
Chop, chop. Mbio, mbio.
umefanya. Chop, mbio.
I'm not medically proven. But I've done a few. Mina dingi zile za 6K nyuma ya chemist.
Yeah, umeenda huko bana kuchinja ba alafu you can't. Na imagine you are there alafu umefika kwa nini location.
no.
Samwas ndio ile niliona msana anasema venye vitu ni ngumu mpaka nataka kuapply tu kwa doctor. Sasa daktari ataanza uni. Itaanza to apply to the doctor nione tu. Niko like how bad can it be?
Madness.
You know as a man if you can't inakuwa noma. By the way kufanyikia.
Haijanifanikia but music story.
Hey, it happens sometimes. There's me a shorty I got She was grade A. 10 over 10 plus 10 minus nothing. Ushaona ule dem mwenye umekuwa unadai alafu cash for example sasa kupatia Beyonce. So umepata Beyonce ndio huyu. Bro, yani umetense mpaka mashini inakata kufanya. Bro, unaweza jimada.
Hiyo ni performance anxiety.
Ndio hiyo sasa bro. Huyo sora nikuzeni kwa roho akaniambia, "Are you okay?" Naambia, "Yes, I'm fine. Just give me 1 minute."
Pump inafanya.
Naambia, "Give me 1 minute." Sasa hiyo unajaribu kusummon all the nini zumei watch online.
Wapi?
Nini hizo?
So kimwambia give me 1 minute mkonde same room bado.
Mko hapo mshatoa makladi.
Yeah.
So basically you've done the whole thing, the making out, nini, everything ako sawa, dem ako ready, whatever. Lakini unajua unapiga makomando nini.
Nothing.
Alafu sasa unafika sasa ile time sorry anakuambia okay so
Abdalla amelala tu.
dem anashangaa Abdalla hata yuko. That guys ameretire.
Apply off your day.
Abdalla ko Limuru in July.
You're on your own. So you unajaribu kumuongelesha hapo things are bro. Not today man. Not today. Today of all the days maze huyu. Alafu sasa unapata huyu labda utakuwa naye tena maini.
Pep talk inakata.
Inakatanga hiyo story.
Yani ushajiambia kwa kichwa unanyimwa next time.
Yeah, of course. Now this story starts thinking, hey, something
Ni
is
mimi,
off with
is
this
it something with me?
No. Wanazanga zile, something is off with this guy. Because of course he am painting. No, kuna wale yenyewe akisema is it me?
Yeah, truly. No doubt.
Yeah, baby. It's you.
It's you.
But huyu is clearly not her. are you okay? I'm like, I'm fine, but just give me a few minutes. So kuzile dem anajaribu kwenda ku microphone checking 1 2 nothing.
Zote ni cables.
Yeah, just there. No, it's a very bad thing. So I think of vasectomy and I'm like, I go and then wafanye vasectomy and then wakuze cable mbaya. And then I'm like that for life.
Anaendea microphone na apata cable. Ni connect wapi?
Bad, man.
That is wild.
Bad. It's wild, man. Yeah, so it's a decision I'll make later after. I don't think I'll go, but but the downside is like kulea tu watoto, bro. I can't. Sina lea. I've even adopted a few others, so nalea tu watoto. Iko tu sawa.
Mimi afadhali tu ni practice pull out. Mliona video yake ana ile pull out.
Yeah. Practice pia sometimes doesn't work. Sinaona dem mkamba.
Si ndio nasema.
Anakupiganga lock. Unafikiri ndio kumove hivi ndani na kuvuta ndani alafu nakwambia usitoke.
Ndio maana siri ni kunaona.
Yani ushaona ile unanimba kama unaichwero. Unaichwero unataka anafanya ile.
Ngoja mmesikia Mwass. Ndio maana siri ni kunaona.
Anaenda kuweka miguu azishiki.
Wachana mademu wafupi wewe. Yeah, leave them short girls alone. Kama anakupiga tu lock kwa shingo. Bro, unajaribu kutoka hivi nothing.
Yeah, unless mna role play WrestleMania. Ama WrestleMania.
Police and robbers, because why we had locking each other?
No, but I think you pull out in our king tu kwa dem mwenye kidogo anaka vile anataka.
Sidhani.
Fine stories kidogo akishakupea pep talk. Brother unafikirianga tu hivyo unafikiria.
Kuna watu
Pep talk ni gani?
Pep talk ni zile za don't worry, I'll take care of myself. Yeah.
Me too. Unasema me too, alafu unatoka njano ya. Michael Jackson. Unamunua cara de apusta.
Unasema daddy the young. No.
Oh my God.
Alafu unajua only pull out only works if you're on top. Akiko on top.
Na kawe ni mse wao.
Acha tu nikwambie reality.
Unless ni kadem kadogo ndo unaweza karushanisha. Sasa imagine sasa.
Hata kama unaweza rusha, mimi maitra hiyo pull out kama wewe ndio uko chini, eti anakuride. I work. Hata jaribu ni work. Hata kama tosha. I work
Ina Nairobi.
Because unajua pia time na nini muscles inakuwa zina concentrate on one part. So hiyo nguvu kidogo. Jugu. Macho inaangalia huku. Hiyo time hata mkoa hizi grab mtu.
No, honestly. Human aside ulipata nini biology? Haujasema kitu. Ati muscles oponyo.
No, unajua venye nilipita biology, I used a well-labeled diagram. I have to explain.
Well-labeled diagram.
Yeah, unaichora tu sasa.
Next one alikuwa kando yako.
revision.
Unajua mse anasema the words we know, akienda kusema what they do anatumia actions. But you know like the muscles they.
No, but your action is a describe when you're landing in mass, how do you describe that action? When mwili sasa akili ya
I'm a virgin.
Inakuanga tu sekunde 6 tu. Sisi mbona inatusumbua?
Ni because inapita kwa epididymis.
Inakuanga epididymis.
That's reference.
That's the fun.
Umenipata. Unajua epididymis inatoka mpaka kwa gate. Na yote imekunjwa hapo kwa nini? So your distance hapo kitu mbio stima inakuanga kama lightning. So hapo ni
anasema hako ka kitu ni kama inakuanga moja.
That times in millions.
Let me tell you guys something interesting. When the first time I landed on Mars, unajua ile mnacheza kalongolongo. So nimecheza kalongolongo.
Kalongolongo.
Tell us more.
Nimecheza kalongolongo. And then you get excited so you don't know what has happened. So I felt that unajua nilifikiria nimepata ukedi. It was young because my first sexual experience was my first baby mama. But before that, wacheza kalongolongo ile mnacheza na msee cha baba unajua msee unafanya hivi.
Mkiwa watoto mlikuwa mnacheza mpaka unajaculate.
No, asikuwa mto. I was a teenager.
Teenager unacheza
Kalongo.
Hawana pesa ya kubuy ball.
My point. Hapo kwa vile mlikuwa unacheza game gani?
A 6-year-old mwenye unajaculate.
Six. I was a teenager. And I remember we were playing some games So ile umejifanya kwa msee ni changuo, unafanya changuo nini? Nikasikia nikasema nikamuka pole nikatoka nikaenda kwa hao, nikafungua nikapata some things. I was like, "Oh man,
This is your first ejaculation."
Ukedi. No, at least one ejaculation. Mimi sema Ukedi man. So I
So this is the first time you experience your shit.
Yes, but I didn't know. So me I knew later.
Amko amefika hiyo part science. Shule.
Na huko sasa shule za huko shule.
Acha masomo na kwanga slow kidogo. FYI.
Wow.
Sinukwali tu.
Syllabus the same.
Syllabus ni highway.
I think the only thing we were taught sana about, we were never taught about coming in primary. As we were taught about STIs, like I remember I shown the video for STIs ile atuju. That thing traumatized me. Nisamanga sote madem. That's why I nilikuwa nafanyia changu. Then later in life when I was 20, when I met my baby mama, that's when I was having the first experience. Mimi nilikuwa nimegopanga madem.
So your first sexual experience mtoto?
Yes, in my first month. See, like the first time. See, now the first shorty that I was... So she taught me basically everything I knew. Then alikuwa mkao, so she was a good teacher.
Damn.
Yeah, so I had a very good teacher. Then later in life, tukiwa na ndio sasa my son came. But that was my first.
Her name is Professor who?
Let's just call her Professor Mo. Because she had Mo moves. Not marbles. Yeah, man.
Oh, that's it.
Shetani.
Kwani bado ndio story gani?
Let's
Story mbaya.
Let's do the questions.
Ngoja before questions, mko mnitia tufanye?
Oh,
Questions.
Oh, you know mko mnitia.
Yes.
So you question mko nayo.
okay, unakumbuka the last time ulikuja tulifika 3 hours hatujaongea anything
At
Tunapanga
all.
hivyo.
I know.
Hii tulikuwa tuna set the stage.
1.5 hours. Then the problem was because when the first time you came, we asked checkmates online to ask you questions.
Send questions, yeah.
So by the time you're done with 3 hours and you needed to leave, we didn't ask not even one.
Hour.
So
Bring them
tukasema,
questions.
so I picked a few. Hii ya kwanza ni venye I feel like tumecover but acha tu nikuulize. Mark Bruce 8715. I'm a victim of childhood trauma caused by both my late dad and the extended family. How does he deal with his past childhood traumas, especially the fact that his dad played a big role in it? Your dad played a big role.
Yeah. Me and my dad, we were not nini.
You're not?
No, kama hujapitia inakuanga hivyo. In
It's been a check out of experience.
When someone has not gone through something, ama when they've gone through it, they can laugh for different things. People love to cover what they've gone through. Ama wengine wanacheka because they don't know.
Yeah.
Ni kama sahii msee akisema amepigwa na dem yake. Mimi kama niseme mazee dem yangu amenipiga nikama online. Msee unapigwaje na dem nini? Because hajamhapenia. Ama ana information that dem, of course dem hawezi nipiga. Naweza mpiga black and blue. But ikimpiga the consequences are dire than yake nipiga. So na come out because I'm looking for help. But anacheka mi dem hawezi nipiga. Yes bro, anaweza kupiga vibaya sana and there's nothing you will do about it. Because the minute you raise that finger like this, your life is gone. Everything you've built, you've achieved is gone. What dem anaenda na black hivi kwa police station. Hey, kama polisi wanakam 17 na Land Cruiser 3. Lakini wewe nenda na macho zote zimengolewa. Fika police station wanakwambia sasa wewe kijana unapigwa aje bwana wewe bwana rudi nyumbani bwana mambo itapoa. Tengeneza mambo na mama. Unajua wewe ni kama so it happens like that.
Umesema yake anda kama ruga.
Anyway,
I have stopped.
it. So basically, how you feel? Wachana nayo. Let it go. Okay. Breathe it out.
Kula ndizi.
Yeah, kula something.
Kunywa maji.
Ama tupe maua.
Maua.
Yeah. So the way you deal with the childhood trauma, different people deal with it differently. Myself, I decided first I shoved it down in a very dark space. Then I ignored it for a while. So me and my dad, we didn't speak for a while. And then later I started lashing out. And I started doing a lot of wrong things. And I didn't know because I was like, this guy, da-da-da-da. Then I forgave him again. I went building my house, da-da-da-da-da, got in my car, nini. And then some things happened again. Then tena nikarudi kwa ile space, then I can block everywhere. I was like, this nigga never loved me, never whatever. Because if I remember everything that happened, even the physical abuse, I'm just like, this was something. It's like he had nini towards me because tungekosa na bro wangu mbigi ningepiga kuliko bro wangu mbigi na yeye ni bro wangu mbigi. I'm like yeah, na sometimes sana makosa ilikuwa ni yangu. Me, I was beaten up many times and I was innocent because mimi nilipatikana kwa makosa before. So kama pate makosa unatwangwa, then sasa nikishapigwa sasa utasema ni Chaxy. I'll just keep quiet. Then now and I was the brightest actually in the family. I was always number 1, number 2, number 1, number 2. It was so bad when I got to Form 1 first time I was number 98. Nani definition
98 out of 100.
No, we were 105.
Hey, big difference.
What about 98?
What a difference.
But 100 105.
Now sita wako shule.
No, walikuwa but hawakufanya exam. Yeah. So when that happened and nobody would figure out what's happening, but mimi nikirudio tena ni viboko tu tena. Wewe umekuwa namba gani unapigwa tu tena. So it got so bad. The way I came to Nairobi is my dad he told me he was coming to kill me.
Huh?
Yeah, I remember the conversation that day.
Amekuona in advance.
Yeah, no, they came wakapana nimefanya kitu. So what happened was me and my dad were not in good spirits, so babangu akasema nisipatiwe food. Unaona? So mamangu alikuwa ananificha food sometimes. Then kuna time nika discover tuko na mahindi. Unaona zile mahindi nilikuwa na dondoa tunaweka kwa nini nikagundua ziko kwa drum hapo kwa hao for us to eat. But nikaangalia nikasema this nigga has been doing this, let me sell this maize. I sold food. So my mom comes from church on Sunday. I was not going because already me I'm the reject. So na pia dada atakuwa huko, so sitaki tukutane. He used to come on weekends. Weekdays kwa Kisumu anafanya shughuli zake ni anakam. So mom kukam, so alikutana church akamwambia mama enda home chukua mahindi siaga and then mutafute sukuma whatever. So mom kufika kufungua drum, hizi madrum ndogo anapata kuna mahindi. So mama akampigia mama, mahindi nini wapi huyo mtoto? Nikimpata hapo leo nini. But personally I was lashing out because of the one for this guy sasa
Alikuwa anasema yani usipatiwe food.
Yeah.
Shaka Hall vibes.
Yeah, it was bad. Yeah, I'm even trying to edit out some other parts. So when dad said that akinipata hapa no itakuwa noma, I decided to leave. That time nimesikia train. There's a train that passes near our home in Nairobi. So I had sold a phone. I had a Vodafone that nilibuy. Kuna schoolmate wangu aliniuzia na ikuwa na password. Zile za Safaricom, zile zilikuwa ngatika 1000. Nilizia kitu ka 700. So I'd sold it to someone when I'd guessed the password. Guess, nikapatanga one time. So I sold it, that money nilikuwa nimepepa mama niweke. Nikamwambia, give me the money, I'm going Nairobi. Unaenda Nairobi na ujui mtu Nairobi. Nikamwambia, give me the money, man. Dada akinipata hapa ataniua. Amenitafuta sana dada. My mom gave me the money, cried. I took my school books, nilikuwa na kabag nimehanga pale, nilikuwa na school books. Nikakimia mpaka
This is high school?
Yeah. Nikakimia mpaka Lela, it was a market. Sasa nikapata train shapita. Mbio mpaka Kisumu. Nikafika Kisumu kitu 5 hivi. Mimi nimekimbia nimelipa nimeingia kwa train. Kumbe train natoka 10 PM. Train kwa imejaa. Mimi I stood all the way from Kisumu to here on a train. But nilikuwa na come because I was kicked away from dad alisema nikimpata hapo. So either he leaves or I come and deal with him. That's how I came to. So with this one and many other things that happened in my childhood, then even when I'm already grown up, even when I'm already taking care of my parents through me and my dad, I had so much pain and I was lost for a long while. I think I'm still lost, but different people deal with theirs differently. Mine, I shoved it somewhere. Then later I made peace and I just forgave him. You know, sometimes you forgive people who are not even remorseful. So I forgave him and we talk occasionally, but we don't talk like we used to talk. Because later, I figured out later that in life, I was really trying to please him. I was performing well in school. I was going to Kingdom Hall. I was preaching. I was trying to be that guy because he kept on telling me, why can't you be like your big brother?
You wanted his approval as your dad.
Yeah, I wanted his approval. And I wanted to make him happy. My whole childhood, I remember only 2 occasions where me and my dad were happy. One, we were at somewhere in Kisumu called Kimwa Grand Hotel. We had gone to see some acts. Akina Likobe, akina Mwala alikuwa. So alikuwa nywe kobo nini. My dad was laughing. He was so happy. Alikuwa kibonge hivi. So alikuwa anacheka. I always remember the way he was bouncing on the chair laughing. Then some guy came dancing. Alikuwa amevaa maandao ya 17. Anatoa anarusha babangu anacheka. Then he was drinking pills now. He also had pills now. That's the happiest moment I remember because we were all happy, me, my bro and my sis. And babangu akambia bro wangu, unataka kuonja? Akasema akaonja. Mimi nikaonja nikasikia ni moto hapa nikasema so bro wangu akaonja. Then babangu amezuba bro wangu akaonja tena akaonja. So tukienda home na boda bro wangu alikuwa amewaka ameka kitambo ilikuwa zile boda za baiskeli kwa ni Kisumu. I remember living in Manyata. So anaenda hivyo amelewa. So I remember that was happy. Then there's another time when we were running. tuliambia baba yetu tunaweza mshinda kukimbia. Akasema mko sure, akatupanga. So sister yetu mbele, then mimi, then my bro. Akatushinda wote. Hey, dad anaweza kimbia. You know when you're young, you don't understand. A grown up definitely.
It's faster than
faster, energetic, bigger strides, everything. So we spoke
Walo
for like
pacha
a
head start na kwa pita.
Akatupita si wote. So my whole childhood, nakumbuka tu hizi 2 occasions where we're just happy. The rest ilikuwa either we're reading the Bible, nasomewa, napigwa. It was so bad with my dad that when we would talk with my dad like this, nione kichwa babangu imekuwa ndogo, akasonga mbali, I know a slap is coming.
Oh, because of the...
Tulikuwa na katu hivi, ananigomanisha kitu, naona tu kichwa yake inakuwa ndogo, anasonga mbali, nasikia tu pap.
Damn.
Automatic. Nilikuwa naona tu kichwa yake inakuwa ndogo, inasonga mbali.
Kichwa yake inakuwa ndogo.
Yeah, it's like an illusion. Yeah. And my system knew. Alikuwa tu anaongeleshanga tu hivi, anaongelesha inafika tu place unaona tu sharp, then inasonga mbali hivi. The next thing
you know what's coming.
Then nasikia beat. Then you realize ni slap. So ilifika point nilikuwa nikaona kichwa yangu ndogo inasonga mbali, amuka jipesi songa hano kidogo. Alafu anambia unaenda wapi? Unaenda wapi? Kuja hapa. It was bad. Yeah, so I'm still dealing with it, and that is part of the trauma I have as a person, and relationship trauma, baby mama trauma. There's so many traumas, and then also society trauma, and then also now boy-child trauma, where now everybody expects you to be correct in everything you do. You can't make mistakes. And I'm like, I'm a human being. I've never lived before. I mess up, I learn, I improve. Now people want you to live a certain way. Then that one and many other things. So I have a lot of trauma that I'm trying to deal with. And the other day, I realized my kids also have a lot of trauma. So 2 days ago, we shared a video on their channel.
Yeah, I saw
They've told me no more relationship. They've told me, ukitafuta mutu saizi, akae kwao, asikuje hapa. Because of the relationship I've been in, and they've seen the abuse that has been coming from the parties involved. And all the time, you know, kids see and they know who the problem is. Yeah. So they're like, hey, dad, Ata Lola told me, dad, mimi nimechoka na hizi stories zako. And Lola is just 7. Na mimi sahi usikuje kuniambia da.
Lola is
when a child tells you that one, you're just like, they've seen me get into situations and get partners who are not morally upright. Some are abusive, some are substance addicts and whatever. And the kids would see. And they just can't figure out, why does dad keep getting himself in this mess? Then also I realized something. Normally, if you are used to being in a certain way, you get people a certain way. Ushaona wale mademo anakwambia, mimi machali napatanga watu wananipiganga tu. And you ask him, huh? Demina anambia, no, mimi zepa namse. So the same thing has happened with me. Like, I think 90% of the partners I've been with, there's been a situation.
Yeah.
Either huyu ni abusive verbally, mwingine physically, mwingine ako kwa substance, huyu ni mlevi, huyu ni kichwa ngumu. So there's always something. And I think the problem is me, because I keep attracting that type of people. So now that has changed the way I'm operating right now. Right now, I meet someone like this, I just see a small situation. Bro, me, I'm out. Ati umeraise tu voice kidogo, ama nini. So that's why I did a list. I did a list about a month ago, like about the wife material that I'm looking for.
You were serious about that list? I saw it.
But it was a very simple list. I just said, mtu ajeshimu, akuwe mcha Mungu, apende watoto, asikuwe mlevi na asivute bangi. Then you have nyash. I'm like, yo, it's what I've been through, because I'm like, the minute she drinks and takes, personally, I don't take alcohol, but I don't mind if you do it. But right now there's a problem. Because you'll do it, yes, and I'll be like, okay, just don't drink and drive, but you'll still drink and drive. And I'm like, okay, so let's say you drink and drive, and then upata accident uvunjike mguu.
What happened?
So will I stay with you in that relationship, and it's a decision you made? Ama nikwe strong na wewe, and it's something that, what happens? And then, so you drink.
Change two styles.
Yeah, ama you drink and then unakuja mbele watoto na umelewa.
Yeah.
So what am I trying to teach the kids and other stuff like that? So it's a fine line. So I'm struggling between a lot of many things. So it's a concussion. So that part for trauma, get professional help.
Are you getting professional help?
I haven't because I tried to get one, and the questions nilikuwa naulizwa ni vitu nimejua. I know where the problem is. I know I'm part of the problem, and I know main problem is my upbringing.
So you are aware of... You're
Yes.
aware of your shortcomings and the source.
I know.
But now, do you know how to maybe handle them and maneuver?
Now, that is the only part that I need help with.
Okay.
And I'm working on it. Also, I'm trying to get a therapist for the kids. So they understand that whatever has happened between me and either their mothers is not their problem. Because I've noticed sometimes they blame themselves. They think... and then sometimes some of the kids, their other parents... offload negativity to them. So I'm constantly their therapist. You see, you've ever seen a point where if a child speaks with the other person, then when they finish the call, the child starts crying.
Yeah.
Then now me on this other end,
Have
I'm
to
like,
fix.
okay, so what has happened?
I'll
No,
have to handle.
Nini. So I'm looking for whatever. And then I can't call the other person and go like, yo,
Why did you
Why?
say
Brother?
this?
Yeah, like keep the kid out of it.
keep the kid out of it and then let's try and fly above our toy.
madness.
Don't show
Truly.
them what is happening. And then now, if I reach out and say that, now I'm the bad person because now we're kwenda huko nini. Then now we're back to
Square
the
one.
nonsense. It got to a point where nowadays I try to ignore.
Yeah.
Even with baby mama drama, I don't engage.
Yeah.
I engaged a couple of times na niliokotwa sana online, then I learned the best way to deal with a baby mama, bro. We nyamaza. Utatukana, utaitwa deadbeat, utafanya nini, but provided you're doing what's right by your child, by yourself and by God,
That's
it's
it.
not gonna be easy. Baby mama, baby daddy drama is normally very chaotic because egos are involved. Una provide, unaambiwa doi jatosha, sangine unatukanwa, sangine unatumia pesa hata is not appreciated, sangine unatuma doi au uruhusiwi kuona mtoi. Mimi nilifika point mpaka niko zile za ukijisikia kuleta mtoi,
Do it.
you know where I stay. Ukisikia pia utaki kumleta. But before ilikuwa mimi nilikuwa nakujia mtoi, ni tani yangu na kamkwako na kamna war.
Then inakuwa
Na nikifika tena ni vita. Umekuja kufanya nini? Nene. Nataka mtoto. Nini mtoto? It was a lot of but I didn't know better. Mi nimeiba watoi shule, nimeiba watoi kwa mama zao, nimefanya nini. It's been a bit chaotic because I'm like, I want to see the toy. Then now when the child sees that, automatically that aggression, it doesn't sit well with them. Yes. So if you can point, unakaa tu kama duanzi. So ukikuwa na baby mama, uambiwe ma ABCD mbele ya mtoi, bro nyamaza tu. Of course mtoi ataona nini, unasukuma, unafanya whatever. Zamani nyamaza because ukiamuka pia sasa mtoi. And me I'm telling my son, never lay a hand on a woman. Don't engage with women, whatever. Then naanza kupiga mama mbele ya mtoi. So you keep quiet, you take your L. Mimi nilikuwa nafungiwa mpaka mlango, bro. Mlango imefungwa, amesimama hapo. Unatukana na umekaa hapo na kuna place unaenda. Watoi wako hapo. What do you do as a man? Utaruka kwa balcony?
No, you just take it.
You just take it there because the kids always fukuza watoi. People wafukuza with curiosity. So meka because mlango imefungwa na amesimama hapo. Ukienda kumshika umsongeze now hapo
Another
ndio.
thing.
So you just keep quiet. Utaambiwa vitu zote, waambiwe you're not man enough, waambie kama wewe ni mwanaume fanya. Unaweza kujua mpaka mwambie fanya kitu utafanya. Keep quiet. You take your L nini by the time ata cool off at some point. Chomoka, rudi after 2 days. Ukirudi after 2 days tena umetoka wapi? Umetoka kama malaya. Yani it's constant. It goes on and on and on. The best solution na kwangu separate. And most people do a mistake that I did. You'll stay for the kids for a while. Bro, kids will grow. Leave earlier for your mental health, for the
And
child.
for the kids
Even
as
the
well.
sooner you leave, is good for the child. The child might miss you kidogo, but watoto wanakuanga na
They
way
make
fulani.
peace with things.
Yeah, watazoea kidogo. Just don't fight, but toka mapema. Atili unasema, wacha tu mimi nikae juu ya mtoto. And this applies even to the women. Leave. Don't stay because of the child ama whatever. Toka tu. It's better to figure it out somewhere. Because if you don't leave, you'll have trauma. The child will have trauma, and it takes a lot of time. And it's tiring, it's time consuming, it's energy draining. Unashinga tu umejam, uko na stress, unakaa tu chini hivi unasema yani mazee nalipa ABCD na bado naambiwa hivi and then it's never enough. Especially if you get the bad ones, bro, whatever support you do is never enough. And if you get the good ones, people will barely do something. Baby mama call, he's trying, he's doing whatever, because you also have good ones. True. Same as baby daddies, you have good ones, you have bad ones. If you get good ones, if you get bad ones, bro, ndokea mapema. So it's a lot of that's what I was telling you guys before uzae, kuwa ready financially and mentally. Because kama ni dem na mwanaume andoke, you can take care of your child. True. Mentally and financially. Na kama ni mwanaume na baby mama drama ikuje, you can still pay for the upkeep of the child and also you can take care of yourself. True. Because most wanaume akishapeana ball wanatoka wanasema, mimi sikuwa ready mazemi hata sina doni nini, but kwani una survive aje? But you know there's a child already involved. Yeah. So whether you stay, whether you leave, there's a child here who is innocent. Yeye kwa na any mkisikia utamu ya kukua. But unaona you are not ready to be a father, so unaondokea unachude maana ataseka na problem yako. But if you're ready financially, because baby mamas, if you want peace, two things. You either pay them or sleep with them. If you're sleeping with her, she still has hope that mtarudiana. If you're paying her, when the business kwake, nobody wants to mess the clients who are bringing the money. So atakuwa behaved kidogo. So inakuanga even, unless you find the most sane ones when you're them, they're not busy with your money. But at some point, they want to drain your money. So unapata hata umpeleka mtoi shule, mtoi ametolewa ampeleka shule ingine. There's a celebrity friend of mine mwenye is a very big superstar. Alifanywa na baby mama. Anapeleka mtoto shule, analipa fee, akimaliza tu kulipa, next week mama mpeleka mtoto shule nyingine na anamtumia fee, anambia nimepeleka mtoto huku lipa. Akosema but si nilikuwa nimelipa, lipa ama ni kuanike. Utaki kulipa nini. So those constant nonsense things, vitu kama the baby is always sick. Unatumanga tu do na ukichukua insurance ana jam. Unachukua insurance nini, ukimpa insurance pia anaenda kutinayo kazini yake ama whatever. Like there's always like a issue somewhere. The child is always told negative things about you. Babako amekutupa, babako ni mjinga, babako ni malaya, babako. So there's women who are like that. But there's also the other side. There's also ones who are also good. And also men are the same. And there's also women that you'll send all the money na takuwa zile, where's your mtoto? And you send the money. You see their child on their terms. Like me, there's a time I was seeing my kids on the terms of the mother. I think even until now, and I don't care right now. Ukijisikia walete, ukijisikia nayo. So sometimes you'll see me with the kids, sometimes you'll not see me with all of them together. I'm not gonna engage. Ati nikuwa ati nasema ati anakuliza watoi wako. Watoi sahi wako grown up. They know when they want to see their father, they'll reach out. They'll tell you, hey, Rada. And if they tell me, hey, Dad, tuma Uncle Mosha kama to pick, kama what, I'll go pick them, mama na tuma Uncle Mosha. Then also you put a buffer. By the way, for the ones who are baby mama drama, put a buffer. Someone who talks to baby mama on your behalf. And someone who talks to them so they don't reach you. Block her everywhere. Wacha aonge na mtu huyo mtu akwambie. Then huyo buffer ajue your pain threshold. Kuna mtu akiambiwanga tu kitu hivi, umeokota. Mnatukanana na baby mama. It's unnecessary. Weka mtu. Let them talk through Chaxy. Chaxy atakuwa ananiambia. Then Chaxy akisema vitu jinga akinitukana usiniambie. Wewe niambie tu amesema. School fees inafaa ilipwe. Nini. The rest, like me, Omosh knows. Omosh is my buffer. I don't know a lot of things that happen. Omosh deals with everything. Oh, Liron needs to go see the mom in Tanzania. I'm like, okay. So what do we do? Okay, we're gonna go. Who's gonna pick him from the border? Or who's gonna take to the border? Nini. Facilitate. When is he coming back? Nini. Then they have phones. Talk to them directly. But ati nikiona TV text, hey, block. I don't want to engage. Because the minute you engage like this, something always happens. You'll always disagree because egos are involved. Then you want them to understand you and they want you to understand them. And especially if the relationship was a bit toxic, what wanajaribu to prove a point. And the only way, now I'm talking from the baby daddy side, the only way a baby mama will be happy is if you fail. Sema ona, si unaona? Alienda kafanya nini? Maisha yamemtandika. Si unaona siku hizi yako huko na mamba. Then they leave you peacefully. But if you succeed, wanataka kutandika hapo, they want to be part of, they don't understand why they are not up there with you. Because when nikupata kama umeparara sasa umeomoka huko sasa unajiona so they want to be up there with you. So if they can't be up there with you, they try to tear it down. So that's the way I've seen from my end and the other male friends that I talk to. A lot of men reach out to me about these issues and we try and talk to them. We're trying to find a peaceful, amicable solution for the child. And most of the time, either baby daddies or baby mamas, they never understand. It's about the child. Most baby mamas, baby daddies, it's never even about the child. Mi sijiski, uone mtoto hii weekend, but mtoto anasemaje? Mtoto anasemaje? Mtoto anataka kuniona hii weekend. No, mtoto, mimi nimeamua. Mimi nimeamua mtoto aende kwa shule nyingine. Mimi nimeamua tunafanya birthday ya mtoto na invite marafiki na budget ni 200,000. So, unaleta dongapi? I'm like, so you just buy a cake. Marafiki zangu wamefanya mimi lazima nifanye nini. Alafu sasa inakuwa tu chaotic, inakuwa tu nuisance because yanataka kufanya birthday ya 200,000 and they want you to fund it. Ama mpeleka mtoto group of schools. Wewe uko na pesa yako kashule kengine. Anasema pana lazima tulipe. Tuna kama uwezi lipa uniambie. Kama uwezi lipa uniambie pia. Because pia mimi sikulazimishi. Mimi nikwambia unipatie mimba. So inakuanga a lot of those issues. Yeah. And then now you find let me speak for the boy child. You find boy child is trying. But pia hawezi ambia baby mama uko pabaya. Because umwambia uko pabaya atakuchekelea. So unajikaza mazemsi yako kwa madebts na nini because you're trying to please baby mama because shule umpeleka mtoto ni hiyo high standard whatever
asione tuko pabaya pia aone uko tu sawa.
Exactly. So msi yako na hii pressure yote because anajaribu kuficha white. So it's normally very toxic. So I always tell people try not to engage for the sake of the child. Try find peaceful solutions for the sake of the child. Ama weka buffer katikati. That's the best way. But if you are a man na umepeana ball, bro, take care of your shit, man. Huyo mtoi is very innocent. I know, yes, you are not ready. I know you didn't plan. But you had the sex. You had the unprotected sex. So there are consequences. So just stay. Ndio alikudanganya ako safe. Ndio alifanya nini. Ndio alikwambia ako allergic to latex. Whatever it is. That is secondary.
You rise up to the occasion now.
Yes.
The baby is here.
Mtoi ashakam. Tufanyaje bro? We changamka tunaye. Ulisha blanda. Now umejua vizuri. Now do better. let's work even extra hard so you can take care of the child. Now it has nothing to do with the woman. Umeshajua ameblanda, so usikulane naye tena. Umejua alikubetray ni sawa. Basi sasa, let's deal with this. The child is here. So forget. Most men are saying, unajua mimi ni... No. Secondary. The child is here now. Maziwa amemwagika. So what do we do? Do you buy another packet? Ama do we tukunye strong tea? Nini? Wacha tuanze kuargue na, maziwa niliacha, wewe umeigonga, wewe umefanya. Secondary. Yeah, then that will be the best way. And then when you fight the baby mama, don't let the kids see. Stop fighting the baby mama in front of your kids. You're traumatizing them. And if your baby mama is a violent one, avoid being around her when she's on those vibes. Ukiona tu imeanza hivi toka mbio, bro, run. Run, my brother, run. It will save your life. And never lay your hand on a woman. It will fuck up your life forever. Walk, you have better chances running, moving. 19-year-old umesikia? Toka nduki. Ati amecheat, sijui nini unampiga bari.
Achana nayo.
Bro, mwili ni yake. Natu kumpiga bari, si alitaka kupeana. Achana nayo. Yeah, avoid violence of any form. It will never help you. It has switch. Bro, kuna watu wengi sana wakapa kwa jela wamekelewa rape cases zenye hata si zao. Because ulimpiga hivi bare na akaamka hivi na mabeshte yake akamwambia enda police station na kana akasema msame ni rape. Na yenyewe mlikuwa mmekulana ndio but ilikuwa consensual before violence something ika happen ama whatever ama hata labda mko mmekulana. Bro, your life will never be the same. Unakatu hivi, you'll just be a bitter human being because of the mistakes you made. So don't. Violence is never the answer. I know it's a bit long, but Pauline.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
actually-
Yeah. But these are real issues.
It's real.
Man.
Yeah.
And also even healing. I don't think healing ends because
doesn't.
your life,
Yeah.
as long as your life continues, healing will always continue.
True.
But that's a lot, bro. You know. And these are real issues. Like people go through a lot of these things.
They do.
What was Semangi to? Not everyone has the courage to come sit on a
speak.
platform. This public
Kwanza men.
and on up, especially men.
I
Yeah.
have a lot of men. I'm being bro, come talk about it. The show I'm doing now is called Men Problems. I've shot, I think, 4 episodes. I've not started
But
airing
you're
yet.
not airing.
No, I always air when I already have a season.
Okay.
So even
Usikue na
you look
pressure
for-
ya kunini.
exactly.
So you keep shooting as you're
You
dropping
keep
pole
shooting.
pole.
Men wananiambia bro, ningebonga lakini iza. Kuna mwingine alinitumia video demu yake amejikatakata. Alafu alikuwa amesemaje? Let me just check if bado iko hapa. Sahi. So demu anajikatakata then anasema atakuwekelea ngori and then wewe ndio sasa utakuwa nayo noma. But nilimwambia come talk about it, akasema atakam kwa interview, akukam last minute. Mwingine demu yake pia same to you, so mimi ndajiua then wewe utakuwa na noma. Mimi ndajiua then wewe utakuwa na noma, wewe utablemiwa nini hapo. Let me see if it's still here. Ndio hiyo. Yani kusomee 15th January. This is me now and mine. It's not a marriage. Unakumbuka dem nilikuja naye Monday? Alipitianga huko samaki. We have been dating kitu kama 6 months sahi. So alipata nikiflirt na mademu wengine kwa simu yangu, akajama akaanza kulia. Vile nilifika home since we are somewhere out, manze alichukua wembe akajikatakata mkono. I'll send you video, ametumia video. Nilikuwa napigiwa simu siku akiwa hosi nilipe bill akiwa ashashonwa. Of which I paid in the morning. Akapona. Now another incident while we were in my house, akaona naongea na her female best friend. Kilio tena, she started crying, trying to harm herself. Anataka kujirusha kwa dirisha na mzuia. Anachukua kisu, anataka kujikatakata nikaichukua. Akavunja glass, anataka kujikata nikamzuia. Bro, imekuwa noma. Basically she's suicidal. Kama unaweza muongelesha ajipende tu kwanza before because what's that? Nikamwambia, can you shoot this convo? I'm shooting it kesho. Akaniambia sawa, acha let me talk to her. Tutamwambia what convo is about. Then akantumia hizo video. Ndio hii OC, hiyo story ya OC.
Oh my gosh.
Can I? That is God.
Yeah, that's blood over there. Then baadaye kama shashonwa.
But those are huge cuts.
That is
Yeah.
crazy.
Like it's like proper huge cuts.
This is just one of them, and I have many, of which you find situations happen because most men will always cheat. So when the men cheat and they're in a relationship, the woman chooses to stay, and then now they want to
resent
harm
them
themselves,
forever, yeah.
and then they're saying, "I'll harm myself," and then you'll be blamed. So wanajaribu kujiua, wanajaribu kujidunga na kisu, wanataka kufanya nini? Wengine nao wanalitanga violence kwako. It happens the same way and many other situations. But the man, he can't leave because udema ko suicidal. then you can't talk about it. So most men wako kwa hiyo situation. And then so dem anakaa, and then alafu anashika mimba. So bro, you're stuck with this woman, she's suicidal, she's violent, you are a shawo, now a child is involved. Now what happens? So we have so many men who are going through similar situations, and it's even bad. Then huwezi toka. Especially if you guys now cohabit. Mko pamoja dem alikama, unajua haizi rudi kwao, mko mahali Ruiru, mko mahali Mirema, whatever, mko aka single room, you're trying to make things work, but she's like this. Bro, so kila siku ni kumbembeleza tu nini. Blanda kidogo. Hata sometimes, you're not even cheating, but because you did before, so anajua inaenda kuhappen tena, umeongea na dem hivi noma. Ama sometimes umecheat, then amekama amefind out, ameshika simu yako kome lala, amepata nini, imefanyika the same thing. So inakuanga a lot of situations, and men can't talk about it. Wamenyamaza tu because akiongea aseme either utamesu dem, utafanya nini. Mwingine alinitumia video pia, dem yake akimfanyia video akisema nitajiua na wewe ndo utashikwa da. Then I posted it. Akanicall mimi akamwambia bro toa hiyo video maze, tulishasameana maze, sasa iko poa nini. Nikamwambia bro, if you're still in that relationship, it's gonna happen again. But anambia no, sasa ametulia nini bro, give it time, it will happen again. Then utakumbuka. So a lot of men are not talking, and they deal with their things differently. And the advantage for ladies, they talk to each other. Wanakutana, aki Obinna amefanya gai, aki huyo Obinna takuwa.
Tunakutana, hata tungoji kukutana.
Kwa simu
Vita isa hiyo.
Sasa inakuanga hivyo kwa
women
simu.
are way better with
discussing
issues. Yeah.
They have ways of solving the issues and finding solutions. And I always tell women, try and talk to your men friends, your brothers, your cousins, your fathers, your uncles. They're dealing with a lot.
True.
And when that happens, you'll find you are the only solution because you guys have figured out how to sort. Atalia, watakunywa kawaini, watakukas nini, watachukua ende girls night out, wafanye nini. My boys, you never talk.
True.
We come here talk about a problem. Tuongejwa ball, tuongejwa mademu wengine, tuongejwa nini, alafu tuchekiane, we'll have drinks nini, then we go.
Yeah.
Then men also, we have this mask we've put on, we're always okay. Nikutana Chaxy wapi, niaje bro, my G, uko aje? Niko fiti. Msaja kula 1 week. Msa amefungia nyumba, msa amepigwa, msa ako na gonorrhea, ajui aende wapi, aeze na OC. But uko fiti, mimi niko fiti maze. Lakini nikishafunga anafunga mlango kwa nyumba maze, analia na kachi na maze nafanya nini, unasikia msa ameji off. Globally, World Health Organization statistics, 75% of suicides male. Then why do we have a lot of men on substance abuse? They're looking for an alternative. They want to numb themselves. Shida iko kwa family because they have put up this standard, haujaiomoka. Ushago mother na mbuyu wanataka umoke, ama bro wako ameomoka, sister yako nini, unajiona ka failure. So what do? Kapombe, kusahau hiyo story. Uko kwa relationship idini wako, dem amekupatia, because madem hapa, amekwambia bro, amekuvaa. Uko sile, amekwambia venye we ni long lilo ni mwanaume nini. Because most men, if you want to mess their ego sana, their performance is not up to par. You have a small whatever, nini, umemess na mental health yake, mse madre, pombe, jaba, nini. Because akifika yeye ni kimorio. Why do some men also cheat sana? Because akifika huko mtaani, kwanza wenye wanapendanga sana ma prostitutes. Prostitutes unajua wako job.
They not massage your ego.
Ameona banana kama, oh my god, hiyo yote guy. Wewe utaniua guy. They massage your ego because for them is business. Kwa nyumba umseme hard, anambia harder, deeper msame ingia mpaka na mguzi. Everything is inside. But anambia deeper. Amefika mwisho anambia deeper, msako zile deeper. God damn. So ni do. Msame anambia mimi hata sija feel. Msame ngangana 10 minutes yake strong. Dem anambia really. So all of those are happening and there's nobody to come and tell him, hey bro, it happens. It's okay. Ama nini whatever. Situations happen. Job amevutwa, amerudi home. Dem alikuwa na mtiti vizuri, amechange behavior. Because sasa ana do. And then most men, you also know, when you don't have money, relationship inakuanga kidogo dem anatoka because now she's the one paying a few bills. Anakam time anataka, anakuongelesha venye anataka. Kimoro kimeanza kuosha vyombo, unaosha watoi, unapiga nyumba duster nini. Mazi uko hapo unagomanisha, unaambia wewe kwa mwanaume be a man, mbona huwezi kuwa kama Obinna? Nini ujui story ya Obinna? Ujui Obinna alifanya nini? So when that happens, all of these men, they start looking for other avenues. And others, they lash out. Violence. Utaniambia nini wewe? Wenda kupiga because when a man akishafikanga mwisho ndakupiga, especially now for Luo men, ukitaka kujua amefika mwisho kwa argument ndakwanga hakuna bwana. Hakuna bwana. Yani ana point, hakuna bwana, wewe hakuna bwana. Kwenda huko. Just kana tu hivyo. So in a relationship with a man, unasikia zile ukisikia tu ndakupiga, unajua sasa points kidogo zimedai. Na dem pia ukitaka kujua points zimedai. Ukiona tu machozi hivi na kulia unajua point sasa imeisha, because kama ni is a pragmatic conversation, hey babe, let's talk about this. Babe, hapo umeni wrong, umefanya this. Oh, I'm so sorry, I'll do better. Oh no, wewe ushavyo mimi nipike nini. But if you don't even care about me, you're like, okay, there you go, points zimedai.
Conversation imeisha.
Na mwanaume unasikia tu ndakupiga, niongeleshe tena. Sema hivyo tena. So all of this happened because men are dealing with things, they don't have a way out. Then the only way they're trying to deal with it, the next available person. So either ameenda hapa, Chaxy akambia maze piga hiyo kokaina.
Sounds accurate to me.
Ndio hiyo. Amepiga hapo like, wow, life can be this beautiful. Everything is just there you go. It's shining, it's flying, it's like, yo. Sada ngeva ndo kila msana salute, man. God damn. So when that high ends, I was like, no. We have to get back
Again.
So again and again, and that happens, and they just go all the way down. But Chaxy mwenye alimuintroduce, Chaxy yako na life yake inafanyika, yeye anaweza afford every day. Who says he afford? Things happen, finances, nini, and everything. So let's try and be a little bit kind on each other. People are dealing with a lot of things. And for the ladies out there, the men are dealing with a lot of things. They can't talk because wanachekelewa. And always, I feel very sad. About a week or two ago, kuna boy alipost na Nairobi Gossip akilia. Demi yake alicheat.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
It was on TikTok.
Yeah.
Ilikuwa TikTok ya post na Nairobi Gossip Club. Then guys started laughing. Guys were mocking him. And most people who are mocking him are men. And I'm just like, guys, you don't know. If you've never been in a heartbreak, if you've never loved somebody, you don't know. Because unaona argument zao, si ya hii story. But wanaume nyinyi no, huyu hajafanya. Unaona, it's like
he's the victim.
Mimi niko form 3, so na bully form 1 because niko form 1 I was bullied. But the person I'm bullying is not the one who bullied me. You get? Ati wanaume inawafaa. Kuna madem skizo wanaweka post zile za, if you see a man being embarrassed, beaten, abused anywhere, wake me up in the middle of the night. I will come. But you know, that man is not the one who hurt you.
Hurt you, truly.
The one who hurt you is this other guy who you should be dealing with.
Heal.
And you should deal with this thing over here.
Please
but you're
heal.
saying, if you want any other man anywhere and you anything, call me, I'll pull up. But you're forgetting your brother, your father.
Could be.
Then you might
Could
have
be
a son.
anyone.
And this toxic environment you are building, later as a woman, you'll want to have children.
Trickles.
You'll have a son.
Yeah.
They'll find the same injection. What happened to Obinna? Because Obinna kept quiet, we didn't change the system, it'll happen to your son. And it'll get to a point where men will be so suppressed, they'll not be able to talk. Because right now, a man, if you speak out, you are going against women. And you're like, no, I'm not even saying, like I did men's mental health awareness walk, the first one last year.
Done in town.
Yes. And ilikuwa zile za, unataka kupigana na wanawake. I'm like,
It has nothing to do with
it has nothing. And I even called women. I said, guys, come. Teach us how to organize ourselves. Teach us how to talk. We need women. Mom, bring your son. Wife, bring your... Kuna wengine walikam. Kuna mabibi waleta mabwana zao. Mama waleta watoto wao. Bring them so they know it's okay to talk. Men are human beings. Bro, you can cry.
Yeah.
Bro, Leah.
You should cry.
Bro, you can bleed. Bro, you can be heartbroken. Bro, anything can happen to you. The way it can happen to the woman, it can happen to you because you are a human being. True. Go through those emotions. Mwanaume is strong. No. Yo ilikuwa ila kina Luanda Magere, yo ilishapita. But just don't stay in that space for long. Yeah. Cry, yes. Do whatever, but clean yourself up. Rise up again. You'll fall. You'll tranguka mara mingi. And then I see people online when a man is failing, like when Khalif Kairo's situation was happening. I saw the men celebrating. I'm like, nigga, this shit can happen to anybody. Secondly, you don't know the truth. Tumejua side ya Khalif Cairo, tumejua side ya UpSyd. There are normally 3 sides of every story. A,
The
B,
truth.
and then there's the truth. Because mimi nikisema nasema side inafanya na kapoa. What asema side inafanya na kapoa. But there's the truth. So we never know the truth on digital. But watu wanakimbia kushare the story because they want to cool the views and everything. Then watu watafurahi. Khalif alikuwa anajisikia. Khalif alikuwa. Okay. If you are Khalif, you're in that age. You've gotten those coins that he had. Hautajisikia. I'm not saying look down on people, but I'm saying you'll not live a good life. You'll get that Porsche Cayenne that you like. You'll move to that house that you like. You'll date that shorty that you like because you didn't have this before, but now you have it. And that's what happens even with women. When a woman is between 20 to 25, she's in her prime, she's this hot thing, she'll decide who she wants to date. And I'm gonna be, hey, me, I don't like guys. Me, I like guys who can do this and this and this and this. She'll have her standards. So when this man walks into money, why can't he have his standards? Oh, alikuwa anajisikia anatembea tu na models anafanya nini? Oh, alikuwa anajifanya anaendesha gari. So that's him. Then he's fallen, but he's rising. But we'll go, yeah! So now that you're celebrating, is your life becoming better? Are you gonna get that Porsche? Are you gonna do whatever? Then you're celebrating. What are you gaining? When you look at guys, you're like, okay. And if Khalif is very strong mentally, he's gonna rise again. And all you're gonna celebrate, you'll be disappointed because you'll be like, you thought at Arudikwa village, then Arudikwa village. So stop celebrating when a great man stumbles or falls. Learn. That's a saying. Is it?
People like learn.
Yeah. Someone said it in the space. I think it's Dave Chappelle or Steve Harvey or someone.
But I'm saying I don't know who it is.
Oh,
but
yeah, one of those
don't celebrate when a great man
Yeah.
falls.
When-
I had uko fulani. I was like, uko fulani yo walisema nini?
Fulani pia ni wajanja.
Yeah, anakuwa na yao. Landora LOVE. Yeah, it's love in the ghetto. So basically, learn when men are making mistakes. If you see me make a blunder, kachi nisema, hapo Obinna amechoma, wacha mimi nisifanye hivi, ndio nisichome. See, finally, no. I saw people blundering story for Casmuel, and nini. He made a decision
Yeah, an
that
active
is
one.
good for him. Mimi, I support Casmuel. I'm like, my G, you want to secure the bag? That is the way. Ama it is your agenda unaona ODM data side ya watu wako. And the same I always tell people, when it gets to 2027, bro, when you see me on a roadshow track, ama you see me campaigning for nobody, ama for anybody.
I'm for yourself.
Ama for my... No. I'm not running. I'm not interested in those things. If you see me up there, bro, me, I'm just securing the bag. I got mouths to feed. There's a life I want to live. There are some things I want to achieve in my life. Niitwe nipige 20 million saina mbeo Obinna. Sema 5 10 ndani in the state house, bro. Mimi nitakuwa hapo juu naisema.
Really?
Yes.
Even if it's
bro, I will say
even
it,
if it's
whoever it
must
is,
go.
whoever it is that is there who will pay me the money that I want. Because I built a big brand that is used as a billboard. You know why? When you'll be doing campaigns, there are people who will supply the campaign tracks.
Or print posters.
Kuna watu wata print posters, kuna mtu ata print t-shirts, kuna mtu atatoa sound system, kuna mtu mwenye atakuwa na mobilize. Hawa watu, amongst them, tuko na madaktari, tuko na engineer, tuko na whatever, all the people of all walks of life. Why is it that when you get to entertainers, is where now you want us to do what you want us to do? It's work.
Like no one will go to be like, who got the tender
Print
t-shirts,
posters.
na posters.
Thank you.
Yeah.
When whoever you don't like now falls sick, they go to a doctor. That doctor will treat them because it's an oath. I'm a doctor. I have an oath. Even me, I'm an entertainer. I have an oath. I have to make people happy. And I have to secure the bag for my family. I have responsibilities. So why is it that when it gets to that musician, ametwangoma this party, oh, cancel that musician. But wewe, wakiita watu time wanapata zile ma 50 bob utakuwa hapo, utacollect then ule mwingine apatie utakuwa hapo. But yours is different from mine. Why? It's just a job. It's a gig.
Yeah. It's
Me
about
right now,
standards and-
ndaitwa na
and
Mluya, nda MC wedding yao. Ndaitwa na Mkama, ndaitwa na Mkisi, Mkipsi, Gisi, Mkuria, whoever. Mi ndakam, nda MC. Ndaitwa kwa Muslim wedding, Christian, whatever. Yeah.
Must go saizi akikuita UMC rally zake. Utakuwa unasema nini kwa rallies?
No. When the time arrives, you will see what will happen. Because from now until 20, bro, you'll see a lot of changes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And even that person who's dissing you, if they're called and given a room, petu envelope hivi, bro,
They'll
kesho,
take
very
it.
early in the morning.
See, we saw it during the protests. See,
It
people
happens.
just switched sides in front of our own eyes.
Everybody is for themselves.
Truly, everybody's for themselves.
Even look at the politics right now. Baba has come, has switched sides.
As usual.
And Kitambo, hey, even Kalonzo will be called, whoever will be called, and once they're given the bread they want, bro, it's not about you. You look at these politicians, you think they care about you. Bro, they don't. It is
Definitely.
about them.
It's always about them.
And us as young people, make that decision that when you get to that ballot, mimi niamue napatia huyu wa inject party, niamue napatia Casmuel, niamue napatia whoever. Make that decision, we will say, change is going to come from us. But let me tell you something interesting. Okay, this might be a bit controversial, but Do you know we already know the winner for 2027 who the winner is?
I mean,
Do you know we already know? Ama, you think you think there's going to be a different president in 2027?
it's a bit obvious.
You really believe?
It's looking
No,
quite...
it's a bit
Think of it
obvious.
this way.
It's a bit obvious.
Our current president won when the system was against him. He was an outsider. System ikasema tutaki umse, wakamchomea, wakachoma, wakasema everything negative about him, wakamweka on the side. And he won on their faces on broad daylight. Like, what's up? Okay, who's laughing now? Right now, who owns the system?
Him.
Who has the money? Who has the
Technically
power?
us.
Who has the resources? Who has whatever? Do you really believe there's okay? Let's say it's not him. Who's gonna be president? Who's most appropriate to take that space?
in theory, this is what guys say. So in theory, people believe that the people can defeat the system.
They can.
In theory,
They can.
but then the way the system works
For
is
ground.
it's going to narrow down
Yep.
to most likely 2 parties.
Yep.
Now these 2 parties are going to form coalitions, all of them.
Yeah.
And there's even people who now are opposed to must go, who will end up in must go's camp.
Yep.
Because what happens is, soon as elections come, they'll secure their own interests.
Yep.
Based on how much money they're making or power. It's going to be money
bread.
and power.
It's bread.
So now we're going to end up with 2 collisions, and most likely, the must go collision. Going with how things are going, it feels like people are getting bought into that.
Yeah.
Yep.
So now when campaigns come in, again, we'll be divided along tribal lines as usual, because we're in Kenya. And most likely, it's the truth. Must go might be here for another 5 years.
Even the Kenyans by themselves, today we front another young person. I'm just another person who cares. They don't want to listen.
True.
Look at Okia Omtata. He's a dope guy. He can represent as well as a president.
No,
but people are like, no, hey, he's not ready. If you look at Morara, he's a dope guy. But people tell you, Hana raise pesa,
Morara,
what a exactly
Morara
my
to me
point.
to me is a bit questionable.
Me
but-
too.
Exactly my point.
But I'd love to have a conversation
Why
with
is
Morara.
it questionable? Have you had an interaction with him?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Akafanya dati?
So that's what I'm saying. I'd love to have a conversation with him, because all I know about Morara is what is reported.
But also, it doesn't matter even conversation you have with these people, bro. You will sit down with someone msana kumia manifesto angalia useme this is the right guy. It happens in relationships all the time. Unapata Kimorio, anakuzia manifesto yake, uko like, wow, Prince Charming. Unakaa naye 2-6 months.
Something else.
Because you're, God damn, just one of them. And even to shorties, you meet a shorty, you're like, hey, when you wife material, kidogo, chini ya maji, unapata, It happens even in politics. When people are campaigning, they'll tell you what they want you to hear. And what they want you to buy. Then when they take the seat, things change. We've seen it in the current government. What we were told by the president and the team, and a lot of people voted, they were like, no, we are going against dynasty. That was a theory. We're going hustler movement. And then the guy won. And then until now, we are just like, yo, I carried him on the wheelbarrow. I came up with that thing, myself and Antonio Sol, when we were doing the wheelbarrow thing.
Wait. Oh yeah, that's
But
what
video.
you
Yeah, me and Anto. But then I believed in his manifesto because I identified with him. I was like, this guy came from nothing. That's my story.
And the story was bottom up. Like tunaanza na watu wa jua kali,
chini.
Mama Mboga,
Yes.
boda
But
guys.
mine, I didn't even buy that story from Mama Mboga. Mine was, he's like me. These other guys have been in power all along. Huyu amezaliwa kwa amani, huyu ndio mimi na naye because his story. And then alikuwa kuna sisi mayang, ngumi mbwegze, whatever. And I was like, I would even campaign for free. We did that wheelbarrow thing. We're not given even a shilling until today. And it trended, wheelbarrow became the movement and whatever. And I was like, yo, if called upon, I can campaign for this guy for free. And we went and people did the election and whatever and everything happened. Then if you look at the way things are happening until now, I'm just like, man. I'm like, the people around the president, sit down with the guy and tell him, apa kidogo noma, this one kidogo noma. And I sit down with some of the people who are very close to him. And they are my friends, and we'll sit, we'll have a coffee, we'll have whatever. I'll sit down and interview with a few of them and whatever. And I tell them, hey, my guys, rada. And they're telling me, we kijana mdogo, we tulia. Wacha si tumejua venye. We have this. And I always tell people, he might have meant well. Then things changed. Or he maybe still means well. But things the way they're happening is not happening well. And the people around him are not telling him the truth.
But why does he need people around him all the time? Can't he make his own decisions?
I'm getting there.
As the president.
I'm getting there. So people around him are not telling him the truth. Or it might be, he doesn't want to know the truth. Because either is
Like
my
just
way
in a
or the
bubble,
highway.
in a bubble, in his
In a
own
bubble. You remember the story for the king who was naked because alitengenezewa a cloak of, an invisible cloak of gold. And then watu wanasema ati kama hizi shapa hawezi ona. Watu wake king uko sawa, uko sawa. Then atembea mpaka mtoini akasema why is the king naked? So the king is naked and a lot of people are not telling because their interests are being sorted. When akupiga paki ground ni moto, ground iko sawa, ground iko sawa. I saw the video of him saying he's been called all these names and anasema iko sawa, ongezeni pia hiyo. And I'm like, gee,
do you understand?
Those are not names for fun.
Right, exactly.
They're not for fun.
I'm like right now, I don't understand why the president is driving around the country doing the campaigns.
When it's campaign season,
Chapati.
it's evident.
Like, I don't understand. Like, even the chapati conversation, I'm just looking, I'm like, who is advising? Because the president has said a couple of lies. Even if he says the truth, nobody believes it because of the precedents that he has set.
Yeah.
People are like, sasa hata hii machine ya 1 million, because the machine can be there, yes. But if you look at it, do we really need
Chapatis every day? How is that a priority?
No, what they were talking about was the dish in a county program, which is true. That one is feeding the students in the county in a few places, which is a good initiative. Watoto wasikae njaa because wengine wakirudi home, hakuna food home, especially the slums. It is a good initiative by the governor and everything. But governor pia amechoma, mpaka hata akisema dish na watu wazile kwenda and everything. And the same thing. Yo, breathe, man. So the same thing is with the president. He said a couple of things that didn't come to pass. That even if he says something that he might mean, people are like,
people don't believe
another lie.
The other day he said he wants Eastlands to be like New York.
Alisema Kibera in 10-15 years itakuwa city within
and a city within an estate.
So when you look at those things, you're just like,
and then the problem is every day there's a new one. Back like, when will you stop?
Exactly. But it is what has been done before. So I just like, in my head, I'm like, president should not even talk, just act. Let people see the actions.
My question is, when do you work? Because you're always doing something. Like when?
Yeah. Also, we have parts of Kenyans who also lack a few key informations. For example, when the president was traveling outside, a lot of people are arguing, "Mbona anashinda akienda?" Yo, that's the president's work. Okay.
But you
bring nothing.
Yeah.
That's now I'm coming to that. When he goes there, whatever he brings, the Kenyans are not seeing it. So they don't buy it. It's the same way King Alfred Mutua spoke about those jobs, kwenda mainje, Just those jobs are there, but their office is not doing due diligence so that wale wanakuwa abused huko, wanafungwa kwa majela huko, wanakuwa underpaid, wamekwama huko, hawaleti home, they don't have a proper cover. So you have some shoddy agencies, gonga in watu, with the same thing, and the agency is not doing the same thing.
Yeah. And also, Bina, if you did your job, our own people wouldn't need to go struggle elsewhere.
There.
Exactly.
You know,
but also,
mkisha uwa Mumias, Sony Sugar, all manufactured textiles, where will people work?
Companies are closing, so what's the point?
If you look at sports in the country is not working. So our footballers, our athletes, our whoever, they're paid so badly and they can't talk because the same people who have their own interest at heart wamekaa kwa the helm. Yeah. So if you talk, una blacklistiwa, unatolewa, unafanyiwa nini. Bro, I did a show called Safari za Mabingwa. I was sitting with these athletes. The stories they're telling me off mic. Bro, it is rotten to the core, the sports space and the creative industry. And nothing is happening. And if they speak, but when you go there, oh nice, yeah, we won this gold medal, we did whatever.
But sometimes it's evident, like utasikia they need fundraising to go where. It's like, so where out when you go sitting on all these boards,
but they're
what's
there,
their job?
And we have the money in the system.
We spend more money on admin than the actual
job. Tanzania. You're like Tanzania, but walikuwa maji kurudi from there.
All of
this.
It happens. All of these things are happening. The people who can change all of this is Kenyans.
Yeah.
We decide we want to give some random individual all our votes. Imagine if today we just go in, that guy that umesema, the inject party guy, Morara Kibasa. Like, but we just say, guys, because Morara is there.
What I know.
Yeah, it's a bit questionable. Okay. I agree with you.
So we say, would you want to go with Raila, Ruto, Rigiji, Kalonzo, who else? Mudavadi, Okia for now. Or Morara Kibasa.
Me, I'd go with Morara. The only reason I'd go with Morara is because I'm just so tired of the same names.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like I'd rather risk with a change of someone I don't know
Now
than
someone
go
is
back to
somebody
the
you
same
know.
people who've
It's a
been
guarantee
here for
they won't do
20 years.
anything.
They've
Someone
held
is talking my language.
They've held such senior positions. They have nothing to
They're just
do.
being recycled.
Yeah.
Wanacheza draft. Talk up, rudi hivi. That's what I'm saying. So when it gets 2027, it's only us young people to say, ama every other Kenyan to say, hey guys, this time we want
Let's
to vote
do
for
it
some
so
random.
different.
Like
What
new
to do?
people.
The top 3 wale tumwajua wasipate any vote. We vote for any other random person mwenye akapo chini.
We
Huyu
try
ni wa
new
Ukia,
people basically.
huyu ni wanani, try new people. And then tukishaona venye hizo ma odds zinakam venye wanahesabingi kura. Unaona tu Chaxy amefika 40% aje Chaxy. Nini watu wako shocked mpaka venye umsi alikuwa amepanga kuriga ama kufanya whatever, it cannot
this
happen.
year.
But if we go with the same people, now the game is ni the same
The
two
equal
people.
playground.
Two
They know how
equal
to play it
playground.
very well. They've done it
Exactly.
for years and years, and they'll still do it.
Now kinishinda, I'll call in the government, I'll give you this, I'll give you that. However, Kenyans need to understand we're just working. So when it gets 2027, any other dancer out there, because that's the only time you can make big bucks.
True.
Dancer, acrobat, DJ, musician, comedian, whatever, secure the bag. Bro, fanya road show yako. Mi nitafanya, by the way. I'm telling you guys. But remember, it's money. Utantukana online nini, but mi natoka 20 mic yangu bro hapo unaenda kufanya. There's a lot you can do 20 million. That I'll not get if I just say, hey, wacha mi to please Kenyans. So wacha mi nene ni campaign Caswell Makure because ni morio wangu, whatever. However, there are some people that I will campaign for free when it gets to 2027. You see? Someone like Babu Owino. If Babu Owino is running for governor 2027, me I'll campaign for him for free.
I'm also running for governor 2027 Nairobi.
Wapi?
Nairobi.
It's tricky. Me, I'm going with Babu Owino because I've seen his
Ushabi
track
wa
Hi,
mapema.
amenruka
No.
pesa.
It's because I've seen his track record
tumesema
on working.
we just said new people been
But
under
Babu
my new
Owino is new
person.
as a governor on that.
But he's been in politics for a long time.
But
as
he's
an
a worker.
MP.
That's my MP.
MP
He's
na
a
anafanya
worker.
kazi yake.
He
Me, I want to go
honestly-
with people who either I know them individual basis najua ata deliver. Kuna wale ndio campaign for free bro. Me Babu by there hata usinilipe. Babu if you're going for governor, ama hata you're just but hata kama campaign for MP again, I don't need to because you
to
already
make
won
sure
it.
uko safe.
Nah, shit
What a
happens.
mchezo.
You know, by the way, let me tell you guys. Okay. Should I say
Don't.
what happened?
Don't.
Just say.
No, wacha
Don't.
niseme. But what I'll just say is
Wait, hiyo
mistakes
kesi
happen.
imeisha amejesha.
It's still on. By the Tuesday I met
So-
DJ Evolve kwa concert ya nani? Concert ya
Burna Boy.
Sasa uacha akwambie ni gani. Sasa wewe ulikuwa na yeye.
kwa concert ya Vini Flavor.
Okay.
No. Ilikuwa Vini Flavor ama ilikuwa stand up ya nani? Huyu anakuwa na Mwafrika kwa
Rapture.
Rapture, the
I think
I
it
saw
was
the
for
videos
Rapture.
ukiingia huko,
I met DJ Evolve there. He's recovering pole and he's okay now. He's getting better. So let's not. Okay, this was another mistake that most Kenyans do. They water down all the other efforts someone has done for one mistake. For example, myself, I'm always told, no matter what I'll do, nambiwanga, uko na baby mamas.
But shida ni
As
nini?
if it's a crime. No, but in their head it is. So for
I
them
think
it is,
the-
hauna bibi. Sasa hiyo ndio
Sasa
inakuwa.
difference yako ni hii yako wao wanakujaja na morality, but who decides what's wrong, what's right?
Baby
Your
mama,
babu shida-
having a baby mama is not being immoral.
Si ndio
No,
nasema?
it's not.
According to them,
Yes, according to
their-
them, it's
wow,
theirs.
yeah.
Because people assume for you to be a morally upright person,
You have
tuko
a
na bibi,
wife.
uko na watoto. We have a lot
Yeah.
of people who have bibi na watoto and they are evil. The things they do chini ya maji is
Facts.
very
True.
bad.
yeah. Shida ya babu tu ni people wako like he's in the system and they know for sure it feels like
used the system
justice
to-
was not
yeah.
served. Ni
Yeah.
hivyo tu.
Okay.
If it was any random person,
They'd have been
justice
in
would have been
jail.
nini.
Now, let me throw a spanner in the works. What is justice being served? Babu, you're not going to jail.
Basically.
Who was pressing the charges?
There you go. See, that's what I was telling you.
Who was pressing the charges?
Because you see, the thing is, if the
You've
family does
offended
not,
me,
yeah.
and I'm like, bro, it's easy. It's fine. You're going to take care of me. It's fine. Me, I'm okay with it. Who are you to come and feel peace because this guy has not? Because he was taking care of the family and he still is. And Evolve and the family are like, we're okay, da. If he bailed and did whatever,
That's
and by the way, before
different.
that, Evolve was a very good friend of Babu
Yeah.
and still is. We were in same clique, me, Evolve, Babu, whoever. We've known each other since campus days. When I used to campaign for Babu in Campo. And there were buddies. Even that time, Evolve was DJing at B Club.
Yeah.
He was that guy. So Babu akifika ni my boys. Si ati alikama akasema niaje, let me just shoot you. Mistakes happen.
That's crazy, but
Bro, if you have a gun, okay, let me say this.
Mpaka pull trigger hiyo ni mistake kubwa.
No.
Iko na many stages.
If you have gone for gun training and you own a gun, most people who have guns know. The ones who don't have guns are the ones who have a lot of mouth and you don't have a gun. You don't know how a gun operates. Okay? if I have my gun right now here, the position I'm sitting with is very uncomfortable. If the safety pin goes off and I have one in the chamber, if I bring out my gun and my hand just happens to hold the trigger,
Happens.
and my hand, si ukitoa gun simkono iko hapa. If my hand iguze ile trigger and the hammer iguze nini kwisha, a bullet will come out. If it's facing you, itakupata kind of face chini, itanipata kwa mguu nini. There's a lot of training that people have to go for gun safety and everything that people are trained for. That if you don't have, you'll assume ati alichukua tu gun I can shoot. There's so much information a lot of people who are not there don't have. But that one incident is what happened, and everybody all of a sudden, Babu Owino is an evil person, he's whatever. I'm like, guy, people make mistakes. Things happen. Then you own up. He owned up. And he said, guys, I'm sorry, I'm taking care of this thing. And until now. Besides that, angalia maendeleo amefanya. Did you see the top performing members of parliament?
I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw the list.
Who was there?
Babu.
But in
Then
terms of
you want to water that down so that he can come and put Nairobi together because he shot. No. Mistakes happen. Stop being so hard on mistakes. I've made so many mistakes.
So I hear you. So I think. You see, with the Babu situation, it's not like people are not. It's not like people don't recognize what Babu is doing as a leader or anything. It's just that when things are not clear, when things like those, Babu is in a position of power. He's in a position of authority. When something like that happens, as long as it's not clear what happened, then of course people will have their own narratives.
Yeah.
Now, when people have their own narratives, what in Kenya we know people in power get away with anything. So now, if you don't clear up on what happened, then people run with their own narratives, and people run with narratives based off a video. Like there's a video footage. You see, if there's no video, guys would speculate. I think a continuous story unasoma kwa gazeti ama online, but since there's no evidence, no one really knows. It becomes another Joho story, easy mambo drugs and all that. There's no evidence, so people will just speculate. Okay. Regardless of what Joho says, people are at that point where we don't trust politicians. Whatever they say, tutakuwa tu ni uongo. So for Babu, as long as it's never clear, then the rumor will continue.
Yeah.
Because
people are seeing the video.
No, but people are so entitled. Everybody wants you to explain to them. I've seen it even in my things that happen. We kuja to explain here. Explain here kama nani.
Wanakuita mkutano.
Yeah, explain here. There's something I said and then nilikuwa natoka koti TikTok. Ati mimi, niende nikae kwa koti TikTok. I'm explaining some TikTokers.
Koti TikTok ni?
Like you go live.
TikTok quote.
Like you go
TikTok.
Really?
Yeah, kuna wengine wako na koti huko. It's very funny.
So you go live and then
I go live and explain myself. Why I did.
So then they ask you questions. They pass judgment.
Hey, watu ni wa creativity mbaya.
Yeah, it's dope. So me, I was someone. Obinna, kwanza unaitwa huko kwa koti sijui. I'm like,
Koti ya nani?
Mumesikia tu Obinna kwa radio ama mnamonanga kwa TV. So the same thing. So Kenyans wako na koti yao, they always want come and explain to us. Like that one, people saw the video, but they don't know why it happened that way.
They don't have context.
Then after that one, Babu stopped drinking. He stopped doing any drugs. Like he realized, he was like, wait a minute. He's spoken about it on interviews. He said he was doing all the drugs. He's spoken about it on interview, and he said he stopped doing even alcohol. By the way, nakutananga neta hivi anakunywa ka energy drink, kamaji, whatever. He stopped because he realized after that happened, he's like, wait a minute. Yeah. If I didn't have this and this and this, this could not have happened, and this is a consequence that now I have to live with. Yeah. And the sad bit is he will have to live with it for the rest of his life. We know a lot of leaders who have not done anything that Babu has done, but they're mediocre as hell. You look at them, you're like, who elected you? How did you even become a leader?
Fucking hell.
Okay.
Snowball leo ameback mara tatu sasa, ndio? So weird because Snowball hardly backs.
Yeah. So when you look at those leaders, you're like, okay, you want a leader who has not made a mistake publicly and is not doing shit because ukwele moral, whatever. Oh, me, if someone has done, I'm like, people make mistakes.
True.
So you guys, be easy on Babu. He made a mistake. He picked up the pieces. He owned up.
He still is.
He paid for the consequence, and he's still paying until now. People get scored. He didn't get away from it. He was there. He's still dealing with it until now, and that should not water down all the other lives that he has saved as a leader until now by providing all the resources that he's supposed to provide, even just paying for people's school fees. A lot of things that he does and he doesn't even announce. And people look at him and they go, this guy. No, it's a small mistake, bro. We have leaders who have killed millions of people. And we know them, wakuku. We have a lot of them. But they are your leaders. But how? Hautaki kuongea because you have one person that... Exactly. So me 2027, there's some people I'll campaign with for free. because I believe in their manifesto.
So ni campaign ya mimi na babu.
Nah.
Hii Monday mimi, next Monday babu.
But wewe kama governor. Wewe amekuwa hata leader wa kijiji.
Si ni Kingpin wa Kuria.
Alikuwa
Hiyo ni mimi nimempea. So first of all, anzie Kuria. Yeah, so anza Kuria kidogo ni nini? Alafu ndio kuja Nairobi is technical. Kukua MP kwanza kama Sakaja anapelekwa hivyo mbio. Na Sakaja aliingia hapo lazima iwork. Akaingia na madimbo.
Sakaja anajua system vizuri.
Sakaja knows the system.
Very
Sakaja works with the system. Sakaja alikuwa both na ODM na nini. Sakaja has been there and is an educated fellow.
Na bado 2027 mshangaa kidogo.
You can learn from everywhere, even from the streets.
Ama imejibiwa.
Zizi.
Don't know the question, eh?
Yeah.
Na feel hiyo story mwangalia ni interesting poa.
Yeah.
Na feel as a country tuko moyo pande ya kucomplain na most of the time like na feel after elections venye umesema let's say Morara or anyone mwenye atakuwa elected na feel everyone atatry to go on with their lives but hakuna ile process ya make sure hizi vitu zenye sisi tunadai zina kuna process inaendelea kuzinini make sure zinafanyika. Yeah. For example kama history nilisikia Ruto akisema he knows like Nairobi kuna shortage of water, si ndio? And ali mention places ka Doni, Omo, Langata unacheki. Na imego for decades with these leaders knowing that this is the issue but hakuna msashai act na hakuna msashai it's like hatuna like our own manifesto ya kumake sure hizi vitu zenye tunadai zikuwe zimefanyika I guess.
I'll tell you what is happening. You know why Nairobi the water problem has not been solved? Yeah. Even when Sakaja came for the interview, that time was at Kiss. He gave us the story for the water. He told us how watafungwa sijui dam gani sijui maji inatoka wapi. He has all those numbers here. There are cartels who run the system, even in the government.
Like deep state, basically.
Yes. The minute you get in the system as a member of parliament, as an MCA, as a governor, as a president, whoever it is, unaingianga hivi ndani, ukisha win, kuna mbogi watakumit. Wanakwambia bro, huyu ndiye ako in charge of barabara zote, huyu ndiye ako in charge of maji, huyu ndiye ako in charge of whatever. Na leo kama maji zote zinaenda kwa nyumba zote, unajua wale wasana supplying maji, unajua they're out of business. So it's a cartel. Even the same as takataka, the same as steamer, the same as whatever. They're just people who do some things and it is like that so they can keep eating on it. For example, until now we're doing tarmac on the road, but cement has been proven to be long-lasting and low maintenance, but it's expensive to put. Mbagathi since I came to Nairobi, imekuwa the same. Your particular cement. But they're not putting cement on the other roads. Why? Because wanaona it's expensive to put and then hawataikulia over time.
Watakiharibika ndo wapate tanda fix.
Hiyo kuharibika ndo you keep remodeling and remodeling. Kuna hizi roundabout akina Sakaja wametengeneza. Kuna roundabout iko hapo GPO. It is ugly.
As hell.
When they were making it, I passed there and I remember I recorded a video. I was like, what is the plan? What is the water
purpose?
Exit?
Like,
so waliaka kapila then wakaka mtaro round. Kwa roundabout. Na aina unaona yenyewe aina hiyo maji kikama hapo haitaenda anywhere.
Maji pia inapiga roundabout.
So maji itakwenda kama inapiga round then inajaa hapo and everything. And the same way we've been having floods everywhere. But why is it not being solved? Because there are people who are benefiting onto this. When the expressway was made, the agreement that was in public domain was that they will also fix the problem they've caused hapa chini.
Yeah.
Bro, walimaliza, collect chini kabaki hivyo. Siku hizi they're trying to patch it kidogo.
But it's damaged road.
It's a damaged road. We don't have street lights. We don't have whatever because there are people who are...
How dark is Nairobi when you drive around usiku?
There you go.
How unsafe is it to drive around Nairobi at night?
All of that is happening because it is a program. It is how other people are benefiting from that. It is a team.
So then what's the point of electing a governor if you can't fix it?
They will try. They always want. There are governors who actually mean well. Maybe Sakaja did, maybe the one before him did, or whoever. But when they come, they find system. Kuna watu wanarun Nairobi yenye hata si governor.
Because also, when Sakaja is elected, right? Sakaja is the governor.
Yep.
He'll have a cabinet to choose.
Yep.
He's not in charge of the MCAs.
Yep.
And when Sakaja goes to, how many employees are at City Hall?
Right now, they just discovered 3,600 who are ghost workers.
Okay, apart from the ghost workers, there's real employees who've been hired by the government in positions. When Sakaja comes in, it's not he's not the one who employs them or fires them. Those are the guys who are in charge of all these other places. So Sakaja will come in with these people in certain places, but the rest of the people are employees there.
those people are employees there are
the
the
ones
ones who
who
have
know
the
the
system
ropes,
and they
yeah.
know what is happening. Bro, if you knew the amount of money
That
is made
circulates there
in the
is crazy.
Nairobi County government every
Day.
So my question is then how powerful is Sakaja? Because I'd assume he has power. Like if he genuinely wants to change it, he'll go against the drain, but he can do it.
No,
that's my
it's
assumption.
not
Easier
easy.
said than done.
It's not easy. It's not easy because first of all, if you try to change it, the same MCS will impeach you.
yeah.
Umeona kitu imefanyikia Kawera Mwangaza?
Kawera.
It's because you don't agree with the MCS. With the minute you don't agree with the MCS,
That's
either kuna
done.
venye unani anakulia nini whatever, and there are some MCS who are normally powerful than even the governor.
Yeah.
Because they know
Yeah.
it
So on
inaingia
the
hivi.
ground. Okay.
Bro, when you have power by there, it's normally better than money.
Or the
When you
title.
have power, you can get a lot of money because
True.
what uko now from goons to whoever does what. So hizo vitu zote zinakuwa amuona nyinyi mnaona kama Sakaja mnamtukana.
So when you short caller basically when you have power.
Bro, when you have power una make tu unasema ni aje msee nataka toke kwa nini tufanye whatever. There's a time there was this there's a lady I forgot her name alikuwa Nairobi County pia walikuwa naenda kwa mlango yake nearly every week na makelele nini. You remember the lady alikuwa ngapo tu kwa government I think the last regime. Oh, wanataka sijui kufanya nini. So if you don't play ball with them, bro, it is crazy.
against
Is
So
that what happened to Sonko?
Exactly the same thing. Like you see now, Sonko now it came from the national government.
Yeah.
If you're not doing whatever you need to do, we'll have a way to deal with you and whatever.
Because also Nairobi is heavily controlled as a county is also heavily
Controlled
by
by-
the national government.
Yeah,
by
the capital
presidency.
city, bro.
It's the capital city, yeah.
And that is where all the chums are coming from. The only thing that this government needs, from the national government to the counties
County
to whatever,
government.
it needs a dictator who has a good heart. It's not a dictator mwenye anakam kuwekea
watu.
mindada. Inataka dictator mwenye anakam chini na anasema ni aje? Kama nimepata umeiba public funds, tunakunyang'anya everything you've ever had
Na unaenda
unaenda kwa
committee.
jela
Yes.
na kuna cash bail. Kama ni public kwanza kwa governor Nairobi anasema kama ni matatu na umefuata wrong side umevunja law ya barabara, the car is impounded for the next 60 days and there is no cash bail for it na driver license inakuwa suspended
for 3 years.
for 3 years na wewe unaenda ndani for also 3 months the period na mkam kuchugarini mnalipa hiyo impound fees na whatever hakuna ati gari inashikwa leo na inatoka kesho na whatever
Kesho afternoon.
hata ishikwi
Inaenda police station inapiga
Inapigwa picha alafu inatoka.
Yes. So
Actually
those-
karaunde ushi
hizo
kwa juu
rules-
ndio ingia ndani.
Exactly. Such rules. Kama wewe ni public servant ama unafanya hawa wasi wa kanjo na umechukua pesa ya county umepoke nini kwa jela vitu zako zinachukuliwa zinakuwa auction like you just have these rules and you stick to them but of course they'll try to kill you.
Yeah.
Many times they'll try because the people who run Nairobi pia wanakuwa zile which bullshit is this. Vitu kama
You've touched their money.
wrong side of the road kufanya hizi ma shady deals umeiba pesa za county umeiba sijui wote president amake two executive orders hata amwe aseme hata kwa anatoka from whatever hata aende kwa military base anaran Burkina Faso anasema ni aje this is what's gonna happen and this is what I want for the next venye Rwanda ilifanya itanyoka but at all of these people are your boys bro mimi bana Chaxy amekaa afanya kitu mbaya hapa naambia bro mazee umechoma mazee lakini usirudie mazee lakini yangu iko that's what happens and if you look at the rot in the system it starts from us
Yeah.
the minute that mimi nime overlap na polisi amenistopisha akana Obinna aniaje sawa bro mazee tuache kachai shika mazee sawa teke buda nini I've already contributed to
That's true.
Because now it speaks to the value system.
Yeah.
Because when
Exactly.
people lack values,
And it
we
starts
have
from us.
the picture that we have now.
we are just looking at our leaders because they are up there but pia si tuko hapa chini we are doing the same thing umefika kwa ploti umeangalia nini ukiangalia chakula ukaiba nini nguo ya mtu kwa cloth line nini it starts from there have you seen these goons who are nyonging people during the campaign
Yeah. Like what the hell is that?
do you think the government does not know
Of course they do. That's why they're very silent about it.
exactly but because when it was happening they were selling the agenda so they're trying to water down those things that are happening hawataki kuziongelelea ingekuwa ni time ya ile maandamano these goons are robbing.
Wange amplify the goons.
What?
Exactly. But now government tu kama iseme ni aje right now there is a shoot to kill order because me I saw bana kuna mama mwingine bwana alivutwa bwana akasukumwa akauka chini I was just like imagine that's my mom I'm like man you're looking at it you're like this can be stopped
Why?
saizi order itoke from above mwizi yoyote tu ati umeona tu naiba tu hivi ni there's a shoot to kill order
Yeah.
na kama wewe ni mwizi na unapata umeiba hanging bro watu watakuwa
Yeah.
and it starts like the Chinese ni South
Just
Korea
one.
ndo wako juu sana from the leaders umeiba nini juzi you saw what happened to Waititu
Yeah.
You saw walisema afanya hivi, wakasema this is a penalty. A lot of people are, oh, you know. But it has happened to many other people as well in the same.
True.
Well and good. The change is going to start from us. It's not going to happen today.
Yeah.
It might not even happen in 2027.
But we can start now.
We've started. We've started. You see the conversations we started talking.
Yeah.
Our parents could not talk like this.
Truly.
You know, because
Freely
even
and
for us
openly.
just talking like this, we risk doing whatever.
Yeah.
Shit can happen.
True.
You know, but we've started talking. Let's start working together. Ukimit mbogi yako ambia ni aje. 2027 ukienda kuvote pale tumia akili useme ati Obinna because Obinna alikuwa anasema nani ndani Obinna na menididel no uko na akili yako, you know what you want. Kama ni Morara ukifika pale sema mimi nataka kupigia Morara, piga. Wachana Obinna secure the bag, kila mtu usini blame for your mistakes.
True.
Everybody's like, if you have an idea, you're a grown ass
responsible for
human being,
yourself.
you can make decisions. Usini blame ati because mimi nimeenda kusecure the bag so unakamtafuta away. You know mimi Obinna alifanya nikavotia. No. And if you see people switching sides in the politics space, bro, usiweke nini kwa roho.
Feelings, yeah.
Hiyo kitu, everybody secured in the bag. When Caswell went and did whatever he did, aliambiwa ni aje,
This is in store
this is
for
what
you.
we will do.
True.
Then Caswell akawangalia, akikimbia huku mnamtukana mnasema anakimbia sijui kama Tergat ama whatever. Akiweka nywele mnamsema sijui ni tomboya. Sijui mnasema suti zake zimefanya nini. Caswell was going through a lot of serious mental health issues. And I even spoke with him off camera and on camera. He was even suicidal the time he was going for
Even
Manamano.
on this
Yeah,
pod,
even he said the
he was
same
candid.
thing.
He was candid on what happened.
Yeah. Then huyo msa amefika mwisho. And then anakamkwa pigania. Then mnaanza kummock, mna make memes, mnamtukana. Akaanza kwenda kabisa, akarudi side ingine. Why? Because those guys sat down and they spoke something that made sense to him. Caswell, take care of yourself, G. Mimi, I'm supporting you 100%. You do you. If I don't support ODM, that is me.
Yeah.
But wewe, nayo. If I don't support UDA, that is me. Wewe, nayo. If I don't support Inject Party, that's me. Whoever, nayo. Wewe secure the bag, man. It's nothing personal. It's just business. Wewe fanya mambo yako. Wewe panda chopa. Alipanda chopa na Rao. Wewe umepanda chopa.
Sijai panda chopper.
Na Rao.
Ne-
Sasa
sina-
imagine hujaipanda chopa. Na
Utaipanda na Rao.
Yaani umekaa hapa na baba. Wewe unajua baba wewe. Huyu amekuwa kwa 5 government.
Namsikia. Anakuanga in all governments.
Bro, since
Baba
Kenyatta.
anapanga
Like,
na-
how crazy that
Umekaa na deep
is.
state bwana. Mtu alikuwa anaenda Jomo Kenyatta anaambiwa ndugu zanguni.
Nah, that
Arabe.
is crazy. That is crazy.
Yeah, so wacheni kuwa tu, don't take it too personal. Let people hustle. Then tutumie tu akili. We are the ones to do the change, but let's start putting leaders who are actually doing the work.
Truly.
Nani anaitwaje huyu menjuzi ametolewa kwa ni ya UDA.
Nani?
Huyu alikuwa UDA, alikuwa rafiki ya Ruto sana.
Ametolewa UDA?
The politician.
Cleophas.
No.
Wa kutoka which part of the
Dindi
country?
Nyoro.
Lindi.
So
yeah.
if you look at the job that he's doing in his constituency, amazing. He's doing a good job on ground. So when you look, you're like, okay, he's a young guy, he's doing something. You look at Babu, he's a young guy, he's doing something. Look at Salasia. As much as anachomanga,
Siku anachomanga.
Nakwambia.
as much as anachomanga, but unaona kazi anafanya kwa ground. You're like, now we are open-minded. Doesn't matter what the leader is doing, but provided you are
Unapiga kazi.
unapiga kazi. So you take those people and 2-3 others wale wanapiga kazi, then wapati another opportunity.
And also hadanganyi, he's just being himself. Even though Nico take me,
Absolutely.
even though Nico.
As I am.
Happy
You
pretend,
see.
that's the word.
But now you don't want to take those people. Why? Because you want these old folks who are very well groomed. Hello everybody. You know now me. You know I've been. But amekuwa hapa for the last 30 years. Hakuna kitu amefanya.
There's nothing to show for it.
Yeah, unaangalia yako tu hapo because now the power is just in their head. Waki appoint cabinet wako hapo. Wana VP wako hapo. DP wako hapo. They're just moving around different offices. Hawa watu ni kama imbogi yetu. Leo ukiomoka, utataka kuomoka na yenu, utataka kuomoka na yenu, utataka kuomoka na because you know each other.
Yes.
Hiyo mbogi iko the same. But they never think about it differently. Rao, Ruto, Mudavadi, Nani is the same crew. They go to the same members clubs, they have the same stories, they do whatever. Na unakaja hey.
All their kids are friends, they visit
Truly.
each other.
They go to the same schools, they visit
Yes.
each other. So when someone gets an opportunity, kijana wangu sasa uweke pale stato. Nasema okay, ambia yeye kuja tufanye namna hii amewekwa. Wewe unakasirika but them they are boys.
Yeah.
So
They're
even
doing
us,
what boys do.
Yeah.
exactly, let us make our boys crew. When Babu is governor for Nairobi, of course DP wake atakuwa msemiang. Then when whoever is governor for whoever, ama is MP, ama is president, ama whatever, Morara is president, ama is nani, whatever, that young person, mbogi yao ni hiyo. Then you'll start seeing people thinking differently.
True.
That is why even until now, the things that the government is so focused on are things that are not, they don't have their fingers on the pulse. We're like, why are we focused on making Islando New York? Let's just deal with the insecurity first.
And water. Make the basics.
Yeah.
I'm a
Something
big-
basic.
Clean the
Why
sewers.
would Islando be New York? Nairobi is not even Rwanda. Leave New York. All of Kenya, the
It's
whole
not
of Kenya is
Kigali.
not
Not
even
even.
Rwanda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nairobi alone is not even Kigali.
Truly.
But you want to make Islando New York. I'm
York.
like, why are we? Let's start baby steps.
Yeah.
One brick at a time.
So Burundi utakuwa Queens.
Buru Queens.
Na Chicago,
Buru Queens.
Chicago ni
Kayole itakuwa Bronx. Huko ndo.
Shaba itakuwa Juja. Juja itakuwa Chicago. Huko za mambo imekuwa imechemka. Yeah. So basically, let's start with the things that we can see now. So let's start with, like the president can start with insecurity. Asemetu, let's just work on insecurity in and out of the country. Then let's come and let's talk about the passport situation, about what wanapata visa, who's happening, what's happening where, nini. And then now let's come and say employment. What do young people do nowadays? Most of them are on the digital space.
Yeah.
How do we empower them to come and work on employment on this space? Because not all of them are going to be farmers. But on the same breath, farmers wanataka nini. By the way, do you guys know that if you grow coffee right now, you can't sell coffee by yourself? It doesn't work like that. Unless when is sumbwe. Do you guys know you can't sell coffee if you have?
Why?
Because there are systems that were set before. When you have coffee, you'll take it somewhere, they'll take it somewhere, it'll be sold outside, then it'll be auctioned to come back here. The fuck?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Do you know, right now, if you have milk, you can't sell your milk. Just at iwe ni aje, mimi nataka tu kuuza milk, you have to buy it from somewhere. And it has to go somewhere. And it has to do
Brookside
whatever. Whoever, and you have to buy. And you're looking at these things and you're just like...
Yeah, it's
And the same thing,
foolish.
do you know we're importing a lot of maize? Na Kitale, bro.
Mahindi
zinapandwa
zinaoza.
pale, bro. Now, even if we empower them more, they can panda more and around Kenya and a lot of places. We have a lot of arable land, but a lot is not happening. That's why we're bringing fertilizer. Guys are being conned on. Fertilizer, nigga. Why are we conning people on fertilizer as a country? You're just looking at it, you're like, mbona munauzia watu sand, package as fertilizer.
Substandard, yeah.
Na fertilizer imetoka Russia for free.
Imepatiana for free as
Wamesema
a
hii
donation.
tupeleke as a donation. Bro, Burkina Faso right now, they've paid their debts. Farmers are being empowered. If you look at what that gentleman is doing, people in prison are working for money and they're working for the benefit. See what our prisoners doing? Watengeneza namba plate na viti. Okay? But if you look at the way the system is, it is made so that we don't really succeed. That is why that time I was being told I need to pay tax for YouTube. I'm like, nigga, YouTube is not
What
even
do you
US.
mean?
YouTube is not
Yeah,
even from
pay
here.
tax
Then it's
how?
pay tax. What do you mean?
But so they already deduct their money from YouTube.
It's being deducted there as a tax. You see. Then also, if you look at the people that are employed, so if you frustrate me, that means all these 34 people
frustrated
and
them
the people
too.
that we've employed also on contract basis, whatever, they're all gonna be jobless, but you don't care about that. You're just looking at a way of frustrating the young people, the farmers, the Gen Zs and whatever, and you're like, Wamama, if you look at the way the Wamama are being empowered, you're just like, hey, our women reps are not doing shit. Like our women reps are... There's some that are trying, but majority of them, you're just like, why are women still not being empowered the right way they're supposed to be? Because women are very good with finances, by the way. But financial literacy classes are not being offered to these people. There's so much that if the government just decides and say, we want to focus on one or two things, the problem that also this government is doing, they're focused on 50 things at the same time. They want to build New York. They want to do chapatis. They want to do whatever. They want to go from Ramu to Elwak. They want to, all of these things, and you're like,
Install fountains.
and you want to launch projects. You see, like right now, if I was a president, I would have already employed Morara Kebaso. You know why? Keep the government in check. Just go around the country. Check for me all of these projects that were launched before and they've not started. Then I want to find out who is responsible.
Where's
Then
the
where did the
money?
money go? Then what happened? Nini. So tayari yako na hiyo ofisi. Because all of these other people who are working in that office are not doing, and Morara is doing it single-handedly and through Kenyans. Then when that happens, now you hold these people accountable. Like, hey, ulipatiwa hii tender, what happened? You have the next 1 month to tell us what's going to happen, or we're going to lock you up and you can't leave the country, whatever. Because all of these people, the corporations are just here. They're just here. You see, like the airport story, it might have been a good thing because most of these government institutions, if they are privatized, they will work. From KNH to the airport to all of these other things that the government owns. You know why they're not working? It's because it's government office. Government employees are always paid. Whether they work or they don't. Msi anaingia kwa ofisi, bro, mimi nanga kuangalia kadi ya NSSF. When I joined KISS, wakanambia, oh, you need NSSF, NHIF, nikaenda place ingine hapo Westlands, kwa ofisi ya NSSF. Kwa nimevaa kofia nini. Bro, I sat there for like 4 hours. Wamama wako pale wanapiga story. Wanacheka, wanamove na sahani ya chakula, hizo matini zao kwa ofisi. Bro, I was boiling with rage. I'm just looking at these people. I'm like, these people are not doing what they are supposed to do. And the same thing happens if you go to Nyayo House, you go to whatever. There's a bit of laxity that happens when it's a government
so
office.
Norm.
Because they'll still be paid. But if you privatize them, what I do, this is business and profit-oriented. You get an external party to run them. Bro, everything in the government will be working like utakuna muka hivi tu uko belea you guy because you can the airport from whatever is happening. I'm not saying the facility
like just having systems that work.
Juzi tumeongea na Katelo kwa Zabe and he made a joke about umsi alifunga police station yake. And later in the joke the way continued alisema actually police stations need to be privatized. And later in the conversation when you continued I saw sense in it. You know why? If police stations were private, you'll stop having Land Cruisers zina mafuta. Kutakuwa always na kalamu ya kuandika. OB, the way people are treated, the way the cells are looking, the way everything. Utakuwa unapiga polisi wanakuja mbio because it's profit. It's business. But why do police take their time? Because you're not going to pay them.
Regardless.
And if you pay them, it's extortion.
Me, I'm surprised that when you call the cops and they come to your house and they help you and they're done with everything, you pay them.
Yes.
Ideally. As in they're paying them to do what they're being paid to do.
Exactly.
And you start with fuel and they count for you fuel.
And it is not a legal thing, but you'll do it. And also if you want police to help you faster.
Money.
As well.
Ule akilipa na mimi nilipe, who pays more, that's the person. But if it's private and it has someone who's making sure we anafanya, that's why unapatanga polisi akikam kama kuna huyu polisi juzi ameongea sana na leader wao, walikuwa na meeting. So this junior officer akamka akambia, madam alikuwa ameita meeting and she was not sure of what she wanted to do. Umsaka call akasema, no, you're not sure he spoke nini. That guy, I'm sure is either gonna be fired or is either gonna be arrested. Hizo zote. Why? Because he told them what is true. You can't call us for a meeting and you don't know what you're telling us. The same way in the police force right now, if they're given wrong orders, bro, they will execute them. Me, I always see people, young people, even Gen Zs, we are very mad at policemen for doing what they've been forced to do. It is an oath they took. The only mistake they do is some of them now start killing us and they get violent, which is not their job. Because now pia wako na frustrations zao, so they come. Remember the same men, is the same men and the same women. Amemistitiwa huko, amekokwa nyumba round, amevaa kofia ya nini, hiyo juala imechemusha kichwa, the payment bunduki ni mzito, whatever. Mdozi amemwabuse nini, then anakam, then anakupata hapa jakula.
Akona target za hiyo siku za kupelekea boss.
Then anafika kwa maandamano, then huyo jenzi unafanya nye. Then unaona unamsukumanisha. He's a human being. He will react. Then also in the same force, the same way even human beings, even the ones who are not police, the raya ones, we have bad ones. Kuna tu wale tu raya yake ni kuua mtu. Kama ujuzi aliua mse then anataka dance. I'm like, what the hell? So we also have those ones. But the overall police force, wanaambiwanga go left, they go left. Don't question your boss. Don't question the order.
I love that you said police force instead of service. Because they actually are a force.
It's not a service at the moment. But they really want to be. So they are told what to do. And they do. It's their job. Akikata, atakuwa fired, atashikwa, atafungwa, atafanywa whatever, all of those. So inakuwa order yao. Hawa si wanandamana, endeni. Na wanapatiwa instructions. Then kuna wale wanapatiwa the weapons and whatever, wanaambia nyinyi msivaa uniform. Nyinyi ndeni pia, but they know each other. Unajua ule si ni Chaxy. They know each other. They're from the same squad, whatever. So that's why they can never even shoot each other accidentally. They know each other. My Ford pickups in a car, things are happening. People are being abducted, people are being killed and everything. But they've given orders. And there's a time I spoke and said, what if one day all the police will just get up and down their tools and say, hey, one,
anarchy.
We don't want to kill people. Two, we want to be paid better. We want to be treated with respect. Everything will change. But until that happens, it will still be the same. Because after this conversation we've had right now, someone will just come and say, what's OBINNA saying? This is some bullshit. but they'll not see it from the side that I'm seeing it from. Because these policemen, you know, it's a job for them. Yamambiwa wewe enda ama tukupige transfer. Na he really needs that money. The mom, the parents, the wife, whatever, they're waiting for that money. And it happened. Watch an interview I did with a guy he's called Samuel Wanyoike or someone. I did an interview with the guy. Watch that interview. Bro, the guy is going through so much problem of a mistake that was not his. The boss stole money from Ruto's chopper a long time ago. Watch that interview. Msali bado kwa chopper, boss wake akampatia. So amekutana na boss wake akaenda hiyo place campaign nafanyika. Walikuwa ni Isiolo. I think it's Isiolo. Venye chopper imekam, wana campaign. That time Ruto was not even president. So chopper imekam yako kwa base. Hiyo siku hata agenda job. Chopper ikalani nini, so baadaye amaliza shughuli zake, amaliza squad, anasema let me go see your side because there are few people in huko villages. So going meets the boss. The boss gives him some money and anasema shika hii weka vizuri. So what does he do? You can't go there because the boss has given you a bundle of money. Goes back to his room, akaeka kwa jiko nini, then does whatever. Kidogo mambo imechemuka. Yameenda kwa baflani kukunywa hivi kukunywa kabia. Land Cruiser imefika nini, wendo tunatafuta ameshikwa nini, kwenda amewekwa chini, search nini, whatever. Then later ule boss wake anampagia ma signal whatever. Then kumuuliza ile kitu mpei kwa wapi, akamwambia place iko. The guy goes gets the money nini. So hii time yote Ruto didn't even leave. Ruto alikuwa amekaa. Wanangoje money. Unajua wakiendanga campaign kuna ile do ya facilitation, ya handout ama sound nini whatever all those. So that was that money na ilikuwa kwa chopper. So kuna mapolisi walikuwa na gadi chopper wakapita nayo. So you know you can't leave because you need to pay these people with this money. This money is not here. Then Isiolo is very far. Ukata network ni blanda. Ililipuka, this guy got fired. He was dismissed without ile nini yao, ile shima. You know, whatever. Hata gun aliwacha huko, sijui akapelekwa wapi, nini. So right now, he really wants to get back to the force. That's all he's known in his life, and he's always wanted, and he speaks so highly of the force. That's what he wants. But nobody's listening to him now. So his life is just miserable, just hovering around, and he still behaves like a policeman, and it's been a couple of years. But that was not his problem. But his boss who did that shit is still in the force.
Maybe even promoted by now.
Now that is what happens now with these people. They are just, they are tools, they are puppets that are being used by the leaders to do their dirty job. That is why today if I'm a leader, na nataka watu wako wanyanyaswe, naenda kuongea na huo CS nimejua nini namtuma wa kuoja watuange. Then we lipa wako watuange, hiyo kwanga tu hivyo. So stop blaming the police. It's just people like us who have been given orders. But the bad ones in them are using the name of the police kuharibu the same police. Na kama na uwawase, I'm like, really bro? Yeah, so sad nimevent maze, but hizo vitu was some things I see happening even in the government, even just citizens and human beings. I'm just like, man,
it's not necessary.
This is just unnecessary. Like that police, you kill the guy. Why are you dancing, man? And then the sad thing, nothing will happen to him.
Definitely.
I wish ingekuwa kama funzo aitwe na mabosi wake aseme, oh, this is what's happening. We need to respect the force and You are being dismissed whatever. Na unapelekwa kwa jela and you have to pay for this but well, atakuwa tu kama ule mwenye alipiga Rex. Then kuna ule pia mwingine mwenye alipiga watu wa media na tear gas at close range like
this. Ni huyo tu bado.
Nothing has happened.
Actually, it's the same cop.
Same thing too. Watachukuliwa, watapelekwa hivyo, utamwona ameenda kwa koti kidogo nini, then
ata resurface next time the demonstration. So kole kusini ule mseta. Story keeps going on and on.
But Kenyans are very woke right now. They are open-minded and they are taking matters in their own hands, which I like.
And there are phones that have cameras.
So
we have evidence.
Clear.
Even cameras, but also stand your ground. I saw kuna mapolisi juzi, ilikuwa impossible, I think leo ghafla. Kuna umse, unaona ama cameraman wanakuanga tao. There's a time by the tao.
Yeah, they were being harassed.
Hata kuna time ilienda kushoot video tao, tukatolewa mbio nini, baka I was a Sakaja, come on man.
During time ya Sakaja?
Yes.
During the start of his, yeah.
Si tutolewa mbio tao, baka I did a video, I said, hey Sakaja man, creatives wanafukuzwa tao, guys are just trying to secure the bag man. Watch out wafanye, because ukienda tao every weekend, kama leo na kesho, unapata watu wa TikTok.
Wameja.
Because of the scenery. And they're using it to market the country and the county and whatever. So let them do it. I don't understand why people are being arrested.
Make it clean for them. Paint the buildings.
Yeah.
Let it look nice when they show up.
Even give them security. Watu waseme nini, so watu wasibiane. So juzi, kuna msee ameenda mapolisi wakamnyang'anya ile light, ile speed light wanaenda nayo because they want to extort. Umsaka fuata nao, at some point wakifika kona, Kenyans came. mpaka wakarudisha mse light mpaka wakachumsa kaenda.
Nice.
I love that.
Nice.
Don't stand for injustice.
Even the abductions when guys would stop some of them.
Let it happen
Guys
even
would
until
close
now.
kabisa the gari waseme amwendi
Hakuna
na-
mahali.
hakuna penye
If
mnaenda.
polisi haezi jitambulisha vizuri and they state the reason and they have
Why?
an arrest warrant, bro, msimwalao huyo mse
Achukue mtu.
aende na huyo mtu because
Haujui
that is
kama
not
ni
a
polisi pia.
Exactly. People can wear uniforms.
Yeah.
And then mtu anakama hapa na anasema nini. You see even the gun, bro, it can't kill everybody. If it's nini, inaweza kuwa na 14 labda. Sa ninio 14 guys and then
Hata hiyo 14 by
Nada
the
before
time
malize
by the time
25
unafika
14.
number
Yo,
3
one.
utakoshafikiwa.
exactly.
But unajua pia hiyo ukisikia tu ya kwanza people disperse.
But ina depend.
I get
Aye,
used to.
time ya maandamano watu wakimbiri sasi bro.
So
Sasa
guys, wameanza kuzoea. So
Yeah.
guys, I like that. Let's hold each other accountable. Don't see an injustice happening from the sub chief to the chief
unyamaze.
to the police to the kanjo. Come out in number, sema no, this one is wrong. Even your politicians, when they come, sema wewe wacha uongo wewe. Where is this? And they hold them accountable. We've started it. Let's move. In the next 10, 20 years, we'll be in a
will be
very good place.
different.
Tumeshaanza. Yeah.
I hope hiyo mse atajua kudili na
Maswali-
trauma.
Let a quick fire.
Mimi hata nilikuwa nataka kusema tu we'll still answer your question next time.
Let a quick fire. Tusiwafanye hivyo
Hiyo
sure.
Hiyo
Tumerun
ilikuwa
out
swali
of-
moja.
hiyo ilikuwa
Just
wewe
one
mse mwenye
question.
kudili na trauma.
Let's see Mark Bruce. Mark
Post mara
Bruce.
mbili.
So tumefanya 3
See what
hours.
your trauma has
simu post mara
done.
mbili.
Tupos tu moja.
Ati si what my trauma.
Mark Bruce.
So we'll
Quick
pick
fire.
one question.
Quick fire.
Hizo zingine ukirudi tu tutajaribu tena.
Sema quick fire wewe. Wacha usifanye checkmates hivyo.
Utapiga quick fire.
Quick
fire.
fire haraka. Sasa
Aya.
kujibu tu
Yeah, this
Aya.
is the slowest
We are
one.
Haya, acha nianze na chini tukienda juu.
moja yeah.
Story ya wale ma siblings walikuwa wanakulana. They were not siblings to begin with.
I don't know.
Sindio?
But pass. Hiyo
The-
ilishapita.
yenyewe ni
Uliona
quick
what
fire.
happened, let's not.
Yeah, that's from Elinasio.
Yeah.
Aya, Kim Peter Cage. Okay, we've answered. Venye zingine unaona kama ni story about your dad, we've talking about it.
Okay.
Would you rather pull
Okay,
out
we've talking.
Yeah, si anafunzwa
Proximity.
Yeah, proximity.
Cool.
Work with me,
kama
Pamela.
nimesema we've talking about it. Njoroge, Kiari.
Yeah.
Bro, it's interesting because we've covered. Would you rather pull out or vasectomy?
Damn,
We talked about it.
Okay.
El Nova S6 Hi Max. I did my KCSE and I was thinking of pursuing journalism and digital media at the university. Ask Obinna if he has any advice for me since he has been in mainstream media for years now.
Do it, but it's a bit saturated. You might not get the results you're looking for. But do it if it's what you like. Because the digital space is a free market.
Yes.
Unaweza piga hata bila kuisomea. But
Venye tu utajisukuma.
yeah, but usiende ufanye course long sana. Enda Goldchild Media Institute wanakupatia short course. 3 months CV umeshajua hizi makamera waki
Skills.
nini.
Yeah.
Learn
Actual
the
skills
skill.
that you can
Unataka
monetize.
kukaa 4 years. I'm actually doing my degree at MKU. But it's just because I need the
paper.
because what I'm doing is what I already know. Yeah, so get the skill, then ingia kwa ground. Tukutane hapa kwa ground.
I like that. It's _Atwanga, biggest win, biggest regret.
Biggest win is my kids. Biggest regret, not yet. The ones I've had are very, very small things. But biggest win is my kids. That one I got right. I got some cute kids. Mama zao walinisaidia. They are also very sharp and they're very open-minded. They grasp things. They tell me some things. I'm like, kama juzi Brianna ameniambia, why do you always tell us you're paying the bills? What do you want us to do? When do you want us to go to nini? I was like, yo, it's fine. But in my head, I'm like, no, babe.
Yeah.
But nini, yo.
Imagine
so-
ingekuwa time yetu tunaulizwa na mzazi, si umekula, si umevaa, si umelala, unataka nifanye.
No, seriously, but for real, don't you want me to
Yeah,
do?
no, as we have to nasujudu parents all the time. Thank you.
Like,
for
that's your
feeding.
responsibility, bro. I didn't ask
That's
to
what
be
Brianna
here.
told me. Yeah, Brianna told me that, and the kids are like,
Sina
yo,
kununulia nguo, as opposed to what were you going to
hey, what am I
do?
supposed? That's
Nataka
my
nitembee
responsibility. Yeah. So my
Please.
biggest win is my kids. That one I got right. So
Yeah.
I'm looking to add more.
Damn.
Haya, hii kwanza ni in relation to that. BNXN_worldwide. How does a present father still get baby mama drama? We covered that.
Because present father is not present husband. Two different things. You can be a present father, but the other party does not feel like you're present to them. You can also be a very good dad, but not a very good husband. You can be a good mom and not a good... Also, you can be a good husband, but the other partner is not, because it takes two to tango. But being a present father is a decision you make. It's an individual decision. Mimi nasema I want to be there for my kids. Sasa uliza mtu, "Yati niko hapo baba." But relationship it's two way. Akisema nataka kukuona bro, no matter what you do.
Yes, done.
Yeah. So that is why.
Helen Demo, what makes him keep the vibe despite the many challenges he keeps encountering?
The problems I've been through, I don't want other people to go through them. So I'm trying to keep it happy. That's why I laugh a lot. I'm positive. I try to encourage people a lot so they don't go through the
Same things.
Hizo trauma. May go through that were necessary. That if I knew better by then, if I had other people earlier tell me, hey, don't get a child before this, don't do whatever. Probably by right now I would not have any toy, but I had nobody. When I got my first job as an office messenger, everybody around me told me, sasa usettle. I was being paid 10,000. Naishi kwa nyumba mabati la nimani nalipa 4,000. My uncles, whoever walikuwa, umepata kazi, sasa hizi, usettle. Usettle. We are living 7 people in Makongeni. Akina Sami, Onyato, Isa, Aizo, ule mwingine bila kwa Steve, Hasenye, Freddy. So hiyo mbogi yote ilikuwa naishi in one room hivi. Walikuwa wameni okorea. So when I moved to my mabati house, niko na ka Ampex home theater ufa ile 3000, niko na ka Oguna TV hapo ka 14 inch, kale ka stand kanako mat kalikuwa ka black, kalikuwa 999.
14 inch si size
iPad hiyo kidogo.
You unaona hivi.
Yeah. But ilikuwa na
Hawezi na macho mbili at the same time.
so hiyo time azeni niko na ka bed kangu ka plastic chair kangu. Niko sawa mazo kuna 10,000 per month salary mazo. So naambia wewe mazewe sasa focus on marriage after baby ujenge family, because now that's the advice I was getting. Then later when I walked into some money as Obinna, when the brand was speaking, I also moved in my house and I was housing people. I was living with about also 7 people.
Damn.
There was Prod, there was Mose, there was Pharaoh, there was a time there was Bashka, there was my bro, there was Nebulas, there was Museso. Yeah, all of these guys were in my house and I was taking care of them, and nobody told me, Niaje bro, my plot is in Syokimau 50,000. I'm 100,000. Me had money in the house, in the drawer, nini nafanya, all the Mr. and Mrs. nilifanya kampu full. Niko KU, niko wapi, niko nimeenda Kemu, nimeenda Jaramogi Oginga, nimeenda wapi. Hizo ma 80, ma 150, ma nini, I had loose cash. But all these men, kazi ilikuwa sasa mimi ndo na facilitate. Naenda show Mombasa, nimebeba imbo yote, tumeenda Mombasa nini, and all of that, and nobody told me, Niaje, there's a swamp that is being sold in Syokimau. Me, the farthest had gone is Bellevue. Nobody told me, enda hata Isinya, enda Kitengela.
Angalia.
That time, if I had spent 1 mic back then, even if I took a loan and 1 mic,
You'd have
ningekuwa na
been so
10 acres,
far.
Kitengela, by now. But nobody told me. So that is why I always try and talk so that people are not like myself. They're like, Obinna lisema wachani. And actually there's some people who come to my inbox and say, Obinna, nimeona hii story imenisaidia, nimeona hii nini imefanya. So that's why I always try and maintain that vibe.
Nice.
Yeah, bro.
Zeitgeist wants to know his YouTube earnings from his show, considering he puts out a lot of content. I'm just curious about that.
I can't tell you that one because that is private. Then I stopped talking about money and earthly acquisitions because I realized guys are very negative. You might say it from an inspirational point of view, then guys
They take it as
from
bragging.
yeah. Like every birthday I used to upgrade my moti, and anytime you'd post a car, guys, hey. So I decided right now, you'll just see me in a moti. You ukiniona ndani jua ni yangu.
Umendijua ni yako.
Jua tu ni yangu because mimi I don't do car for hire. Then also
It's so weird how the money conversations, like me, I'm also very open about money conversations. I don't think it's a big deal, but I just realized it's not the same.
It's
Like
not
people
the same.
frown upon
Money
like,
etiquette.
It's not the same
be
thing.
successful but not too successful. So sasa nikwambia every month natengeneza 5 million from YouTube. Then nini? Then kitu ikifanyika na ile 5 million
Yeah.
but you're forgetting even if it's 5 million, I have a team that are on salary, I have production costs, I have whatever. There are overheads that are happening all the time. So let's not talk the money, but it's paying okay.
Good money.
And for a period of time, I was not making money from YouTube. My page was taken with some other guys over there because I signed a wrong deal. Signed a deal with the devil. So later I got it. So we've been trying.
So now at least now you're on the page and
Yeah, now I own the
on
page.
monetization and everything.
Yeah, but I'm still getting threats from the other Nini. It's crazy.
Oh no.
Yeah, no, iko tu sawa. Iko sawa. Mwanaume bro, if you're a man and you don't have pressure, you're a useless man. Mpaka tu every
Kama
day.
una deni, sasa ni kama una
Yeah.
pressure.
Sio hata deni peke yake, pressure tu. Like when
Generally
unaamka tu, it's just
At life is good.
And life is good every day.
and rose.
Hauna pressure.
Unaamka like, wow, what's gonna happen?
Daily.
Some kebab. Then the bills are paid, then everything. You have when you are a woman.
Isn't that what we're working
That is
for?
how-
Exactly. Isn't that
is
the
how
end
your
goal?
woman should
It will
be.
never be.
Work hard so make your woman like that. Akamuka tu anakuanga tu zile za.
Utakuwa na pressure, but you'll always have things.
Bills
Basi
Yeah,
pressure
it's not
pressure
even-
ipungue.
It's not about money. That's the thing. Is not about money. You could have all the money. Kitu tu ni hiyo pressure. When more money, more responsibility.
Yeah.
So responsibilities in the pressure.
They are there. You see, like now the president. Do you think that he's happy?
You happy?
So have you seen his head?
But he's there.
He's the commander in chief,
President.
and he has access to
He has so much money. He has so much
Yeah, he
power.
could fix all the problems.
yeah.
now.
And when he wakes
Think
up in
about
the
it.
morning like this, anapata Chaxy amesema hivi, nani amesema Mwass amesema, all of these things are happening over there. That is pressure, but it's necessary. As a man, greatness can only be achieved under extreme pressure. Ati leo unataka kuwa president ama unataka kuwa governor wa Nairobi, then una relax ati unajua mimi nimependwa. Si hata nyinyi mko mnakuwa cancelled. That pressure is necessary.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rafiki wants to know time management, keeping his team sane and motivated despite very long working hours.
That's a long conversation. It's just what's it called?
Watu mko aligned?
No. Sometimes you might be aligned, but it's also hard to find people you've aligned with. Get an operating system. That's what I wanted to say.
Okay.
Like myself, nowadays, I don't engage with my employees about matters in discipline, whatever. There's HR. Matter salary, payment, there's HR that does that. As we pay our HR firm, the HR firm pays them. Then also, Mambo for the guests, there's someone who's handling that. Mambo production, there's someone who does that. So when you relieve that one, so everybody has KPIs.
Gotcha.
But it's quite to say, tupige tu bro ni business. Me by them, I take serious my business. Na siuko sana with my employees. Sometimes I call them out on the live. Na naonanga watu wana react
Yeah,
hapo.
they're like, you're being rude.
Your business is being rude. So listen, Chaxy, we are here. I'm watching the live. This camera iko na shot mbaya. Msi ameka kwa hiyo camera. What do you want me to do? Nifanye ni smile do the whole show. Hey, I'm like, hey bro. Hii camera iko na shot mbaya. What are you doing? See, we get serious with this thing. Then, sorry guys, let's continue. Husa. By the way, I'm like that. Me, I always say, even my kids, naisema sayo. Me see even when I have visitors. Ati mtoya amechoma, ama tumetembelea mtu. Ati nangoja tunaenda home. Hapo. Even my employee, unafika hivi niko like, hey, Chaxy, umeoga leo?
Damn.
No, man.
Piga
dio. Because I've spoken with them about it. I'm clean, I'm smelling nice. Why am I struggling?
should you?
Because you've not showered. Piga dio Buddha nini. So mi nakwambia Buddha. Dio nini. Story na move. Then, dio story nimemalizana nayo.
Yeah, and we move
I'll
on.
never even do whatever mi nimemove. But kuna watu wataki yo. Watu wanataka, oh my God. Yeah. No, that's not me.
Okay.
So put your systems together.
Okay.
Maxwell wants to know, muulize what his experience in Nation Media Group was like.
It was good.
Okay.
It was good for the time it was there because it was my first experience. But later I got another boss who wanted the revenue over ratings. And that is what made Nation FM not perform very well. Because if you want revenue over ratings, you can't get revenue before you get ratings. Because if you get ratings, you get the
get
numbers,
revenue.
then the marketing will do their job, then the people will come over there. But then they're assuming the radio will just sell itself. And then they focus so much on the newspaper and sometimes on the TV, and then the radio was forgotten about, and even the guys were not being treated well, the studios were not managed well, and nini. And then mambo ikachemuka. But generally, it was a very good employer. They treated us well when
Things were working.
Yeah, when things were working.
Mr. Wakili, muulize crush yake na ule mkamba wetu ina expire lini.
Let's move into another conversation.
Aya. Micharazo, his show with the Anto Nation will always be the best to ever happen to late night radio.
Nice.
Okay, that's a comment.
The Anto one was good, but there was another one that was fire than that one. It was called The Home Run. It was myself, Cupid, and Brian.
There's Iko. Ask him if he's still in touch with Brian and Cupid from the Home Run show on the Easy FM. Ask him to have them on his show sometime, please.
Yeah, we should. Juicy, I was shocked to hear Brian on a certain radio station. Hata nilisema Juicy in some interview, I think. Nilisikia, oh, it's Brian too or nini. I'm like, yo, Brian is on the radio station.
Yeah.
So Brian was very dope. And a few wrong decisions here and there. Changed a few things. Because, Brian was from a rich family. Yeah, the dad was moneyed from what he told us. So me, I was from the village. Me, my hunger was money fast. Me, I just want money. I'll come on time. I'll do whatever. I'll do this. I'll do extra hours. As we start shooting by there at 10 a.m. every Monday until 4 a.m., sometimes 5 a.m. We do Vipindire, then we do Zabe, and then we do OBINNA show live daily. Every Monday.
Every Monday, yeah.
And on Wednesday, we are doing now the skits for Vipindire. And on Tuesday, sometimes in my off day, but in the afternoon, I'm still on the meetings, whatever. Because I know where I'm from, I know where I'm going, and nothing is going to stop it.
Saturday afternoon yote uko mic check leo.
Saturday leo afternoon yote. Sometimes niko around, niko gig, niko whatever. I'm always doing something because me is money. Even my WhatsApp says money first. Every other thing is secondary. Let's talk money. Kama unapenda do, na mimi napenda do, we will do it. Bro, utakam on time. Mimi naangalia wase wengine niko zile, msipendi do. bro, you don't like money? Why? Nimekupea job, then umechelewa kukam job. What is wrong with you? I'll get very offended. So, Brian was from money, so he might not have seen the much hunger for the money. Then also, we're not being paid that well when we started. So, pia kwake ilikuwa maybe secondary. So, he might have done a few things here and there that later he changed. Then akaenda kwa agency. So, that was not his main focus, but he also loved radio. Then Cupid also, radio was not his first love, but he was doing other things. We even opened a company together with Cupid. We talk from time to time. Brian, we haven't spoken for a while. The last time we spoke with Brian, he was trying to get me a gig from his agency. And then akapotea, then juzi ndo nikamsikia kwa radio. But the home run was ahead of his time. But then juu nimesikia, I think ni Trace, ni yenye kaziada na kwanga ni channel gani?
Sound City.
I think wako na show inaitwa The Home Run. The
Neville.
Home Run. I was like, you guys, you thugs. Yeah, but bro, The Home Run?
Yeah.
You see, like what you guys are doing now?
Yeah.
We were doing it back in the day.
Without the cuss words.
Like, it was this, but it was
We were
just
just
this
not
vibes.
passing. It was
But
this
these
vibe.
vibes.
But all the campus guys, bro, walikuwa na tune in. Mainly, nowadays I go to boardrooms. Msana anambia, I was in campus. You guys made my day. And then I'm just like, yeah. But our bosses didn't see it. They didn't see the vision for that. They were very old school. They wanted us to go like, so this is Sheila Mwanyiga. Is he a fan? But as we know, we are like,
You guys were like,
yeah.
It was just
They
relaxed,
wanted,
easy.
yeah, they wanted that radio vibe ya kitambo. Walikuwa wamekwama hapo.
Who that?
Yeah, so that is what happened. So they did nini to your show. We were very angry and pissed. We were like, why are you guys not seeing it? And it had numbers, but they were not giving the support. If they gave it the support
Would
it
have been a
needed,
really big
we're not
show.
3-man army. We were 3-man
have-
army back in the day.
Aye.
Same exact. Like I see them, I'm like, yo, this was me, Brian and Cupid.
Yeah.
Like tulikuwa na pull up hivi kwa kampo. Guys go crazy. Tulikuwa natoka hivi show saa 6, we start club hopping. Mimi na Fanta Orange, Cupid alikuwa anachukuliwa na babake, so mimi na Brian tuko changes, tuko Bacchus, tuko wapi, tuko Resorts, hizo placement, tunaingia, yo Brian Odure no Obinna home run. We had our people, and until now the people who listen to the home run, they'll tell you that show was different.
Damn.
But wakayua, so but it's fine, it happens. See, nowadays we are doing it on our own.
Yeah.
The home run, one man home run.
The way you, in your own terms.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 2 more, because the rest I think
It was a drive show.
3 more.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a live show on radio. It was late night. It was starting at 8 p.m. until midnight. Ilikuwa ikifika, I think 9 p.m. Tulikuwa nafanya Chronicles of Obinna. Unasikia sound that titit tiritit tiritit tiritit. Ilikuwa ile nini ya P Square.
Yes.
Let me see wahala de oh. So let's go titit tit. Watu wanakimbia kwa radio zao, wanataka kusikia stories za Jaba. Ilikuwa ni stories za Jaba.
stories za Jaba.
Wanapenda pia stories za Jaba, bro.
Composition.
Wanambia, hey, today I'm very disappointed. Why, Obinna, what happened? Hey, my girlfriend today. You know, I went to my girlfriend's place. Watu wanasikia hizo story. Nikashikwa nikahang kwa window. Watu wala, yeah. Tukimaliza hivi. Call us up. Phone lines are on. Obinna, when you fala, Obinna.
Yeah, lovely.
It was fire. Home run was, it gave me so much life. That was a thing. And you know, it was entry level and it happened accidentally. Akina Brian were just seated on Easy FM where they figured out what they can do. From, I think it was, kuna program ilikuwa ya tujuane or something ya watu wanafundisha stories ya HIV, then empowerment, then wakakam. So Brian and Cupid wakambia, figure out what you'll do for that night space. It was blank. Then mi niko QFM, I'm doing midnight shift from midnight until morning. So one day we're just hanging out in Easy FM, and then they went up with the faders. Then we spoke, then me I did Obinna accent, Obinna Ikegwe. That time Nigerian vibe was big. And guys loved it. So when I went back to do my show, when they went back on air, guys were calling, asking, where's that stupid Nigerian guy? Because Nigerians are very arrogant. They are their personality.
Yeah.
So what are Nicole Kuni this? Pay me now this. You're telling me nothing, you idiot. You need come poop. But they said me one photo. Say, man, you go back to Nigeria. I'm not going. Come and take me useless. then another person calls. Where's that Nigerian idiot? They're like, why are you calling me? I don't want to talk to you. Leave me alone, Biko. I beg. Tufia kwa izo mavitu. Guys, love that shit.
That must have been a vibe.
And then ikakwa show, and we had the best time.
Nice.
Those were my people, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
So lastly, because this is Ingina, I think we've covered, is from Getabu the Don. Obinna has 4 kids. I watch a lot of his videos and I feel like it's too hard on the boy child.
Okay.
Even too.
All right. Now let me explain something here. By that, I've also I've seen that thing, and
You've
there's a
seen
time. Yeah, people have said it. Also, my bro. There's a time my bro told me, Leslie. Then I tell them the way the society is. The society is very hard on boy child. I don't want to raise a sissy. Okay? I don't want to be so soft on him. When he gets out on life, he thinks there's a problem with life because the dad was so soft on him. So I'm normally not hard on him like on a negative way, but there are things that the others can get away with that he can't get away with. One, he's my firstborn. Second, he is a man. So I always tell him things like, you have to be responsible for this. Like when I leave the house, you're responsible for every other thing. So you can't afford to make mistakes. And if you make the same mistakes I made, you might not end up to where I am because the world is working this way. I want him to have a strong back. Because when he gets out of this place, out of my house, I want him to sit down and go like, my dad prepared me for this shit. So people want me to go with the way I raise the girls to raise my son the same way. No, he's a man. Then I can't be hard on the girls because I'm treating my son to be a gentleman. But I'm teaching my daughters the way a proper man should be through my son and through me. So it is a learning curve that keeps going around. Most people will not see it because you are not the one raising them, but also still you can raise yours the way you want to raise yours. Then later in life you'll see. Because I've had a conversation where I told my kids, we were discussing and we were like, what if one day Raidon comes and tells me he's gay? What happens? What do you do with your boy when he pulls up and tells you he's gay?
Pat him on the back.
Happy Pride.
Happy Pride. Buy him a pack of condoms. No, I'm messing with you. No, how would you handle? I don't know. If I don't have a kid, but if I had a kid and they came to me and they said they were gay and they're genuinely gay, there's one thing maybe someone saying they're curious.
They're
they
just
want to try.
curious.
But if that's how they genuinely feel, then I'd just support them. They're my kid. I'd support them. Doesn't change anything.
Honestly, I don't know. I don't know. I honestly just say I'd cross that bridge when I get there. I don't know.
I think it would be like an age thing. Like if they're within those.
You think they'll outgrow it?
No, not for them. I'm saying like if let's say if a 4-year-old comes and says, "I'm gay," Daddy, I think I'm gay.
A 4-year can't come
And a 13-year-old and a 20-year-old, and So
when he's a teenager.
When he's a teenager,
yeah.
Then he turns to, even when he turns to 18.
Yeah. Just have a deep conversation with them, and then
Will it change anything?
No, nothing.
Exactly. When your son becomes a drug addict,
When my son becomes a drug addict, so now that for me, I'd have to have one, I'd speak to them about drugs and the dangers of drugs. Like, I'd be very honest with them about what they're getting themselves into. And then if there's necessary for me to get professional help, I will, but I'll do it like as a dad. I'll be like, okay, it's gotten to this point now. I've spoken to you. We've tried doing everything we can. Now we need to get you professional help because you are still my kid.
okay.
I feel like
I'd say the same.
I feel like Obinna, even if like now think about your kid.
Yeah.
For you, your kid will always be your kid. Umeona since
True.
wazaliwe.
True
So,
story.
but to them, when they grow, they start feeling like they're
their own
they're older.
person.
Yeah.
But even when a kid is 40,
They're still
regardless
a
of what,
child.
whether you still be, this is my kid. Now uko 40, lakini when mzazi,
Mtoi wako.
uko like but when mtoi wangu.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of things that can happen to a boy child that the girls might get away with. For example, the girls can stay in my house as long as they
Forever.
want. Even when my companies, when they come of age, I'll put them in different positions with their strengths. Huyu ako sana creativity, aingie kwa creative space kwa hiyo company, be the creative lead, do whatever. You'll groom them to do whatever. So as a dad, even if, for example, your son comes out as a thief, ama as a klepto, ama as a petty liar, ama whatever. There's so many avenues. Ama he just becomes a weak man. Like he's a man, he can't stand his ground. So nimekaa, mara ameshinda amekuja amepigwa na demu yake. Mara sijui amerudi home kushtaki nini. Mara ameenda maisha yamelemea amerudi tena home. So as a man, I decided I want to raise my son with all the odds against him. Him knowing all the odds are against him. So I want to prepare him. So when he gets to that position, he knows how to navigate. So you might see the videos. I'll not be as soft as I am to Lola. Lola is the last born. Come on. Then also the other girls. Then also girls
So
are very
playful.
emotional. Very emotional. You can't do some things to them or with them, but my son, I can have tough conversation and go like, hey, yo, you can do better, man. Because right now, he's a teenager. This is the age where he'll start doing drugs. He'll start knowing women and everything. Like my son right now does not have a phone. I took it away. Because the last time I took the phone away for like a month, I gave it back. Then tukachukua SIM card, akaikula akaivunja. Nilimpea, I got some very bad texts on the WhatsApp. And my kids know, if I find you've deleted anything on your phone, WhatsApp, Nini, it means you're saying something you're not supposed to say with that phone. So these are the consequences. We have the way we talk. So like, no SIM card yako, so get rid of it. Got rid of the SIM card, vunja uma, nini, sawa. So you'll have your phone without a SIM card. This ninja went and they uploaded some. There's a way they're communicating. There's an app, kama kina team and the rest that does not need SIM card. They're communicating. So when I found that one, and then alikuwa namka in the middle of the night when I'm out of town, I've gone for a show. I'm in the middle of the night. Patrol, let me come watch movie, whatever. But it's school time. You're supposed to go by 9. Yeah. So you broke this trust, and I gave this responsibility. So this is the consequence. So I took away the phone. So I don't want to be physical with him, but there are consequences. This happens, this goes. This happens, this goes. This does not happen this way. So the way I'm parenting him is commando style. I'm not being abusive. That one, I saw it on the other people. I'm trying to do the opposite of what my dad did. But I'm being strict. And
but you see eye to eye with him.
Hey, my boy. Hey, my guy.
Ni boys wako yani?
Hey, me, all my kids are my people, man. Why would I not see? Hey, no. Go make my son go through what I went through with my dad. Hell no. He's my G. He's my personal person. So people will see a video of 10 minutes and assume it is.
Conclusion.
No.
It's every day.
Yeah, then my son is just a chilled guy. Ananga mamingata kwa video ataongea sana. Then he's very intelligent. Anasema kitu ngine kuzile za anaambia kitu zingine, I'm your father, man. I know you think it. Don't. I'm supposed to be the sharp one, man. Yeah, so kidogo.
Relax.
Yeah, but also he's seen the mistakes I've made. And sometimes even when we talk off camera, he tells me, hey, Dad, I'll not do this. I'll not do that. We talk with him. I also tell them, like Brianna now has started her periods. If Brianna, let me throw this in here.
This is now your first child who's now experiencing her periods for the first time.
Brianna is my first daughter.
Yeah.
She's turning 13. So she's on a period, I think I'm there for the last maybe 4 or 5 months. And now she can get pregnant. So if at all anything happens and Brianna is pregnant now, what would you do?
At 13 years old?
Yep. Or even your son brings mtu analetewa that son wako amepeana ball. Pia 14 pia anaweza impregnate mtu sahihi.
You know the thing is, because me I'm pro-choice. It begins there. But now the thing is
pro-choice
for a teenager.
She's 13.
Siwacha nimalize. Nimesema but.
Tutakunyonga kwa hiki kipindi.
Sutulie. Nimesema one, it begins with me as a person. Me I'm pro-choice.
Aneka foundation.
Yeah. Nimesema but. Na nikasema disclaimer but. This is a 13-year-old. Yeah. You know what I mean? So a 13-year-old, it's not a decision that I expect a 13-year-old to fully comprehend to make a sober decision.
Yep.
So if one, I'd try my best to make sure it doesn't get there. But if it does get there, I don't know, man. I love to call OBINNA. I'll just have to call all the. I'm being honest.
So don't call OBINNA. I don't know what you do. She's never been pregnant.
I'll call you. All I'm saying is that probably at this moment now, if it happened, I'd have to call people older than me to be like, yo, how do you navigate this? But if it was a kid of mine who's 20 years old, then I'd be like, what do you want? We can discuss it.
Look at it this way. If this 13-year-old or this 14-year-old boy impregnates someone, that means they'll have to bear the consequences. Because if your child gets pregnant, they'll be stressed and depressed and traumatized and everything. She's a child. And he's a child. And me, I always tell them every decision has a consequence. So that means I'll be a father of a child who is a mother. Or I'll be a father of a child who is also a child, but is also a father. Yeah. Then apart from raising your child and raising their child, you're also being the therapist for them. A lot of things that could be stopped from talking about it mapema. True. So me speak with my kids about everything, the consequences of every decision. Whether you come through as gay, I'm like, now, as much as you're gay, and me, I'll tell you, you do your thing, it's your life, but the society will do this and this. So they'll call you this, expect this, these are the consequences. If you decide to get someone pregnant now as you are the guy, that means your life will stop and you'll start being a father. Do you want to be a father at 14? Do you want to be a father at 20? Me, I was a father at 20. Do you want to put your money together, the things together? That is when you become a father. My girls, do you want to be a mother when you are young? Because if you're a mother, when you have your own money and you have your own house and whatever,
own life
it's easier. Your own life, you can decide how many kids you want to have, and everything. I talk to my girls even about relationships. I'm like, by the time you're getting in a relationship, don't get in a relationship because you want the man to be your financier. I want you to make your own money so that later when you get this man, whether they have money or they don't have money, you are there for love and whatever you want to get, you're getting. And if shit hits the fan, you can easily say, I got my crib. And I got my whip, and I got whatever. See, atita umeenda, unapigwanga na wezi toka because now you can't go anywhere else.
That's your dependent.
For example, now me, I've already gone. I'm late. I'm dead. I'm not there. So you can't go back to your dad's house. What happens? I want you to be very responsible for whatever decision you make. But remember, as parents, we only advise and support.
Yeah.
Pastor anazanga mwizi. Mwizi anazanga pasta. Shit happens. True. I might be the best father, but mtoi atafanya mistake.
To do whatever.
Ama, things also happen. Last week we were talking about family planning, about kids, and we were talking about Brianna on the show. And a lot of people are like, no, Brianna. I was like, I'll talk with Brianna's mom, and we'll talk with Brianna, we see. Because Doc alituambia, watoto pia wanaweza fanya family planning. It's better to be safe than sorry. Because I'm thinking, when someone gets abused, sexually assaulted, she was not careless or whatever. My cousin, my nephew, my employee, whatever.
It could be even with someone they
soldier,
trust.
someone they trust, a
trust.
teacher, a doctor. Then, now she's pregnant. Now what happens? She's been sexually assaulted. She's pregnant, probably she got some disease there, whatever. What happens? So would you rather be safe than sorry? So it's a very complicated conversation that different people go, hey, but mtoto, hey, ongea tu na nini. But kuongea is not protection enough. So what do? It's a complicated conversation that people are not ready to have. People are having different thoughts about it. I'm also having different thoughts about it. I haven't decided anything yet, but we'll see. But all I can do for now is be a present father, provide, protect, and love them like nobody ever has loved them. I love them for myself and love them for their mothers. So whether the mothers are there or they're not there, I will love them for both of us. They can never be okay. I saw that thing, Juicy.
Yeah, I saw that
with,
video. It really
with Lola.
broke my heart.
Yeah, the mother is not around. She traveled. She's working outside. And it gets to a point where, because when she's around, see, she was with them.
Yeah.
And I would see them when she will feel like, I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So until she comes back, or whatever. And so Lola, when it gets there, it's okay. You'll miss your mom at some point. Even if your mom had died or your dad, you'll miss your parents.
them.
Because I can't be your mom as much as I try. And your mom can't be your dad as much as they try. So it happens. So they'll not be okay, but they'll manage somehow. They'll feel like even if Nani's not here, but they communicate every day, this person will try and cover for. But also, people have to secure the bag. Yeah. Yeah, so it's a tough one, but we're trying. Yeah. But I'm
But I like she was really grown about it. I really like that. She waited for all the siblings to leave.
Then she told me,
it was like funga dirisha.
Then she
I have
whispered.
something to tell you. It's
were
very
live.
grown. Very, very
Oh,
grown
she
girl.
said she missed us.
Yeah, she whispered. I miss
And
my mom.
whispered.
Then I was like, oh, so go to class. Then, I was trying to... So what the tactic that I normally do, when you see the kids are not okay, jaribu kwa kengeusha fast.
Don't dwell on the situation.
Yeah, try and... Hey, by the way,
then-
kuna ka movie, nini.
Then you'll bring it up later when there's a
Later, then, yes. So because I was like, she's going to go to class now,
With this talk.
we can't have this
don't.
deep conversation now. But we still had to, because as much as it's like, oh, you're my G, we will do nini, I'll come nini. Then I don't know what happened, and then she started crying. She cried, and I had to stop the camera. So then we had a pep talk for a few. I tried to explain to her that the mom is not around because she tried to secure the bag for them. Nikamwambia, but she's gonna come back. Nini, but you can still talk. Nini, I'll be here. Then later when you come. So later when I was recording, now she had cooled. Then your story kadai hapo. Then later we spoke about it in Gioni. Nini, and then everything just went well.
Okay.
But you have such. Even Brianna misses the mom sometimes. Raidon misses the mom. But the mom is in Tanzania, Nani. The mom is around doing a couple of things. They're kids. Yeah, I miss my mom sometimes.
And then an adult.
In fact, I miss my mom right now.
Zetu zinakwanga different. Unaweza kupiga imisi uambie nini imeisha.
True.
Your parents live in Kisumu?
My mom is in Shags, my dad is in Kisumu, but it goes between Kisumu
Wait,
and Shags.
oh, Shags is
the same.
ahead of-
Maseno too. No, Maseno. It's like 30 minutes from Kisumu. It's the same place too.
Same area, basically.
Yeah, but because he's working, so he's always...
In and out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Obinna, thank you so much, bro.
Thank
This
you.
is round 2
Yeah, bro.
of more collaborations.
More.
To be honest.
Tunakuja round 3.
Sinaona kushow.
Round 2 inanibamba Julianza na ufala.
We need to get
Checkmates
serious.
wako job hapo. Alafu sasa wako hivi.
Oh my God.
But no, sasa hiyo ndio episode proper. They go through all the motions.
Truly.
We also
roller
some
coaster.
great advice as well, because there's things that you can only live.
True.
And sasa kama some of us have not lived it, it's nice to also hear
From other
certain
people.
perspectives.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, and again, round 3 very soon.
Yeah,
Sooner than
definitely.
soon.
Thank you for having me, man. Nimecheka, nimejipamba, tumeongea for like 4 hours. Na bado tujamaliza, bado tunafeel. Mbona kuna end?
Content.
By the way, on a serious note, you guys need to invest on space.
Yeah.
Hii mambo unanikalisha for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Then
na tuko na 4GB.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Inafaa tukae for 5 hours.
In
man.
recording yetu ya ngapi leo?
Yeah.
3.
Tatu.
Plus tulifanya bado some client work in between. Tumekuwa hapa the whole day. Tumekuwa hapa
that's
since
good,
morning.
that's
yeah.
good.
Saturdays tunakuanga hapa morning. Honestly, Saturdays feels like the whole day
Yeah,
nowadays.
it said it feels it is. Uncle, it's
It's the whole
7
day.
p.m.
Akulangi ugali?
Anakulanga ugali mbaya
Ai,
sana.
mbaya
Simu
sana.
unakula ugali, alikuwa anakula githeri.
I
What was that about?
Alikuwa
Githeri.
anakula-
Jahe.
Jahe.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Na alikuwa excited.
Acha
Kama hawana wanipelekee kamande.
Yeah,
I'm like, option A, option B.
No, ilitisha minji. They said minji ilikuwa imebakia kidogo. So then I saw like, what option do they have? Ati wako na, you guys told me.
Kamande?
No, you said Jahe and something else.
Jahen. Hata something else kumaliza kusema.
Yeah,
There was
I was
Jahe?
Jahe.
I should have ordered Jahe.
You know Jahe is just Jahe.
Yeah.
Nauzwa kwa hardware.
No.
Jahe is not even cereal.
Yeah.
I know.
But so we have our 24-hour stream coming up.
He definitely should
We
pull
are
up.
streaming
Obinna
the pod for
tumpe 6
24
hours. Unajua tumeskumaje.
kuna April 11th 7 p.m. back April 12th 7 p.m. will be live.
Yeah.
So
dope
kuna
shit.
segment ya challenges, we'll let you host that. Nitakupigia tuelewane kama ina
Bora
live.
nilipe.
Haina shida.
Kuna mali.
Takulipa na Jahe.
Afadhali ulipe na omena.
Kwanza that would
But then
be
the
fun.
conversation moved from Jahe to
Done.
Omena.
Tapika omena kwa hiyo stream.
Can we cook it
ugali.
together?
Tupike. Yes.
Can we cook it?
Actually, that would be fun. Can I wait? I'm actually doing it.
Done.
So we
We
can
can
set
do
up
it.
a
Omena challenge.
Tupike omena.
Everybody will make omena their own way.
Yes.
Then you guys can taste whose omena
Blind
tastes
tasting.
better.
Wait, oh, so you two mtapika kando.
Yes.
Blind tasting.
Yes.
As the biggest hater of Omena.
First of
No,
all,
seriously.
watu wanatest wako ni Wajaluo ama Waluya.
Utakuwa.
Wakamba, Wakikuyu, Wakale
away.
wasikuje kuonja omena waseme hiyo omena si mzuri. No.
Sikia mimi nataka kujua kama
Serious. No,
serious. Weke two
yes.
stations.
serious.
Yes.
Mike water two stations.
Yes.
Let's go.
No, it's a full on meal.
I
Like
know.
omena,
Ublock hivi, so
ugali.
apike huko mimi nipike huko.
Yes.
Asione
hakuna
respect
kuona.
yangu.
Ugali inaweza pika kando
No.
itakuja.
Ugali. We're going to make like a full on meal.
Sawa.
Okay.
Omena.
And
I
whoever
hope
can make
Ugali,
it faster,
omena na
it's on a
cabbage na
timer.
mala.
Omizi.
Bro, on a timer.
Fanya hiyo,
On
alafu
a
sasa ni host hiyo
timer.
part ingine sasa. Sasa nikule kwanza, nifinye alafu tuingie challenge. Yep.
Done.
Love it.
Done. Thank you, my
Love
brother.
Let's do it.
All the best, man. Anyway, Obinna, episode 243, we are over 26.
This is the Brunch Club. Over 26.
Welcome back to
The mics are cool.
Now, when you watch it, you'll understand.